Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
God and
Well, welcome Facebook Live. Welcome to Gods and Monsters podcast. Hello. Greg, it is so good to see you. I'm so happy that we're able to do this live.
It is good to see you too.
I hope I'm not shouting in your ears.
Something that people probably don't know is that Art and I rarely see each other
This
ever.
is true. Just to make the shows better, we don't talk at all.
No, pretty much no. So what happens is when we do get together and talk about movies and shows and nerd stuff and pop culture, it's really the first time we're talking about it because we don't really. You're busy with your life and your family and your work, and I do nothing.
Oh, that's not true. You're very busy according to your Facebook page and the photos you've been putting up.
That is actually true.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, and videos you've been putting up. I noticed you, with the Good Egg logo, was on something you put up recently, a video.
Yeah, I did. Gosh, what was it? A movie. A short film that I did a couple of years ago is now available on Amazon Prime.
Excellent.
It was. It had done its little run through the short film. I don't know, local short film and national short film parade or whatever, and now it's available on Amazon Prime. And if you'd like to go see it, the name of the film is Thursday Night Downtown.
Okay.
And I will turn my sound off on.
I will also turn my sound off on my laptop
because that happened.
Because it sounds excellent.
Yes. I hope everybody is very happy with the way the audio sounds today with our live broadcast because Art nailed it. So it's interesting the way this started was I was supposed to kind of do the tech stuff and Art was going to do all the booking of the guests and the show prep and the hosting and the talking and it's basically kind of become I just show up.
I don't think that's true. You brought your microphone. Where is it? Oh, you're not using it.
Well, no, I forgot the thing that it sticks in. So. Yeah.
Can you do a successful hand clap for me for audio?
Yeah, let's do a three clap. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. That's an audio thing that we do so that we can match the video with the audio because not only will we be on Facebook Live, the show will also show up later on YouTube on our YouTube channel, which I believe we're in the 150-somethings episode, 153, 154 possibly.
I don't watch the show. I don't know.
How dare you? You know, sometimes when I'm on my way here and it's been a long time, I'll watch the previous episode or listen to it in the car. I'll just bring YouTube up.
Really? Just
yes.
to kind of get up to speed?
Yes. Now, I was hoping I could see people's comments here, but I am not seeing their comments, and now I am sad.
Well, there is only one comment at the moment from Aaron, so we see you, Aaron. Thank you very
Aaron
much.
said loud and clear. How are you guys doing? I do see it. Thank you. I hit the refresh button.
You sit on a
Thank you.
Lies.
Thank you. Got the Elf poster hanging up at our house. My wife loves that movie so much she keeps it up year-round.
It is one of the greatest Christmas movies ever,
yes.
I think.
Past 10 years now. You guys are there late. Yes, Aaron, we are here late, and there is a reason. Tell us why we're here late tonight, Greg.
The reason is that tonight is the grand opening? No, it's the premiere. It is the premiere of their Vault 5421 escape room scenario.
Yes.
So what they have done is they've taken their bar, which is amazing. If you've never been to Vault 5421, you really owe it to yourself to stop in one of these days. And the bugs are really liking the spilled beer.
And half the headsets just went out as you banged on the table. No,
Sorry.
we're fine.
So they have turned their bar into an escape room, and it is unique. It is amazing. The puzzles are very challenging, and it's extremely themed. So if you're into video games, if you're into pop culture, if you're into movies, this is an experience that you will absolutely love. Oh, and if you love escape rooms, you'll like that too.
And we started a thread on Facebook, our little secret group, a couple of months back when they discussed that this was going to happen, and you jumped right on board right away. Tell us what you've done behind the scenes for this escape room.
Well, I was tapped to record the what is it called when the instructions, I guess is what it's called, is the briefing.
Okay.
So I came in here and I worked with a couple of the owners, and we put together what I think is a very, very cool experience that plays through. A little bit later, I'm going to be doing some of the promotional materials as well, and I'm looking forward to that.
Have you done any escape rooms here in town at all?
No, I haven't. I feel like I would get really, really frustrated because I consider myself a smart person, but a lot of times the puzzles for escape rooms are kind of tricky, and sometimes they're so easy that you're like trying to do something, you're trying to brute force it, and if you just would have done one little tiny silly thing or dumb thing, some 5-year-old comes in and solves it, and you're just like, ugh.
Sometimes you're playing against yourself. You're your own worst enemy in an escape room.
Sure,
Yeah.
and especially when there's a timer ticking down, and you're under stress to try and get something, to happen, and you just can't make it happen. So it's not that reason. It's because I don't have any friends.
Oh,
That's pretty much it.
a couple of things I do want to mention before eventually Todd's going to come join us. I want to say that I'm very disappointed. I was out of town for Gods and Monsters anniversary.
Yes.
Which was their 4th anniversary?
It was their 4th anniversary.
I was unable to be here. I was in Washington, D.C. on a school field trip, but I'd never missed an anniversary show before. Very, very sad. So we'll have to do it up even twice as big next year for anniversary number 5.
Well, that's a pretty big milestone, 5.
Yes, for a business, yes, in
Sure.
town. Absolutely. So I was not able to be here for the anniversary show. And
What we also recently missed was the
2-year
anniversary, the 2-year anniversary of Vault 5421.
if you can believe that already, 2 years, yes.
Right.
Where was I for that one? I was on vacation for that one. I was up north in Georgia. I was up in Big Canoe, Georgia.
Yeah.
So I missed that one as well. I'm very sorry. I hate to miss the anniversary events. I see, there's people behind us.
Oh.
People walking through.
Okay.
People that perhaps want to join the show or not make eye contact at all.
No.
But they are welcome to sit and join us at any time.
That's what
Hello.
I do
welcome.
when I go to see Blue Man Group. I just sink down in my seat and I'm like, no,
Don't call on me.
pick
Don't
me.
throw the marshmallow at
don't
me.
Pick me. Don't pick me. I just came here for the music. Entertain me, blue
So
people.
those were 2 big events. So that when I found out the premiere, we like to have. Yeah, you're cranked all the way up. As
No,
you
I'm
feel
good.
it's still
No, I'm
too
good.
low.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hate missing the big premiere events. It's always fun to go back and look at the first show here or at the old store, the first anniversary. What am I trying to say? The world premiere of Gods and Monsters. It's fun to go back and look at opening day. It's fun to look back at the anniversary shows because we'd always have lots of guests, and I feel bad that I wasn't able here to do that. So next year for 5th anniversary, big time here. So we'll have an anniversary for the store. We got anniversaries for the vault in the future.
Yes.
And who knows? Maybe we'll have an anniversary for the escape rooms. Do you see the escape room being something that will change over time, or like this will be it for like a year or so, and then you switch it up?
You know what? I had a beer. Excuse me.
Yeah. Fun fact: mosquitoes love beer apparently because
They
you spilled earlier.
Sure do.
Yeah.
They spent a good deal of time inventing the puzzles, refining them, testing them. It's interesting how an escape room kind of comes into being. You don't just say, "Hey, I got this great idea. Let's make a couple puzzles," and there we go. There's testing. There's beta. There are all kinds of
Trial and error
levels of yes, exactly, trial and error, because sometimes the puzzles are too hard. It's just there's no way people are going to get it. Sometimes they're so easy that people solve the things just so quickly that it's not fun.
That's the trickier probably thing. Sometimes you think, "Oh, this is too hard," and then you're like, "No, the really smart people will get it." But then when it's too easy, it's like, "Oh, back to the drawing board."
Yeah, you really got to skate that line, because if it's too easy, then there's no challenge to it. People are done in 15 minutes and they don't know what it doesn't feel like they got a value for their money. And if it's too hard, then they feel cheated because they don't get that satisfaction of solving any of the puzzles, and they just they go home sad because they feel dumb.
Gotcha.
So there is a very, very fine line that you have to skate in between that. That's enough of puzzle solving for people to be satisfied, and even hard enough so that they don't necessarily get it done on the first try, so they might come back and try it again.
So what was their point of reference here? Maybe they'll be able to answer these questions better, but what was their guideline? What was their blueprint for putting this together?
There is a gentleman, and I don't remember his name at the moment. I'm sure that Todd, when he comes later, he's going to explain everybody who was involved, but he is a designer of many escape rooms in the Orlando area and beyond, and he has a lot of experience both attending and solving these puzzles, but also creating unique experiences for many places around Orlando. And he came in and helped out the crew here, and He was pretty instrumental in getting this going.
Okay, excellent. And did you get to meet with him, or this was all?
I met with him extremely early when they were first coming up with some of the puzzles. I came to basically it was almost like an exploration meeting where we got a bunch of minds together and we talked about some of the puzzles that would happen and some of the ways that it could be solved. And I was actually okay about coming up with one of the solutions to one of the things. And
Okay,
I'm really,
that's good to hear.
Really happy about it.
If you're, I want to say contestant. If you're a contestant here in the escape room, how long do you think something like this is going to take this evening?
Well, they did an excellent idea here where they have two different versions of the game. If you are, let's say, an escape room aficionado, like you have a lot of experience in escape rooms, you have an opportunity to do it in a 45-minute timeline.
Okay.
If you're not so experienced with escape rooms and you're not so confident, they also have a 60-minute version of it. So, and that also comes with, inside the escape room, what you have is what they call a synth. And that is a helper in there who's also the bartender, I guess. Okay. And you're allowed to ask that synth a couple of questions. And I believe that you, depending on which level of 45 minutes or 60 minutes, you get a good feel of how good you are. And that synth will either give you more help or less help based on that.
Okay, so, and you can ask for help, or a certain period of time goes by and it's like, okay, here comes our clue.
One of the rules is, as I understand it, well, I made it. So you get three questions that you can ask the synth, and the synth will ask you or give you three clues to solving a couple of the puzzles in there. There's several puzzles in there. There's 8 or 10. I don't know how many actual puzzles are in there. So you have an opportunity to ask the synth for help 3 times. And again, depending on whether you've chosen the 45-minute or the 60-minute, that synth will either give you more help, less help, or whatever. They're part of the experience and they're paying attention. So if you're getting things super, super easy and then you just get stuck on something and you go to the synth and ask for something, they're not going to give you as much help as they would if you only have 15 minutes left and 6 more puzzles to do.
Gotcha.
So obviously they're gonna help you a little bit more in that situation.
A little housekeeping here. A couple of things. Darian, we see you back there, Darian. Some of our viewers have seen you and they said to say hello. I said, I see you back there, Darian. That was from Robbie. Robbie said to say hello to Darian. I see you back there. Also, Aaron wants to know, what is the best escape room you have done? Either one of you. I haven't done one before.
I have not done one.
When I worked at Fox 35, edited lots of videos of people going through them, the experiences, like when they sent the TV anchors out there.
Yes.
So I have not done any of them. This will be the first one that I've ever done.
I came here a couple of weeks ago and experienced a beta team going through it and trying to solve the puzzles, and that was really, really fun. I actually did, I guess, what the news teams does. I went around with a camera and I was watching them solve some of the problems. Solve some of the puzzles.
Yes,
and it was really, really interesting. Some of them they kind of guessed accidentally. Some of them they really worked through. Some of them they got wrong, and then they had to wait for the puzzle to reset and had to redo. And it was a really interesting dynamic to watch everybody play.
Excellent. We're discussing the escape rooms that we are familiar with. A quick message from Aaron. Aaron Barnhill says to say hello to Todd Fisher. Hello. Oh. Say hello again.
Hello, Aaron.
Better. Did you hear that? You can hear okay?
The dulcet tones?
Yes, and if you feel more comfortable holding that rather than sitting it on the table, or get a pop character, now available at Gods and Monsters.
But that covers my face.
There we go. Now available at Gods and Monsters. Oh, this is not a pop character. I shouldn't say pop character. This is a Mighty Mugs.
Mighty Mug.
Yes, Mighty Mugs. Are they trying to infringe on the pop? They're just trying to do their own thing?
They were early Funko opponents.
Oh, I see. Now, are they foamy? Are
they're
they
like no? They're about the same. They were
because the Stormtrooper looked squishy to me, like you could squeeze it.
Hasbro's answer to the vinyl toy boom.
Very good. Available at Gods and Monsters, $15, sure. Quite reasonable.
I've got probably 20 or so different ones, but and plus pops. Hey. You're not drinking anything tonight.
I got busy beforehand. I didn't get a chance to grab something.
I can get you a drink.
I am a fan of what you introduced us all to, which was the Orange Dream.
Ooh, let me see if I've got some.
Oh, you're the kindest. Now here's the part where the one podcaster gets left alone to talk to himself as the others walk off. Thank you to Todd Fisher. He's going to bring me one of the Orange Dreams, one of the sodas that they they offer here, or anything similar to it. Here comes Greg Bowen back to there. But in a moment here, we're going to have Todd sit with us. Oh.
What?
How do you say the name here?
Oopsie.
Oh, Dementia.
Dementia
Hello,
says
Demi. That's
AMSR Todd. That's when you get in real close and say, welcome to Gods and Monsters.
Hi.
Yes. Soothing Todd. Yes, this is Soothing Todd, says Aaron. Yes, Aaron.
Demi.
Aaron Barnhill says hello. Soothing Todd.
What's me?
And I see Todd Fisher. So
No,
far...
Whoa, that's creepy. Stop. No. That's not ASMR. That's creep.
Okay, so we've only been on for 10 minutes, and already 133 people have kind of clicked in and watched
nice,
already
cool.
and popped in.
Fantastic.
We've
Hello,
engaged
everyone.
with 12 people, and they are sending comments. So let me hit like to all these people. Like. I like your comment. I like you.
Aw.
I don't know
I'm
you, but I
watching
like
them-
you.
I like
watching
your
them just
face.
go
Okay.
blue there.
So it's a big night here, another big premiere at Gods and Monsters. This time the premiere is
Imagine
for
that.
The Escape Room.
Right.
What is the
Right.
official title of your escape room?
It's
and thank you, by the way, for this.
Escape Vault 5421. I know. Clever, right?
Yeah. And if you have ever played Borderlands, then that makes a lot of sense to you because the vault is the central thing that everybody's trying to get in Borderlands.
And thank you to Todd for bringing me one of the Orange Dreams, one of
Oh,
the
yeah, man.
craft sodas he introduced me to a couple of years ago. Orange Dream craft sodas. Greg, what were you drinking this
Sprecher's.
evening?
Well, I went back and tried to get another beer, but the bartender was MIA, so I'm going to go back there in another
Oh.
2 minutes,
Oh,
and
my.
we're going to figure that out
They're
again.
probably dead.
And then, but he said it in a soothing voice,
possible.
so
That's
it's
right.
actually okay. I don't
possible.
mind that.
It's
And what are you drinking? I can't see.
possible they're
Todd.
dead. I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
All right. There are at least 3 new Pepsis on the market, flavored Pepsis.
No kidding.
Pepsi Lime,
Pepsi Lime. Okay. very
Pepsi
good.
Mango,
Oh.
and
that might be
Pepsi
good.
Berry with
Okay.
a splash of blueberry, which
I
is
imagine-
which is so far my favorite. But I'm having the Pepsi Lime this evening.
See
I
the
imagine they
things?
got that idea from Coke because Coke started putting out all kinds of weird flavors too. So Aaron has asked, how long does it
Good.
take to reset the room once it's finished by the players?
There's I believe, a half-hour window at the end of the experience where the crew, while the gaming group is gets to sit at the bar and kind of talk over who's
Oh,
to blame
okay.
for screwing everything up, or who the MVP was.
Correct.
While they're doing that, there's a 30-minute window of time for them to both be at the bar and have the staff cleaning up and prepping for the following
Cleaning the blood off
and
the
then
floor
the
and such.
synth flushes them out
That's right.
through a
That's right.
disposal tube.
Depending on the choices you make, you are either ground into paste.
So it sounds like 30 minutes is about the time it takes to reset the puzzles.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes.
Yes.
30 minutes is a safe bet.
So the dream, the hope is that you're going to have not several, but a few per night
Tasty, by
teams
the way.
come through. Tonight, there's just the one.
Right. We did. We booked this one special tonight.
Correct.
Just for we wanted to do one to do it the first night, and this was the group.
And
So-
when everything starts ramping up, full time, what is the time? At what time do these experiences start?
I believe that they'll be earlier in the day, like midday.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
That's great for people with kids and people who
They're-
might have plans in the evening.
Any day that we're open, I think we are able to accommodate 2 or 3 games per day.
Fantastic.
And those will be on days where the bar isn't actively a bar.
That's so I was going to say,
Correct.
this is where
Yes.
this is a challenge for you now because they have to be days when the bar is not.
And I think that the days that the bar is open, I believe we do we can accommodate one experience before the bar opens.
Oh, okay.
Like in the earlier part of the afternoon, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, if you when you book on Bookio, the site that we're doing our
Bookio.
bookings of Bookio.
Spell
Isn't
that out.
cute?
Spell that out for us, just so I
believe
know.
it's BOOK. Is it EO for Bookio?
Link in the description.
Bookio. Yeah,
Don't
link
make
in the
me do that.
description.
There's going to be a link in the
EO.
description.
Son of a.
Bookio.
That's
made
work I
you
have
work.
to do now. All right, so we'll put Bookio and the link down below.
Okay, so yes, when you book on Bookio, you can choose that we have the different the times to choose.
Dementia
from,
says
so.
there should be a Orlando-themed escape room in Orlando
Great.
because that would
Here's
be great.
We'll have this, I think, linked
What's that?
Oh,
to
excellent.
the bottom.
That's
All right,
going
so
to
we
be
got a link
there you
to
go. 5
there's my
pixels
homework.
in the
Hey,
in the
that's like copy. I just handed you a copy.
This coupon is
Hey.
good for $5 off per ticket in your group for
Damn,
one
$5 off.
1.5
that's
hour
crazy.
escape vault. You're talking over the read. They call it the read. I'm
the
doing the
read,
commercial,
right.
and you're talking over the commercial. The sponsor's going to be pissed.
Well,
Man.
this is how Todd does business. He's just giving away the shop and talking over the read.
Right.
Let's read.
I'm a terrible businessman.
Here comes.
Bad at
Oh my
business.
gosh! Even Anna's going to sit with us. Let me turn the
man.
mic up.
Oh,
Holy
dear.
smokes!
All right.
Anna, what are you drinking?
What? Oh man, I forgot to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get yourself a drink.
Go get a drink. Or you can try this. Want to try that?
Greg, I'll turn your mic back
Hey,
on.
you already did. Thank
All
you.
right,
Very
all
good.
right. Let me read this while you get all settled in.
Yeah, please.
This coupon is good for $5 off per ticket in your group for one 1.5 hour Escape Vault 5421 experience.
Yeah.
Book with us at Gods and Monsters at 5421. Hey, I noticed a coincidence there. International Drive, Orlando, Florida, 32819. And of course, the phone number 407 270 6273. That's the Orlando Crossings Plaza. iRide Trolley Stop Red number 4. Once again, that's godsandmonsters.com/escape-vault 5421. And this is the opening night
And
for that.
That's right. Weird.
Well, no, we're very happy to see because I've been watching through the Facebook Messenger all the plotting and scheming that's been going on. I've just
Sure.
been taking a back seat and watching all the things you guys have been doing and trial and error and let's do this and let's
Your,
try that and let's have a meeting and
Your-
discuss.
Your buddy Greg had quite a bit to do with it.
He did, yes.
Yeah. No, he was very helpful. He's been very helpful throughout the process.
Let's see. I said Escape from Orlando themed escape room. Yes, somebody was suggesting. Is that what? How do you say the name again?
Escape from Orlando. Is that
Demi.
Yeah, just Demi.
Demi. I can remember
Demi.
Demi. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be a good escape. And then the final thing would be getting off of I-4, which is
Right.
impossible to do. Very, very impossible. Robbie and Lulu wants
Oh,
to
yeah,
know.
sure.
Do they, meaning
Do
you,
they,
do
me.
they sell X-rated toys? What? No.
Man, Robbie.
This is a family-friendly place here.
Robbie, you filthy little
I
sinker.
mean, there's a back room here, but that's a bar. But that's it when
No.
it comes to the back room. Remember the old
Saucy
days of
stuff.
the video stores, the back room, the barn doors.
right.
Those were the back room.
That's right.
Yes.
While we to answer your query, while we don't sell the erotic manga,
We don't discourage it.
right.
Well, isn't it true that
We don't kick it out of bed now.
if you try hard enough, anything is a sex toy?
That's right.
You've got some comments
That's
here
right,
that may
Greg.
be
Wise
suggestive.
words. Wise words from Greg Moan.
Demi. Thank you, Demi.
While we don't go out of our way to sell the erotic manga, a lot of people would say that our selection of the Japanese girl toys would probably be just as good or bad? Question mark?
Yes.
Or-
Good or bad?
I don't subscribe to it. I don't
How
know.
dare you lie like that on camera?
Wang books.
So-
I think of Wang.
Wang?
It
Yes.
is. I mean, because we are Facebook Live right now. It is straight up 10 p.m. at 11 or 11:15. Your first group is going to come in to
That's
premiere, to kick off, to launch.
That's right.
The escape room here. So
Yes.
maybe we'll get to talk to them before.
That would be
We
great.
would like to speak to them after, but we're spoiler free on this. We don't want
Right.
anybody. That would be horrible if they were to
Oh, man.
reveal anything.
What if it's terrible? What if
we
they
just-
have a terrible time?
Oh, well, they're going to
I
have
can't
to fake
imagine
it.
they will, though. They couldn't possibly have a bad time.
I hope not.
No way.
You know what? To be fair, our beta groups, and we've been asking them to be very blunt with us.
Because they need to be, yes.
While they have had suggestions for tweaks, they've been very supportive, and they seem to like what we're trying to do. So I'm hoping that transcends and
That's
is the norm
the whole
for
purpose
for
of the beta
folk.
groups, though, is to
Sure.
learn. Because when you guys make the puzzles and the references and stuff like that, it's like you already have the solutions in your mind, and you're just thinking like,
Right.
okay, a regular person would be probably good with this; they would understand.
Sure.
But you never really know until you get a bunch of beta groups to come through to witness if they can or not.
We also offer different levels of intensity. There are I think 3 levels that you can choose from. So like a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced mode.
We did go over that
Yeah.
briefly with
And
the
the
45
times
minute
are different.
and
Yes.
60 minute, yeah.
60-minute and 45-minute.
Correct.
And you definitely notice a difference between those two?
Yes, it's mostly with the interaction with the synth, the interactive character, the bartender that is part of the experience. It mostly gauges the interaction that they will have with you as far as clues,
Okay.
as far as interaction in general, I think.
All right, well, we're going to hop around a little bit. We're going
Yeah,
to
you
get back
are.
to the escape room later. One thing we definitely need to mention, because time is running out.
It is.
It is time to
my God.
vote. It is time to vote.
It
Tell
is
us about the time to vote.
You know what? We are. It's pretty cool. We are up for our 4th year as Best in Orlando as comic shop.
Well,
and
that's easy. You are best. So
well,
that's
thank you.
Yes.
I do appreciate it.
Deservedly so. You've
And-
won it 3 years in a row.
And 3 years in a row is nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
And
Do other comic book shops have an escape room in their themed bar?
in their themed bar.
You
Probably
mentioned-
not as many as you'd think.
I remember
Greg.
I remember you mentioning after the first
see.
win, it was like, you know what? It was great to have that first win. We're kind of new. We were recognized. That's great. But to win it that second time really means something.
It did.
And now to continue
Yeah.
is to say that you are a staple,
Staple.
in Central Florida that people
Central
can
Florida
rely
staple.
on.
We did. We did actually just get. There was a top 10 in. I don't know if it's been released yet, but it's a newcomer's guide from Orlando Weekly that places us as one of the top 10 shops.
Get out.
in Orlando,
That's
and I
fantastic.
couldn't believe it.
Excellent.
I thought that was great.
So let's remind people where to go to vote. And the 3
Yeah.
categories you are in for this year are...
well, let's see. We are. Ooh, let me get my card. I'll tell
Okay, he's going to go get his card. There are 3 categories this year that you need to go and vote for. You need to go to the Orlando Weekly website, which I'm going to guess is orlandoweekly.com. Here we go. Todd's got the list, and the nominees are...
All right, so nominees are first of all, it's orlandoweekly.com/vote.
Good.
Which I guess they'll probably put a link on.
You can do it from your phone, by the way. You don't even have to go to a computer.
Oh, yeah.
Do it from your phone.
Yeah, they want you to. I think you log
Name and password. Yeah, log in.
Name and password, and then I think they want you to vote for like half a dozen things. or
Yeah,
something.
and that's the reason and the reason they want you to do name and password is so that nobody is just
Correct. No-
flooding
no
it.
cheating.
No
Right.
cheating. So
No
that's
cheating.
very important.
I want to win fair and square.
Right. So make sure everyone you use
I
every
want a clean fight.
make sure everybody use every email address you've got.
This year, we are up for. We're nominated for 3 things, 3 different categories.
Let's build up to it. So
Okay,
let's start
okay.
out and build up to all right. Category.
Okay.
The category number 1 that you want to mention that you were nominated for.
Category number 1 is the top one or the one I'm.
You know what? This isn't fair to say because I don't want
Right,
to. Right.
right.
In no particular
in
order.
No particular
particular
order.
Here we go.
Let's see. Best kept secret.
Yes. Best kept secret.
This is under local color. Best kept secret. Vault 5421.
Okay.
The bar.
That makes a lot of sense because first of
Damn.
all, the shop is kind of situated in an alcove of a shopping center.
Right.
Yes.
That you wouldn't necessarily drive by and say, "Oh, look, there must be a comic shop in there."
We've
Right.
often stated that the biggest challenge of the new location. I say new. We've been here 2.5 years.
Right.
That the biggest challenge has always been visibility.
Sure, yeah.
Even with the huge opening and the 2 years that we spent at the other space, there are still people that walk in and be like, "Hey, where'd you guys come from?" And I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
man,
And then also repeat
I'm
customers.
clearly doing my job, right?"
I remember you
Absolutely.
one time saying on our show that somebody came in here and said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you left. I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
after you left the other place and you kept going and you were like, I will kill you."
Yeah. What is it? I can't believe you finally reopened. I'm like, I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Yes.
So
Best kept secret.
that was best kept secret.
Kept secret. So yes, that's for the Vault 5421.
Excellent.
And again, if you have never been to Vault 5421, you owe it to yourself to at least walk in the place and spend 10 minutes looking around.
It's pretty neat.
I guarantee you won't see everything that there is to see in an hour.
There's a ton of stuff.
Scoot a little to your right, Greg. My OCD is kicking in, and your left ear is getting cut off. Okay,
Yikes.
very good. Please
Vincent
continue.
Van-
Category
Vincent
number
Van Greg.
2.
You're Van Goghing yourself.
I am.
Van Greg.
Van Gogh? Is it
There
Van
we
Gogh?
go.
Are
Now
we
he's in
Van
the shot.
Goghing? Second, and this is one I'm kind of I'm particularly excited about, is our bartender Jen Belak. Yeah,
Jen, nominated. Yes.
Jenny loves it. Jen. Jen is up for best bartender again. She's actually been nominated a few times with us.
Yes.
And I guess her chief rival these last couple of years, the girl who has taken it in the end.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Wait
what?
a minute.
That's hey.
Hello.
That's poor wording. Are we still doing phrasing? The girl who has been her chief rival the last few years, the one who has taken it,
Yes.
In the rear.
Dead.
is not
Oh,
in the running.
Not
this
in the
year.
running.
Okay.
Not in the
well,
running.
I guess she's moved on to bigger and better.
Maybe.
This is good for Jen
she
because
probably leveraged her 2 wins of Orlando Weekly's
That's what
best
it is.
of.
And went out to Vegas.
and that's
went out
it.
to Vegas
That's
and
it.
say,
And yes.
I am a 2-year running
Yeah.
winner
Yeah.
of best bartender
Yeah.
of Orlando Weekly.
That's right. That's what.
Okay.
That's
That's
great.
what's happened.
I don't know how many bartenders have been nominated multiple times. So
I
good
can't,
for Jen.
I can't imagine a bartender who puts more effort into theming than Jen.
Oh, absolutely.
Jen, yeah.
Absolutely.
She's a.
She is part of the bar.
She's a tower of a person.
Yes.
She's a tower.
She's very
tall
true.
bartender.
She's
very.
tall.
She's very. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. I was trying to find an exotic way of saying she's very tall.
So once again, congratulations to Jen
Yes.
on another nomination,
Mu-
another year.
That would be
Good for
under,
you, Jen.
under music and nightlife. That was best bartender.
Oh, the
Jen
category.
Bielak.
Thank you.
Yes,
Music and nightlife
Music and
category.
nightlife. Best bartender. Jen Bielak.
right,
Vault
okay.
5421.
and your
finally,
third and final nomination for the year.
The final nomination is, of course, under goods and services, best comic shop.
Yes,
Because
Best
it is.
comic
Gods.
shop once again.
Because
And
it
monsters. Yeah, it's you know what? I'm always humbled when I hear that we're nominated again, and and of course I want it. Of course I want to. I want the notoriety, the little bit of notoriety that
Don't
goes.
you
with
dare say it's just an honor to be nominated.
it.
Don't you dare
I would
say
never.
That's loser
I would
talk.
never, sir. That's
That's expecting the loss.
No, that's a Homer Simpson quote, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, something about, it's just an honor to be nominated. And he's like, oh, that's loser talk.
Okay. That show's still going.
Yes.
you know what? It means a lot to me that people take the time to nominate us, and because we don't nominate ourselves,
Right.
We have to get nominated and then get voted on. So I mean, it's a long process of me being humbled, I guess. Like everybody kind of showing their love, which I think is great.
It's well deserved.
Thank you.
It's very well
Thank you.
deserved because this is the finest.
we work pretty hard to try to do
People
it.
need to know about this place.
Yes.
And one of those great ways is keep winning.
Right,
Orlando's best.
Yeah.
It is nice to see you in a category where they're putting you above all the rest. But then for me, and I have no attachment, I have no dog in this hunt, when I see Best Kept Secret, it
Yes.
stings a little
It
bit.
does.
Like,
Isn't
son of
it
a
weird?
bitch.
Still.
You keep
And
winning
we-
best comic shop, but then you're also nominated for best secret.
We
How does-
get
how
we
is-
get Best Kept Secret. We get nominated for Best Kept Secret every year, and I
do
don't
you
think
win it?
I don't think we've won it
Okay,
yet.
maybe that's a good thing that you don't win it
That
because
might
you're
be a
not the
good
Best
thing. Yeah,
Kept
yeah.
Secret.
Right. I got
Okay.
I am
you're
one
not
of
a secret
5
anymore.
Best Kept Secrets.
Right,
not a
right.
secret.
Maybe we need to get. If you've been following this in the news with John Morgan with the bar that reopened.
John? Oh yeah.
John
yeah.
Morgan.
Wally's. Yeah,
Wally's.
Wally's.
John Morgan really wanted Wally's to come back and come back strong. You need to make an adjustment.
and come back, as I recall, as
as
well,
it was,
as it
right.
was.
And then it came back and it was all updated and cleaned up in
Right.
21st century. And now he's admitted,
Hipstered.
I don't like it. I won't be going there anymore.
I believe hipstered
well,
was. The
How do
word.
we get John Morgan to the vault?
That's one less DUI he'll get.
Man.
Right. Oh, okay. No, that's the other guy. That's Dan Newland. Okay.
No, he got a DUI.
Oh, I don't recall.
It was like
that.
7 years ago.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a long time ago. But yeah, he's against it, and that means maybe we should get John Morgan here
That'd be great.
for the vault.
I've never met John. My
Is he a nerd? Does he read comic books?
Our lawyer Suzanne, I think, has met him several times. She's being
Our
a lawyer
Suzanne.
herself.
Okay. All right. She knows. He seems like a nice fella.
Yeah.
What's going on? The microphone. Yeah. Don't put it in the spot where you spilled the beer.
Don't do that.
I was asking you to turn it down without saying it on the microphone.
And that one would be number 1.
Yep.
Okay, it's down.
Ta-da.
Now Anna went to go get a drink, and she never
It's
came
just-
back.
Well,
and that was the last time we
that's
ever
a
saw
classic
her.
Anna move.
She may have made the mistake
You know what I heard?
of wandering into the vault.
Oh.
I heard.
Ba-ba-ba.
I heard she runs this place.
She
So
like a goddamn shadow government.
Todd's just the mouthpiece.
She, you know what?
Todd works with the people. He's
here's the
down
thing.
in the dirt.
For the people.
He's-
See, I brought it
need
back to John Morgan.
Right. I
all
need
the way
to.
around.
I need to wax my gal's car a little bit here. My wife.
What?
Oh,
Code for
what?
something.
My wife does so much to keep this place going. She is absolutely 100% the power and the magic behind this place.
To the
Yeah,
brink
you-
of exhaustion from what I see on her Facebook page sometimes.
Yes.
She too much to the detriment of her body and her mind. She puts everything into what she does here, and it really does take a toll on her. She loves this place, but
Yes.
it's kind of hard to love it sometimes because it's really, really, really frustrating sometimes. It's a business, you know.
yeah, well-
It's not running a business. It's now running 3 three
True.
separate businesses
Vault, the
that
escape
just
room.
happen to be under the same roof. And it's really all her. Like she's doing all the work. I'm just out here slinging comics. You know what I mean?
Now she's running a third business.
I'm
and
just happy to be nominated.
She's running a third
out.
business now, and I'm going to guess she didn't get promoted. She didn't get a bonus or a bump or a raise. She
I
didn't
don't
go
know
to
if
her.
she can get promoted.
Yeah.
She is as high as it gets.
Here she is. She's coming back now. She heard us talking about her.
Oh wait. Oh, I see.
Back up. One is
it
back
took
up,
her a
Greg.
while. It took her a while because she needed.
Oh, she mixed the drink
she needed
herself,
a
or
mixed
what
drink.
happened?
It's one of our new ones. It's going
That's
on
your mic.
the
What's going?
revised
Oh, I was.
menus.
Am I talking in the wrong?
Yeah, does that happen?
I don't know what's going on.
All right, now-
I was just talking about how incredible your workload
You got some
is.
space on
He
that, Greg, if you want
he
to
was
scoot
doing
over.
the right thing.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
okay.
heck?
That's your mic, Greg. Let me turn it up louder for a second. Tell
feel-
me.
All I'm thinking is I feel sure she's going to watch this later. I should probably say something nice. Oh, there. See, it's fun, right? Yes. Hi.
This one, yeah, the gain's up here. You want me to adjust that? We're going to just do a little adjustment on Greg's microphone. But Anna, thanks for joining us. We've been talking about the escape room. And what time will we be receiving your guests this evening for the escape room?
They're going to check in at 11 p.m.
All right, 11. Yep. Greg, how's that sound?
I don't know. Better? Yeah. Good.
Oh, that
better.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dare I ask, Anna, what are you drinking?
Okay.
Oh, excellent
So
question.
It's out of the
this-
skulls of her enemies.
we redo the themed cocktails every once in a while. This
Yeah.
time I wanted each of the bartenders to come up with one, and I came up with one.
Yeah.
And,
And which one is this?
this is a claptrap.
That
Oh.
is great.
Claptrap.
which
Excellent name.
is a turmeric margarita.
Yep.
Greg, you scooted over too far. You're off camera.
Claptrap
So-
sound. This claptrap sounds dirty.
Nobody needs to see me.
Delicious. Because it's not overly sweet, but it's not
Claptrap sounds
too
dirty.
sour either. It's
All right.
perfect.
Real quick, we're going to work as a team here. Todd, you can scoot a little to your right. Anna as well, just a little to your right, not too much.
We're
I'm
gonna
trying
get
to
cozy
Greg.
here.
I'm going to get Greg back on camera because
All
we've
right.
lost him here, as you can see.
I'm back.
And now I'm going to
Poor
wait for
Greg.
that 10-second delay,
Hi,
and then
Greg.
suddenly Greg will pop back on. Okay, so you have a group of how many tonight?
Have fun casting.
Thank you. How many this evening?
Five
did you
have
say?
booked already, and
Okay.
they said 2 might meet here and
Oh.
pay to join
Anna, you're
in.
very popular. Aaron and Robbie both say hello to you.
Oh yes,
Hey.
Facebook Live.
Hey,
Facebook
everybody.
Live.
It's Anna.
I wonder where they're from. I had somebody here from Scotland earlier saying, coming from Scotland to see you guys soon.
Yay!
Aaron has been a member of the GNM family since the beginning. He was a subscriber of mine at my previous location, and we made friends there. And no, he's big in the droid building community.
Oh.
He's always he's the first to help. Like he's always one of the first to jump in and
That drink
and,
smells delicious.
What?
I'm sorry to
There,
no,
get
no,
in
no.
there.
I'm, so- I'm,
Get in
I'm,
there.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
I'm trying to quit turmeric.
Has he brought any of his droids to any of?
He has, yeah.
Okay,
No, he has
that
a.
sounds
he has
familiar.
A, hold
Look, she's
on,
trying
hold
to
on
get
a
everybody
Look,
drunk.
she's- Listen to her, Jesus.
Try my drink.
Okay.
Would you care to?
No,
say
please,
no?
please go ahead.
Oh man.
Don't
The orange
don't
dream
drink
is-
in
yes.
cast.
I'm a beer and a half
that is
in.
tasty, though.
I can't get too silly.
No, Aaron has his own full scale RC R2D2 and that he takes to shows and events and
I bet I've seen him at
we've heard
Celebration
from-
before.
we've
you've
heard of him
probably
before.
if you've seen an R2 unit here, it was probably Aaron.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, Aaron's great.
So
He's
yeah,
awesome.
Aaron's watching
Hello,
us
Aaron.
from home. Robbie's watching from home, and then I can't scroll past the last 5 for some reason. Maybe you can,
bummer.
Greg. But we've got many people. We've got 24 comments already. People are just coming in.
Robbie and
just to say
Anna
hello.
used to date. They dated for about 6. Robbie, Robbie. No.
Wait.
Oh,
what?
that's your mother. I'm sorry. Robbie Lulu is your mother.
And the podcast has taken a turn.
Talking about.
Things just got
Oh, I
weird.
didn't realize my mom was on.
Hi, Robbie.
Mother, stop causing problems.
All right, so Anna, tell
She's a
us.
troublemaker. You gotta watch out for her.
Tell us who in your group here decided to come up with the idea of, hey, let's do an escape room.
Wait, hold on. Let's rephrase that.
Sell the
baby,
sizzle.
baby, who are you
Selling
gonna
the
blame?
sizzle.
Okay, it
Who are
was-
you gonna
it was
blame
the
for this?
biggest sadomasochist yet, apparently.
That's right.
It was the person who just got her hours down to
I've
about
never-
65 a week.
I've never been more
Decided to
tired.
start
We
another
should do
business.
another business.
All right then. Okay.
My back hurts so much.
I have brain-
What else can we do?
You know what? On Wednesdays, there's not a whole lot going on. What can I do to jam up all 7 days?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Insomnia and a
Okay.
No, I just thought.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just
calculable
thought-
anxiety, and yet
Stop. Besides all that.
Aaron says he.
my life is empty somehow.
No, on the
Go ahead.
positive, I
Aaron said he was
figured
gonna bring a droid.
We had this cool,
yeah.
fully shaped or fully themed.
Did you say
Fallout
fully shaved?
Shaped.
Fully
Okay,
shaped.
thank you.
Fully
shaped,
shaped.
fully themed.
That's right.
Fallout shelter. Put some
Yeah.
updates. So why not do a really cool themed escape room in there? Because we're only operating the bar Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Gotcha.
So
I imagine in that early stage when you say, why not make an escape room? It sounds like a lovely idea.
it was honestly, it was super fun getting to be creative
Yeah. Oh,
again,
yes.
which
Yeah.
I miss
Sure.
dearly. I miss being an artist.
I think I would-
And so that part was fun.
Okay.
When it got back to the puzzles have all been created. We've essentially fleshed this thing out with all the creative bits. Now I gotta do all this
Crap.
Right.
Now we got to do
admin
business
stuff,
stuff.
Yeah.
on top of all my other admin stuff. So that part's not as fun.
Aw.
But and
It'll
it's been
all be
very
worth it,
stressful.
I hope.
It's been very stressful.
Hopefully, it'll all be worth
but,
it.
Yeah.
When you get
But it's
positive
cool.
feedback,
But
though.
it's cool.
Sure. Oh my gosh, it's
all
so
the
so cool.
beta groups were super excited. They had
Yes.
so much fun.
No,
So,
and special thanks to the beta groups that have helped us out. If any of you are watching,
'cause we got
thank you.
so much excellent feedback
Yes.
that we were able to tweak everything.
And things
to
that
a
actually
very
did shape how,
user-friendly experience.
and a lot of those early beta tests did actually shape the final product. Like it did, like we were able to, what would you call it? Refine the narrative, fine tune, shape. Yes.
Now earlier Art was
Shape it.
asking me about if you had any help doing this, and I couldn't remember the gentleman's name.
Yeah, we brought in someone to help consult. He is
I just
an
want to bend her
escape
mic down
room-
so we're not. Just bend it down a little.
He's
There we
an
go.
escape room
Aficionado.
consultant.
Oh, okay.
Consultant, yeah.
Or designer essentially. So he acted heavily like more of our cheerleader because everyone kind of came together and brainstormed together, which
Sure.
he's not used to. He's used to designing them completely.
He's used to being the
himself for
creative
other
guy in the
people.
room.
Okay.
He steered the ship, though.
But
Yeah.
he definitely steered the ship and what would work for an escape room and what wouldn't and that kind of thing. And,
No, Matt was
and
very helpful.
and what
Yeah,
kind of
let's throw
what
out his
kind of
name
locks
because
we
that's
need.
the only thing I couldn't remember was his
Was
name.
Matt's name? Yes.
Matt.
Matt's the escape room guy.
Well,
All right, Matt, the escape room guy.
all right. So I know
Matt the
Matt's-
badass.
I know how much
I'm
free
blanking
time.
on the last name, but it starts with an M.
Matt.
I know how much free time you have, Anna, so I have a question here from John Falk. He says, we used to go to your site here in Orlando, but recently moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
You all have another spot up here. So are you interested in branching out and opening up a store in Atlanta in your free time?
Sure,
Well, okay.
no problem.
We actually.
You
it's
ready for
funny.
a fourth, baby? You ready for a fourth one already?
No, we're tentatively looking at if things line up for my mother to move. Robbie,
Robbie.
we're looking at you, Robbie.
This is all on you, Robbie.
She's looking to potentially relocate where one of my brothers lives in San Diego area,
Oh,
like
wow. Sure.
Escondido,
Yep.
because she has to have animals. She has a ranch out in Osteen with miniatures exclusively. So it's
Like
a,
miniature giraffe
yeah,
or
her
something.
little miniature.
Hey,
ranch.
Robbie, did you ever think
They're
we'd be talking about you on a
miniature,
podcast?
Not giraffes, but miniature, tiny 6-inch chickens and little.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
a thing?
crazy. Yeah.
And
yeah.
teasup pigs, not potbelly pigs. Like
What is a
teacup
teacup
Also,
pig?
pigs.
Hold on,
also
hold on.
tiny people,
Time
tiny
out.
folk.
No, and then
Downsizing. I have heard there is no such thing as teacup pigs, and that they all
No.
grow up to be
No,
giant
they
fat
will
pigs.
all grow bigger than they're supposed to if you feed them too much. But the
Yes.
teacup pigs are way smaller than the.
I thought they
potbelly
were just
pigs.
runts of pig litters.
No,
and,
they're bred
all right.
small.
Okay,
They're
well,
like tiny.
You know what? You
All
know
right
what
then.
we need.
a teacup.
Robbie says, now I'm famous.
No.
We need.
You need a Gods and Monsters teacup pig.
We
It's
need.
Poco Rio Ranchito.
Oh,
What is that?
I'm terribly saying it terrible.
It's
Poco
it's the drink.
Rio Ranchito.
Robbie's like, you're
Ranchito.
fucking it up. What are you doing?
Is San Diego one of the places that
My
Comic Con is?
Spanish is off.
Is San Diego host a Comic Con? I can't
It
remember.
is San
Okay,
Diego.
well, that
San
would be-
Diego
It
is.
would
That
be,
would be a pretty
very
cool location.
Kind of
good
the Super Bowl
area.
of Comic-Cons.
just outside of
Yes,
San Diego.
San Diego
Not-
Comic-Con
Not
is-
that we would want to be.
Come
right
in, welcome.
San
Come to the store.
Diego,
People are
but-
hesitant to walk in the door. Come in.
I don't
Well,
know.
we got 4 people on mics staring them.
We're
down
We're,
when they
very,
walk
we're
in the
terribly
store.
intimidated.
We got a quick
Might
hello
be.
here from
like
Kristen
might be
Lewis. Says hello to
homeless.
Todd and
Hey,
Anna.
Hi.
Kristen, how
Watching
are you?
us live right now. And then
Nice.
John Falk also saying,
Hello.
we miss you all.
Oh, we miss you too.
And Robbie says that now I'm famous. Yes.
Yes.
Aaron says, I'm glad my wife isn't listening. She will want one of those teacup
jeez.
pigs.
Oh,
No.
man.
They're not.
well, they're a
They
lot
just
of
all
work.
grow up
Well,
into big fat pigs. You don't want one.
We're liquidating. All pigs must
Let's go.
She's got a lot of the little goats,
Yeah.
tiny goats.
We can't take them with us.
Are those the one you
Fun
scare and
She
they all
has-
stiffen up and they fall over?
She had those for a while.
Those are great.
Those are fun.
You could get some tiny goats and just get them in there with your cat population in your
it
house.
Make
Who
me
would
feel
know?
really bad when I'd be like, and they just look like they were having a heart attack and fall over.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The seizure goats.
Oh, great videos of those.
Following,
Yes.
following your Facebook, I see that
That's
often,
Robbie's life.
Often you get trapped in your bed because your cats are on top of you
Yes.
and you
That's-
can't move.
Every time I work from home, they're
Yes.
immediate.
Because
It's
the
like
cats know you
the
leave for days at a
entire
time to come here.
time.
Hey, Carlos
they
has
pin
just
me
checked
down,
in.
all like
Carlos
3
Nieto.
or 4 or 5 of them sometimes.
Hello, Carlos.
Hi,
friend
Carlos.
of Carlos Nieto,
Carlos.
friend of Gods and Monsters, and Greg and I from many years ago.
Welcome, Carlos.
Another lifetime ago.
Yes, yes. So, once again, it is 10:22. We're going to have guests arriving at 11 or so to try the escape room for the
Yes.
very first time.
Hell yeah.
Your goal now is to do the escape room how many days per week?
What do you think?
As many
Okay.
as they book.
Right now, initially, we put up slot times for 6 days of the week. And that may change just because of
Maybe to 7.
practicality. No. I'm thinking less, not more. But
We're gonna see how the initial
we're gonna
months
see
of
how-
booking goes.
'cause it's tricky because we're not an escape room business. It's more of an experience that we've added on to what we already offer.
Right.
And
Yeah, you guys are still learning.
because
Carlos.
we're
Sure.
not a full-time experience or escape room, we don't have staff full-time for walk-ins like a lot of the others do.
Funny story.
So they have
We-
to book 48 hours in advance at least.
Yeah, we owned an escape room before either of us had ever done one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
True story. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Interesting.
this will be a great
We-
idea.
we-
I've never done one, but I
we
want to
we
make one.
we did one. we did our first one together as a group with the rest of the staff.
Almost
Yeah,
when we were,
it was
after
called the
we were
Artigan.
done with the
when we were
puzzles.
when we were finishing up our own, we were just like, we should probably do one just to see what other people.
Just to
do
see.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So, I think that helped a little bit with the process as far as because we all I think had our own kind of ideas as to what was expected, like what came with an escape room, like preconceptions, I guess.
Yeah, the only
And
one in
with-
the group who had done one before was Josh. Everyone
Yeah.
else was new to it.
Man,
so-
and Kira killed it.
Yeah.
Man, she was on our team,
Kira's great.
one of our bartenders, and she was like the freaking MVP,
Yeah, she's
dude.
going to be
She-
the main host, the main set host for
Yeah.
most of the sessions.
oh, really?
Josh is going to be Saturdays, and then Calvin will be the late night slot on Wednesdays.
And will Calvin wear his weird glasses that glow? Is
I
that
don't know.
no?
to
Calvin, I don't think Calvin. I don't know. We're trying to get everyone. Josh has this really cool synth chip that lights up. That he
He's been
wears on
chipped?
his
Okay.
Forehead.
He's been tagged.
and
I know
around
the
his
Swedes are doing
temple.
that now. I
that's
think.
right. That's right.
So we want to get them for everybody.
I believe you have had some experience. Your first escape room was called
Artigan.
the Artigan, and the goal was to get out before they cut the power off and told you to leave.
See, we did really well on that one.
did.
I
You
thought.
got
I thought
out.
we did a
We
really
got
good
out at-
time.
We
did.
literally got out at midnight when
did.
they were asking.
That's
for
right.
the keys.
Not everyone survived, but you guys got out.
Right.
It was
that's
a
right.
1 week game, and you got out.
You got out.
You won.
Oh man, that was
We got some other messages
Terrible.
here. This
yeah.
one is from Robane Erlandson. Hello, me and my
You couldn't
girlfriend
possibly have
will
said that
come
correctly.
by on Friday for the bar event. We learn you all some Swedish.
Oh man.
So that's Robane, Robban.
Robane.
I
Erlandson.
Hello, Robane.
I want to move to Sweden.
What event do we have?
It's cold, but
Friday?
I don't care. I
I
think
think we only
Scandinavia
have
is the place for me.
Triple D on Friday. Right?
We could do if they're Swedes, we could do the if there's Swedes, we could do
Our events mainly on
John Carpenter's The
Saturdays,
Thing.
usually.
Remember the Swedes, the Swedish guys? Yeah,
Mhm.
they're the
Or if you
The-
really,
the
really want to
other-
piss people off, is just do the prequel to it, and that's awful.
right. That's yeah.
Don't do
Yay! Don't do that.
that. Don't do that. Stay with the John Carpenter.
All right, so
Wait,
once
isn't Sweden the happiest country?
yes.
Yes, all those
Yeah,
Scandinavian
I'm
countries are happy,
fascinated.
super happy.
I really want to study their lifestyle.
Is it the weather, the climate? I mean, what is it
made
exactly?
our
not.
Gods and
It's
monsters
freezing
in
cold up there.
Sweden when
Low
we-
population.
That's
This
the
is-
goal, the end goal.
This is the we're playing the long game at this point. Playing the long game.
I want to be in the happiest country in
Oh,
the
it.
world.
I was in the car today, and at one point the car said it was 103 degrees.
That's insane.
I know. What
I don't
are
think
we
they
doing?
make. I don't think temperature goes that high.
So I just recently,
I think that's a lie.
just this Sunday and Monday, I did a film shoot, and our call times were 6 a.m. because we did not want to work past 1 p.m.
Right.
And good thing too, because it got stupid hot, like stupid hot. At least
are we here?
110 degrees inside the shack that we were shooting in.
Why do we live?
Well,
here?
My wife
True
says that all the time.
story.
Why do we live here?
Nobody really moved
'Cause it's really
to
cheap.
Florida full time until AC was invented.
True. 100 years ago.
Yeah. Once we came up with AC, it was like, oh, I know,
Yep.
this will be a good idea. Let's
You're
go
right.
to this small plan.
It's all burning.
So, other than the escape room, you got any other events you want to mention that are coming up in the next week or two?
What
or
else you got going?
We always
Ooh.
have events every
Tell them
week.
about the one you were writing up earlier.
Okay,
That's
today I finished the event page for the.
what?
Okay, there's all the memes going around. Everybody's heard of it now. The Storm
That's
Area 51.
That's
Sure.
right.
So,
Oh, yes.
Vanessa was like, "That's my Friday. Can we do a cool event?" And I was like, "I would want to. Let's do a fundraiser." So we're doing an IRC fundraiser, International Refugee.
There it is.
Very good.
It's to benefit the refugees. Yeah.
That's very kind.
So, part of the proceeds of the bar from that night, from that party, will go to that charity.
I
And
believe.
to help immigrant families reunite and survive.
Do you
That's
have
very
any
kind.
connection
That's
to
very-
the video games out front here? Because there is
Yeah.
an Area 51 video game out there.
That's true.
I wonder if there's an opportunity for you to hook up with whoever rents you these games to say, okay, on this day, whatever
Like
that
that one's free
machine,
play.
whatever that machine brings in, that gets dumped
oh,
into
yeah,
that's-
that gets
that's a good
dumped
idea.
into our
That's
our,
cool.
our event.
Yeah. No, that'd be easy enough
That's
to do.
neat, too.
Sure.
You guys are good thinkers. You're
Yeah.
very, very good.
But no, so we finished the event page, and that's September 20th, that Friday that everyone's storming, that everyone's getting shot down at the
That's right.
Area 51
This is not going to
compound.
happen.
I hope there's cameras rolling somewhere. C-SPAN, somebody, can they be there just with cameras
We'll
on?
be safe in our bunker, enjoying tasty beverages, and we're getting Defense Mechanism,
right.
who is incredible. She actually did some of the scenic in the bar with her fiance, Phil, and she does amazing,
Oh, yeah.
full-on costume,
Super elaborate
performance
costumes
art,
and yeah, really neat.
dance performances. She gets booked for EDC. She does a lot of the EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, their stage costumes.
Mm-hmm.
So all those chicks in these elaborate, crazy,
Like
amazing
Vegas style.
style costumes
really neat.
on stilts. Those are all her creations.
Yeah, that's all
Fancy.
her
So
stuff.
she's amazing. And she's just a walking piece of art. So she has this badass alien costume. Like, it's stellar, scary. But she's going to dance in the cage as an alien for our Area 51 party.
Yeah,
Oh, very good.
It was either going to be an Area 51 party or a sexual harassment one. And
Why not both?
Thank goodness, good taste prevailed.
Will you be showing Earth
This is why
Girls Are
Todd
Easy
doesn't come
on
up with
the
the themes, by
on
the
the
way.
thing in the
Well, it seems to be the trend in Washington right now. So
Speaking of in good taste, I happened to be flipping channels a few weeks ago and
Yeah.
saw Gods and Monsters on Fox 35 on Good Day
yeah.
Orlando.
Hey.
David Martin came.
that
in.
was
Yes.
weird.
I got a text from him like a couple of days before, say like, "Hey, what's going on with what's his vault 542?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't know what this is?" He says periodically they get emails from people saying, "Hey, you should check this out. Hey, you should check this out." So apparently, he said they'd been getting enough of those. They said we need to go check this out.
cool.
So
Oh, that's
they were here at
cool.
Vault 5421 on the morning show live with somebody in the cage. Come to think of it,
Because David had come out for our grand
opening.
Yeah.
Yes, he had.
Yeah, so we had met David before.
Yeah, that was actually
Didn't
Kira.
you do some-
Kira was in the cage. for
Didn't you
that.
do some off-camera discussion with him about escape rooms and?
Yeah, well, he talked to me before he set up the interview. Would you be cool with us coming out and da 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 da? And then when I said, yeah, that would be great. I'd love to be able to mention the new escape room. And he was like, wait, escape room?
Yes.
Go
'Cause
back.
I guess he's buddies with Joey Fatone's
Fatone, yes.
brother.
He's his neighbor, yes.
They're like besties or something. And so Joey Fatone, his brother, his sister, all the like their spouses, they're all part of this with David Martin escape room enthusiast little group that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So they try and hit all the escape rooms in the area in their free times.
Of which
together.
there are 90
So they were one of our beta groups.
91.
in Central Florida alone. I think they said that we were the 90th escape escape room
Something like
experience.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, there's even escape rooms at the Oviedo Mall now.
Well,
inside
it's
the-
crazy.
Wait,
I love
the
it.
Oviedo
and we're
Mall.
not,
That's
you
still
know,
around.
we're not
Yep.
a traditional escape room.
Right.
We're
Not at
more
all.
of an escape
Unique.
experience.
She keeps
Yeah.
correcting everyone. It's
Because
an escape
If
experience.
you're looking for a strictly escape room format, that's not what we are. It's an hour and a half long experience that has theatrical elements. That has
That's right.
It has the escape puzzle portion, but it also has
An active bar.
and time
Yeah, I was
to
gonna ask.
socialize and go over everything that you did during your time in there.
Do
and
other
play
escape rooms
games after?
have an interactive portion of it where they have like a helper or something like that?
Apparently, most of them are watched from a separate room.
Oh, okay.
So they're
they-
locked. They're not locked, but you can't by law lock them in. But
But they
they're
might talk to you through a speaker or something
fake
like that.
locked in
Correct.
the room.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
like what was that cartoon show about the Drawn Together?
Oh,
Remember Drawn
yeah.
Together, they had the speaker man.
That's right.
That's would always talk to them.
Yeah,
I
they
forgot.
that was the when we did our escape room. We would push a button and they would, we would ask the question
And
they
they
would.
prompt on the screen.
Boring.
We only used one clue for
Yeah,
ours.
we used one clue. We were told we used 3
'cause
when
you're
we
smart.
finished.
Emails, like what?
Liars.
We only used one because we had Kira.
Now,
Yeah, no way, dude.
When this was in development,
Kira was like ba 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 ba.
when you were putting your idea together in development, did you visit any of the escape rooms in town?
Just
Just that one,
just the
yeah.
one. We did it, and it was right near the end of the process of us putting ours together. We figured that we needed to do one, and we did. Which one did we do?
Escapology.
Escapology.
Had a Groupon or something. Because it was for a party of 6, and we were 6 of us.
Sure.
So I was like, okay.
Were you
let's do it.
successful?
No, we did do it.
With
yeah, we
one
we
clue
finished
only.
it. Yeah, with one clue, despite reports to the contrary. Yes,
So,
we
Off
made
topic, but on topic for Gods and Monsters. I'm noticing this new display of Okie Dokie Dice.
Hey,
is
how
that
about
a new?
How about that?
Is that a new thing that Gods and Monsters offers?
So for quite a while, we pretty much exclusively carried ChessX brand dice.
Some of the metal brand dice, but
And we recently went to a retailer convention that showcased a lot of new product from a lot of companies, and basically they spend the weekend trying to sell you on stuff. And I was immediately drawn to they were using those displays in their setup, and I was like, how do I get a display? And they were just like, oh well,
we are a
yeah.
3-time winning Orlando's
Yes.
best.
I don't know if you've heard of me. No.
Don't you know who I am?
Do you know who I
basically
am?
just
Don't you
had
know
to
who I
order
am?
about $2,000 retail
Yeah.
worth of dice.
With the dice, and then
to
they
get
give
the
it to you.
display sent, and
Wow.
you had to sign a contract that you wouldn't put other people's
Right,
dice
you
on,
know,
of
you
course,
gotta,
blah, blah,
you
blah,
know.
and keep it 80%
But
full. And
I feel that and nothing against ChessX, because ChessX has sold very well for us in the past, but I feel that the presentation that Okie Dokie puts forth
No, it's
is
fantastic.
it's
Yeah.
visually more.
It's
stimulating.
visually a lot more stimulating.
And the
so.
pricing is quite reasonable there.
Yeah.
You've got $15 and $20 packs
And
of
$12.
And did I mention
Oh,
that?
are there $12? I didn't even see those.
And did I mention that sexy
down at the bottom here.
display?
Yes, yes.
But they're
It spins
packaged
too.
really
Bright,
The
nice.
spinner
spins,
top.
colorful.
Stop it.
They're packaged really nice, and we just noticed. I don't know how I didn't
What's
catch
that?
this
What are you doing?
until the other
What are you
day.
doing? What's happening?
On the side of the dice, there's
Oh,
little
yeah.
messages, just like you
Dice
get
to
on,
meet you.
Dice to
On what are the tea
Till
bags
dice
that
do our
do
dice
the-
do us part.
God.
Somebody rolled a 20 on their dad joke charisma.
That's exactly it.
Dice
It
to
was
meet
just
you.
something
So funny.
I didn't notice until recently, so I would have failed that in the escape
Well, I
room.
heard Dungeons and Dragons is a thing.
Dungeons and Dragons has seen a huge resurgence in the last couple of years,
I wonder
especially
why that
with
is.
like
It's
all the
weird
groups.
Stranger Things.
Like,
Yes,
well,
of course.
Stranger Things definitely
Certainly
didn't hurt,
contributes to that a little.
but it's just kind of been, I don't know, it's seen this kind of rebirth in the last couple of years in groups that really weren't represented as fans for a long time. Like, just
I want to believe,
for lack of a better word, average. The average Joe is playing D&D now, and
I want-
it's kind of amazing to me.
I want to believe that it's a rejection of the online video electronic
Sure.
gaming experience.
Yeah,
and,
why
and
not?
people are now just going back to craving that human experience of sitting in a table with a bunch of friends and crafting a tale.
It's weird because I tell people this all the time. I say that some of my most I think, important memories of growing up weren't even in the real world. Like they were things that we accomplished like together as a group in the game. And like I had an 11-year group that I was part of for
that's
forever.
nuts.
And like you live and you die and you fall in love with characters, and it's D&D is I think one of the greatest ways to waste a weekend. It is. I think it's great, and you forge friendships that I still talk to pretty much everybody that I was in that group with, and this is 20 years removed from that game. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic.
So it's pretty neat. D&D will change your life.
And
if
you
you don't
can't-
play, you should.
And you can't play without dice. And
And
are
you
some
can't
cool,
play without
those are some cool dice there.
Way to bring it
Did
back
I
around
mention
to the
this
product.
display?
Nicely done, bringing
That
it
is
back
good.
to the
That was
product.
good.
I'm a
Todd.
professional.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
see if you can math this out.
Oh, here we
Figure
go.
out
Oh,
what
heavens.
version I was playing when I was 11 years old.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So if I'm
I'll tell you,
You-
Bill
you are-
Sylvie.
you are
Bill Sylvie would
dangerously-
probably be able to tell you
Take
what
your tone
module
up.
you were
I
playing
don't-
and
it was
everything.
not
You are dangerously
version
close to
1. It was like the
giving up
very
your age.
next.
Yes.
No, 45. It's
Oh,
fine.
there it is.
Oh, okay. Well,
So subtract.
if we're just throwing it around, okay. Whatever.
Wait a second.
Fine.
You're
That
45.
puts her as the youngest one at
Uh-oh.
the table.
Look, you're like 6 months older than me, so be quiet.
I am.
Yep.
I'm.
You are the youngest.
Todd's a
older
baby.
still,
He's
yes.
6 months older than me.
That's right.
I'm actually 8,000
Art,
years
how old are
old.
you?
8,000.
How old are you?
47. I'll be 48 in August.
So you're just a little bit older than me, and
Yeah, we're
Greg.
very close
And
to
I
the
am
same
only
age.
a couple of months behind him.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're all right in
Wow.
that same age.
47.
And we all just kind of come together.
I know.
And we're all jammed into this little screen today on
Nice.
Facebook Live. We
Dis-
hope you're all
disparate
enjoying it.
age groups coming together
Yes.
in
for
peace.
various. Yes, absolutely. in peace. Yes.
in peace to sell dice.
Well, one of the things I did over the summer, like I usually like to do, we go up to North Georgia. We like to hit the old antique stores just to see what we could find. What do we
Because
find
he's
for $1?
47 going on 48.
Sure. Because we have, we always need more stuff, right? So you always like to look for things
What you got there,
in the
right?
antique
Oh,
store. So
this is the show and tell portion.
yeah,
of the
yeah,
show.
yeah. This is kind of the segment. Is it worth any? Is this worth anything?
is it worth anything?
This was a Star Trek book that I
Hey,
found.
look
That
at
I
that.
didn't see very many of these, but it did say it was number 1. But it is considered the best episode of the original Star Trek for City on the Edge of Forever. And all it is really just not even production stills from the episodes. I think they're just actual stills.
It is straight up still.
From the
Stills
show?
from the show.
But presented comic book style. So you've got
That's
you've got all the
interesting.
dialogue and everything, but overlaid over actual stills from the show.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's like a live comic book. It's,
Yes,
I guess,
alive
right?
is a great way to
Right?
put that. Yes.
I believe the Watchmen did that kind of with a
That's pretty cool.
on some versions of the Watchmen they had a
The motion comic.
the motion
Yeah.
comic that was really cool to
Yeah.
watch.
I'll hold
I
this to
just-
the-
I
I'll
think
hold
I
this to the
enjoyed it
camera,
more than
yes.
the
I
movie.
guess that would be kind of the exact opposite of this, like the other side of this coin, because
Yeah,
they took
flipped it a
Watchmen
little.
and made it a motion comic.
Yeah.
They took a live action thing and turned it into this.
Right.
Yes,
So the question to you is this worth anything?
is it worth anything? Well, of course.
It's worth something to me because
It's worth something to
I
someone.
love Star
she hasn't
Trek.
stopped drooling since you brought this out. I know the feeling. Hi-yo.
All right. So soon to be for sale somewhere at Gods and
Todd's
Monsters.
a comedian.
Who
He's
knows?
something.
Yes, based on the DC Fontana written, if I recall correctly. I think DC Fontana.
Your
wrote
wife
this.
is watching
No,
our.
I could be. I'm probably
Be
wrong
cool.
about
Be
that. I'm
cool.
not gonna say
Everybody be cool.
that. Hold on. I'm gonna see if it'll tell me. Harlan Ellison. I'm sorry.
Harlan Ellison, who-
based on the Harlan Ellison,
Right, who just
written-
passed away last
Right.
year. And Harlan Ellison did a 3-part comic book, I believe, a few years ago, based on the original script from this, which was cut down was going to be 2 episodes.
Oh.
Got cut down to 1.
Heavens, Kathy Wright will probably be looking for her book.
Oh, no. Kathy was selling that, and it was in
Kathy.
at an antique store up in North Georgia
Rough.
somewhere.
Kathy,
Your mistake, Kathy.
Kathy Wright's hit some rough times.
Yeah.
Felt the need to.
Yeah, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to get myself out of a couple of jams.
But yes, I often referred to as probably the best the original series had to offer. City on the Edge of Forever, fantastic episode. Just fantastic sci-fi. I believe it won the Hugo
I remember
Award
a
that
really
year.
cool Guns and Monsters commercial that
actually,
someone did from
using
that.
Using that episode,
Using
that's
footage
right.
from that,
What?
yes.
And the Guardian, I'd put you guys inside the Guardian as
Oh my
as
God.
Spock was flipping through
By the
time.
way,
That was the
way,
coolest.
magic. It was
Every
mad.
time we
about
saw
that,
one
yes.
of those, we were just like,
And Art was doing this
So
every
cool.
day. Like he would send us a new one, like every day or every other day, just to keep us motivated.
Building up to
Uh,
the
while
to
we
the
were-
premiere. Yes.
Yeah, building up to the premiere, and
was really sweet.
and they were so cool. Like it was so cool. Like,
They pop up
especially-
on my feed around anniversary
Oh.
time on Facebook.
Man,
Gravity Falls one, and then the Star Trek
Yeah,
ones. I think we
man.
did a couple of Next
Oh, I love
Generation
the Gravity
one.
Falls one, the
But
Gravity
yeah,
Falls
this
one.
that one I did was
Twin
kind of my
Peaks one, you
favorite.
did
the
the
Twin
Twin
Peaks
Peaks,
one.
right?
Oh, who knew? And then it was going to come back, and then it did
come
come
on.
back. That's
They
another
told
episode.
you it would come back
so
in
is
25
it,
years.
Is it worth anything? Is it worth something? Of course it is. There's always a market for this kind of stuff. This one in particular, if I'm going to get technical, this one's got a little yellowing on the
Absolutely.
spine.
What 77? I think this book came out in
Is it
70. The
77?
episode did not come out in 77, but I believe the book came out in 77.
Probably. It'll probably be right there.
Yes, 77. Copyright 77.
Look at that. From Paramount Pictures Corporation.
Well, I got another item that came out here in
It's a
77.
Bantam- It's a Bantam book.
Oh, a Bantam book. Very, very hot.
else
This
you got?
also came out in 77,
Ooh,
June
that's
of
cool.
77. I'm not sure how popular fan clubs were in the 70s, but
They
this
were
was just a
very
fan
popular.
club.
It's all we had.
That's
Yes.
all we had.
Yeah.
This is a fan
There was
club
no- there was no internet.
magazine.
Cool. Let's see,
It's a
check
fan
that
club
out.
magazine from 77.
Pretty cool.
And it was just people going to conventions.
Yeah.
Fan club
So what is
listings.
this?
This is just a magazine. It was called Star Trek Fan Club.
So wait, they had Star Trek conventions back in the 70s?
I love it. So this is it's a lot of pictures.
I thought they didn't
from
come until
conventions
later.
at the time.
Yeah, apparently they did.
No,
People showed
they-
up, but they were just not as.
Sci-fi conventions were pretty popular back then. But yeah, Star Trek became a staple, of course. Certainly after it hit syndication. Once it hit syndication and kind of took off.
True.
Because a lot of people didn't. A limited audience caught it in its original release.
This looks to be a poem written by Nichelle
Oh,
Nichols.
look at this. So
And
cool.
Nichelle Nichols fan club information. How about
How
that?
cool.
But I just saw it again in the
Fan
comic book
art,
store.
Is that
portfolio
Uhura?
by-
Is that-
a
is
that- Correct.
portfolio
Okay,
by
yes.
Joni Wagner, 14 Women of Star Trek.
Oh,
I wanted to mention I quite like the cover art. This looks
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
looks like an acrylic painting of James D. Kirk. What else we
excellent,
got?
excellent.
Welcome aboard, Checker fans.
Yeah, you think there'd be a big
Is this
advertiser
worth
on the back?
anything? Let's see.
Yes. Now the question being, of course, is this worth anything?
If we were to get something like this, and this is actually in pretty good shape, like considering
Once again,
this is-
considering for 77.
we would probably get something like $10 for this.
Is it
you know?
trivia?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
All kinds of. Oh, now here's the.
Probably the same for the photo novel as well.
Oh, here's the list of addresses for all these Star Trek fan
no
clubs.
kidding. Yeah,
the
yeah.
official fan clubs of.
No
Let's see
kidding.
Let's see if any of them have clever names.
I would.
Walter?
You know what would be an interesting thing to do?
These
is
are probably
to-
home
to
addresses, by the way.
Write all of those addresses and see if you get anything back from any of them. I mean it. That'd
the
be
Enterprise Irregulars.
That'd be really, really interesting to see
Yeah,
if
these
any of those,
addresses.
if any of those things
That's
still
our next
exist.
mission.
The-
So
the-
at our next podcast.
The Andorian
see.
solution.
We'll get
There
back
are
to you. No,
two
we won't.
full
That's too
pages
much
of
work.
addresses here too.
Yes, at least two.
Two
Where's
full
the
pages.
emails? Where's the
Individual.
Yeah, what are the email
celebrities,
addresses?
Like,
Thank you.
Here's one
like,
called-
was this like Leonard Nimoy's his home office there in Inglewood, Ohio? And from the home office in Inglewood, Ohio, it's Leonard Nimoy's home
kind of
address.
amazing.
Is there a chance anybody's home address would be
I
on
wonder
here?
if the George Takei fan club is still the same.
Oh,
Oh
my.
my.
Yes.
Oh my.
Is it California?
It is Woodside, New York.
Oh.
11377.
Where's
Possibly.
the book? Where's the new book we got in
Sorry?
Wednesday?
I don't know.
Star Trek book?
We
No,
pulled
George
it.
Takei's
We
new
pulled it
book.
for Suckus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's we got George Takei's graphic novel, and they called us enemy, and it was about his time in the
camps.
in the camps.
Yeah.
He did a stage play, I believe, on
did.
that
He did.
was in New York.
Yes. But
Yes.
yes, the graphic novel recently came out, and we are.
Oh, excellent.
stocking it. Yeah, it's pretty
Excellent.
cool.
Oh, there's Peggy Lipton.
Oh, yeah.
Recently deceased Peggy Lipton. I'm not sure why she's in the. Did she do an episode of? No, that's not. That's Sandy Kellerman. I'm sorry, I thought that was Peggy
That is
Lipton for a
Sandy
second.
Kellerman.
Sandy Kellerman was in an episode
Where
of
do
Star
I know
Trek,
Sandy
wasn't she?
Kellerman from? Hold on, 80s movies.
MASH, the movie MASH.
The movie MASH. Oh, what'd she do in the 80s? She did stuff in the 80s too. I know her from something.
Yeah,
in the
she.
80s. I'm sure.
No, I lost it. I had it for a second. I lost it.
Oh man, look at this. Look at this. This is a.
Lee Merriweather.
Oh,
Oh,
is that Lee Merriam? Oh, okay. I thought it was. It looked like Kate Mulgrew.
it did look like her, a
I was
very
gonna
young
s- I was
Kate
gonna say
Mulgrew. Yeah,
Because. Am I wrong?
1966.
Am I wrong? Was Kate Mulgrew?
Did she show up in an old episode? Are you gonna say? Like
Oh no, I'm thinking Pulaski. I'm thinking.
Ronette Pulaski. Ronette Pulaski. That's Twin Peaks. Dr. Pulaski.
Dr. Pulaski.
Yes, she was in an episode
She
of the
was,
original
yes.
series. Yes, playing a different character. But yes,
Funny.
yes, we're just flipping through the.
Sorry,
we're enjoying this
free
for ourselves.
associating Star Trek.
Somebody is like, man, I'm going to go and get that
Guys.
magazine. So that's the, and then I have one final.
This is what you get. By the way, if you get this, check this out. You get the there's a pull-out poster. If you decide to.
Oh, you have to pull the
completely
staple
destroy-
out and
yeah,
it
yeah.
says Star
You
Trek
can-
fan.
Don't
You
do
can,
it.
if you completely
Resist.
destroy your book, you'll have a poster.
Yeah, if you bought 2 of them, I could see
Resist.
yourself doing
Right.
that, but you don't do it. The other thing is, I'm sure is not as
that's
valuable,
cool.
but I enjoy it very much. It's
I-
a Star Trek 4 comic book.
I had this one myself when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, a lot of, as a lot of people know who have gone through our back issue bins here at Gods and Monsters, I'd say 99% of our books are still cover price, original cover price. So if I were to get this particular one in,
$2.99, does it say?
it's $2. $2.
Okay, $2.
So this would go out for $2.
Excellent.
And what a deal! What a deal people would get. They get that. What was this? 88 or 86? What is that?
Oh boy, that's tiny writing. Hold still. 1986.
86.
Yes.
1986.
Where
Which
did
was the year the
Calvin-
movie
I saw
came out,
Calvin
so that
run
came out
away.
the
Where
same
did
time
Calvin
as
go?
the.
This was probably on the shelves.
The same time as the movie
at
came
same
out.
time as the movie came out.
Which is a strange way of spoiling a movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see that happen sometimes for other movies or a Star Wars movie, and it's like, don't read that.
I remember I had the Batman novelization in '89, and I read it.
Oh.
I made the mistake of.
Oh, son of a
reading
bitch!
it
They
first.
killed Joker. I didn't see that coming,
Yeah,
and
weird.
you
That's
just
why would
spoiled
they
that
do
for
that?
us.
Oh man.
So yeah, I know this one. I probably should have done them in a different order and saved that one for
this is
first.
fine.
But once again, is it worth anything? Yes, it's going to be worth the cover
Sure.
price, is what it says right on
Well,
there. $2.
you know what? And to some people, it's probably worth quite a bit more. But for us, if we were pricing it, yeah, I typically do cover price on that stuff. But I love it. I think it's great.
It's interesting to go to antique stores up. This is in North Georgia, you know, and it's like you see a lot of Song of the South DVDs,
Right.
and things that Disney doesn't distribute anymore. But then once in a
right.
while, you see an old Star Trek, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah,
A couple
give me
dollars,
that.
why not? So maybe we'll see it up for sale at Gods and
Sure.
Monsters.
Hey everybody, it's Calvin.
Oh dear.
It's your Gods and Monsters employee coming in. Welcome.
man.
We are live on Facebook. Say hello.
Hi. Get over here, Calvin. Hi.
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 Welcome to the show.
Calvin is tonight's synth for this
Oh, very good.
synth host.
Been
for
rehearsing, I hope.
The
Yes.
inaugural
Launching.
launch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll be cool.
Don't screw it up.
Very exciting.
Don't screw it up. We will, of course.
Oh, and going back to D&D.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is also our GM, who
Yeah.
runs and organizes all of the D&D events.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
It's Dungeons and Dragons.
including-
You're allowed to say DM for Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon
Well,
Master. Yes.
Well, he GMs for other games we
That's
have
true.
as well.
That
so
is-
that's
that is
why
correct
I
terminology.
generalize.
Thank you.
But going back to the D&D discussion
right.
we had earlier.
Yeah.
Being the only female I knew who played, and I couldn't tell anyone I played because I would be ostracized.
Right.
man.
Different times. Different times.
Back when I was a child.
That's true.
I am loving that our business has this wonderful host who encourages all players of all creeds, colors, walks of life,
Excellent.
orientations, genders, anything.
We're
welcome.
super inclusive.
And so we have a large majority
Disturbingly
of female
so.
and
And even tonight, there was a game going on in the vault.
That's
We
right.
have several
Mhm.
women players
Which
that
may
are
have been
regulars,
had a female
and then-
DM. I saw her standing up and talking. Is that what I saw when I walked in?
I don't know, but
Good to see.
there
It's
was
good to see.
certainly a game going on.
Calvin.
There's certainly games.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man.
You know.
Calvin,
Oh, excellent. Welcome. Come on in. We'll see if we get any comments from. We're on Facebook Live right now,
See
so
if we
you
can
catch
amp up
us.
that anxiety before you
Yes.
go live with the escape room.
So how have rehearsals been going? How is preparing for this been going?
Oh, super good. I've been very excited to get started doing this. I have had a little bit of acting experience prior to this.
Good.
But yeah. But yeah, I've just been really hyped up about it. It's been super fun to do, and I can't wait to see what our players will think tonight. Should
Well,
be fun.
I think
Each
it,
of our synth hosts have chosen a different augmented synth from pop culture to base their character off of. And yours is based off of who?
Let's see. I think we decided mine was based off of Claptrap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Claptrap. Yes.
Style is more claptrap.
I'm a little. I'm a little
A little glitchy.
So it's kind of a different experience every time. Like if you were to do the room 3 times, you might get 3 different synths and 3 different experiences.
That's true.
Oh, that's good to hear then
You
for
know?
repeat customers that
I'm
want to
just
come
saying.
back. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you get to work on your costume on your own? Tell us a little bit about what you're wearing.
Oh yeah. So let's see. A couple pieces.
Tell us who you are and what you're wearing. Yes.
Jennifer did that one.
Oh yeah, Jen did this piece. Couple pieces provided by Jen, and
That's just one of Jen's items off the rack.
yeah, right.
Juniper.
Juniper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Juniper, yeah.
She was set up at our at one of our events the other day.
The anniversary.
Pimping their stuff.
This
And
one you got off Etsy, right?
I did get it off Etsy, yeah.
Oh, man, that's a cool one.
Very nice piece.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Eye problems.
And-
Synthetic eye problems.
Makeup is provided by let's see. I think the name was called Dirt.
Shutting down. The unit is shutting down.
Reboot.
Reboot.
I think the name of the makeup was called Dirt, and pretty much it just smeared dirt in my
Oh,
eye.
great. That's great. I was going to say I think you
Go fix your eye.
I think Calvin in particular should be capable of doing this because D&D is kind of improv.
Exactly.
Straight up improv all the time.
Yeah,
so.
we're going to be collaborating with Calvin and Bill Sylvie on the next one. We want to do
Oh, man.
a D&D style
Spoilers.
Oh.
Spoiler. How do you start a rumor?
Really?
game.
And that's how
for
you
the
start a
next
rumor. Wow.
campaign we are going to do.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
Excellent. That's very good news to hear
Yeah,
that.
I
I tell
know.
you, Gods and
Get
Monsters
ready.
bringing
I gotta
D&D
be
back
very-
strong.
Who knew we were talking about that?
Right. Right. So that's out now. So that's out now. Welcome. Okay. So
For
she-
those followers.
For
that
for those
actually
10 people
tune
that are
in.
watching.
Yeah. You get
You're
something
like there's
special.
not 10 people watching.
no, how dare you? There's more. No, there's more. Let's see. Where's the number? Currently 8 are live, but
See?
we've had. Let me. I'll find the number here. It's around here. I got to scroll.
But like
touch
8
it.
of them are us.
Uh-oh. Go ahead, Greg. Say again.
Over 100? No.
There we
Oh,
go.
we
You're back. Welcome back. Okay.
Howdy.
All right. So we finished our segment of is this worth anything? We've talked about our escape
Have we?
rooms.
I don't know. It's an ongoing.
It's ever evolving. I did get a message from Aaron saying you're in the ballpark with that magazine. Maybe on
Was
the
that right?
price, on the price you were saying. Yes. Yes,
Excellent. Good.
Yeah, if you want, you can use this handy dandy thing to like show people some of the key points in the
What's that?
In the escape room?
experience.
Oh, those are
There
the
you
drinks
go.
that are available.
Well,
or
this
am
is
I talking in the
basically
wrong way?
if they
I don't
come
know.
in and have questions for the front staff about
Fix my
everything. This
I turned
is
the
a
gain
nice
down and the
handy
volume up.
dandy
All right.
info sheet.
So we have
Your mission summary.
Yeah, basically what we have here is a little.
I'll leave you with that while I go help Calvin set
I'm
up.
going to call it a floplet, not a pamphlet, but a floplet.
Floplet.
And
Write that down.
It is a
so what we
Trademark.
have here
Copyright.
is I guess the sales information and such.
Bye.
So we
It's on,
have
bye.
times, we have dates, we have a brief explanation of what you're getting into when you come here about attention fellow wastelanders. So this
You want
is
to switch mics?
heavily, yes, I do. Thank you.
you.
So this is heavily borrowed from
There we go.
Borderlands and also from Fallout. Correct? It's
Yeah,
basically
you'll-
a mixture
Sure.
of both.
It's a little bit of everything in the pot there.
Yeah, I would say it's a little stronger toward Borderlands, just because I've been playing Borderlands for the last 100 hours.
Really?
All right.
Wow, is it a great game?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So what we have here is I'm not good at this, Todd. So
That's all right.
We've got beginner mode, intermediate mode, advanced mode, and that's again we talked about the difference in time that you have to complete all the puzzles, and then the level of help that you're going to get from the synth player, which is the interactive player
Sure.
that's in there with you.
Yeah, there's 3 levels of play. You can choose which level of play. It's $30 per person unless you have the coupon code, which I think is 3 off 30.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, 5 off 30.
off, yeah.
5 off 30.
Yes,
for
$5 off.
Yeah, for each person in your group, you get $5 off, and that includes the price of your introductory drink. You
I
get
was
to pick
gonna
you get to pick
say,
a
yeah.
drink as you come in too.
And isn't there a thing? And this may be one of those things where I'm starting a rumor.
What's up?
If they end up on the winner board
Sure.
or the leaderboard,
Yeah.
do they get another drink at the end?
I think that there's a winner shot, and
feel like there-
yeah,
yeah.
and there are certain perks that come with both escaping and escaping at the best time. You get leaderboard recognition, and
Right.
there are T-shirts and stickers, and
So
and
$30
photos.
includes a drink,
Includes a drink and
either alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
And I believe if they do the advanced mode, like the hard one, and they complete it, I think they get a T-shirt and a sticker.
no kidding,
Yeah,
a T-shirt.
I believe they get a T-shirt.
You're just giving the shop away.
Is it a
I
particular
know.
Giving it away.
T-shirt of
I
any
know.
kind? What kind
See,
of shirt?
he was on board until I started giving stuff away.
You're
again.
an idiot.
Would
You're
this be
an
a
idiot.
vault
You're terrible at this.
5421 shirt, or is this an escape room
This
shirt?
will be a
survived?
a room specific. I think we're doing both. I escaped Vault 5421, and I died trying to escape.
Oh, excellent.
Shirts.
By the way,
shirts and stickers. We're doing both of those.
Do you
so.
do you offer shirts for Vault 5421?
We do. Yes, we have
I'm
some
gonna get
currently.
one of those before I leave.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Just the logo.
Who's
Think-
your,
think this, but the logo. But
No,
the,
that's all I
our
want.
logo.
I
Yeah.
used to have the vinyl. I put it on one of my cars, and then I sold the car, so I don't have the vinyl anymore.
Now some guy just wonders what
Some
Vault
guy,
5
yeah, well, it's a
wonders what the
mystery.
Vault is.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you happen to know who is your shirt guy? Who do you use for shirts? You do them online with who's your shirt guy?
I think we do. I think customarily we do. What is it? Custom Ink? Is Custom Ink?
Custom Ink sounds
Custom
right,
Ink
yeah.
is the one with the
use
with
Big-
the octopus.
I
It's
go to
got an
Big Frog. I don't know.
I think it's Custom Ink is the name of the company, but we did our store shirts through them, and I think we did
Okay.
our first round of these. I think also, I think Matt Allen. Who is with Sideshow Sauces, and he does T-shirts and stuff on the side. I think he did our first round of Vault shirts, but Custom Ink is when we get our like big like mass orders.
Big
you know.
orders. Okay.
I see.
I asked that because I've been having fun with TeePublic. I'm not paid to be a sponsor of theirs, but
Sure.
happy to talk about tpublic.com, where you just design your own T-shirts and you put them in your own little folder and say, like, these are my shirts for, like, I have them for the other podcasts I do for Wilderness.
Oh, cool.
But it's just fun to make shirts, and then, they don't make them until somebody clicks on them and buy them.
Oh, that's cool.
But I just, for fun, started doing other shirts. Like, I was on vacation and I saw the new Picard poster came out. You saw the Picard poster?
with the pupper.
Yeah, the dog, and
Oh.
then you see the vineyard in the background.
Right.
wait.
And before that poster came out, I went onto Photoshop, and I just brought up a bottle of wine, and I found the exact font and everything of the bottle of wine that they show in the new trailer, and I was like, I just for fun made a Picard bottle of wine, and it's on a T-shirt,
Nice.
just for fun.
Yeah.
I haven't sold any, but damn it, it's fun.
I've sold 40,000 of them.
I'm going to need.
This is my final episode. See
I'm
you
going
later.
to
sucker.
need
Goodbye.
to forward a link to you guys because somebody put on Facebook said, "Here's the new trailer for the Picard series."
Oh, dear.
And I clicked on it.
Yeah. Did you get Rick rolled?
No,
Damn it.
but I got better than Rick Roll.
What did you get?
It was somebody genius, genius took a bunch of Next Generation footage
Yeah.
and like put a mouth on top of Picard singing this song, which was like a Polish. It was so amazing.
It's everything we want the actual Picard series to be, right?
I could
oh my
not
god!
I could not take my eyes off of it, and I was like,
It's
how,
in my head right now.
How
the
is
Pol-
this happening? And yeah, it was amazing, and I will share it with you because
Please.
I laughed.
Please do.
I laughed all the way through it.
I have to say, though, I am, everybody, with the reboots and bringing things back,
Mm.
I'm excited about Picard coming
me
back.
too.
Because
No?
Greg says no, and I
No?
know that. But I
If-
like to see.
If it is a tenth as good as Discovery has been, it will change television.
I like Discovery.
Discovery's amazing.
It is good.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. I can't
It's
stand that you
cinematic
can
is
say
what it
that
is.
with a straight face. Discovery is a goddamn miracle.
Yeah.
It's
That show is
so-
amazing.
So above and beyond anything
That's
that's
right.
ever been on
I'm so glad we're on
television
the same page, Greg, because I
as
would
far
eat
as
you
sci-fi
alive in this
goes.
conversation.
No. I give you that 100 times.
Oh, my God.
It is the best sci-fi and action I've ever seen on TV.
And so divisive, by the way. I have gotten death threats.
Oh,
This is true.
Are these your customers?
It's a, hey guys,
Come on
How
in.
you
Welcome.
doing?
Welcome to Gods and Monsters. We're
I
live
bel-
on
I
Facebook
believe
for the Gods and Monsters podcast.
Our players
Come on
have
in.
arrived.
No, it's fine. It's
These
fine.
are your players?
Do your thing, guys.
All right, these are the escape room people. This is the
are
reason.
you guys the?
You're here for
are
the
you
escape room? This is the reason we're here tonight to premiere the escape room. Welcome, welcome.
Over there, he'll get you figured out.
All right. Pick out your drinks.
Oh man, the group is here.
All
This
right,
is pretty
they're
exciting.
excited. They're here.
exciting.
Look at that. It's straight up 11 p.m. They're right on time.
Man,
they're
right
excited.
on time. Punctual.
Yes,
Punctual.
they're excited.
Punctual.
That's excellent. So it is about to begin. Maybe after they complete it, pass or fail, they'll talk
I get
to
like
us.
this rush to my head whenever I talk about Discovery because it's so goddamn
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
God.
It's good.
And
so
so
good.
CBS is happy with Discovery. Said, "What else can we do? Star Trek." And now Picard is a thing.
I could literally watch a Picard series that was just him like reading the phone book, and I'd be like, "Damn, this is amazing.
it could
This is
be-
well worth my saying." Oh, I was talking about death threats.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Somebody wanted to murder you because you liked Discovery.
It's well because I had the audacity to pay the $6.99 a month to or
CBS Interactive.
$5.99 a
How
month.
dare you.
Yes, it's funny
to
because
spend your own money to enjoy things that you want to enjoy.
And it was so funny because he was so pointed in it, and his response was I forget his name now, but his something Troy Proctor maybe. I'm calling you out, Troy. He wrote Todd Fisher. Todd Fisher, let's see,
Is a weenie face.
Dipshit with too much disposable income. Buy poison instead.
Wow.
Right?
That's
Right. That's pretty hateful. So what I did was my response to him was I swiped and took a picture of his meme, and the next thing is a picture of me hanging it on my wall. It's on my fridge right now. I think it's
terrific.
the highest form of praise.
Wow. Well, Discovery is hot on CBS Interactive.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sure
so good.
Picard will
is it
be
going
as
to
well.
Continue, by the way, is it? I know they're in season 2. Have they been renewed for a season 3?
Season 3 is confirmed. Yes.
Great, okay,
and
cool.
season 2 wrapped up in a hail of phaser fire. It's crazy.
I know there's some the timeline stuff going on.
Oh,
and
man.
I don't know anything about it because I've
It's
only
exciting.
seen season 1.
Really? You haven't watched season 2
I
yet?
have not.
Oh,
I
excitement.
have not. In fact,
I used to be like you, having not seen it. It's amazing.
I don't think I finished season 1 yet. I think I have a couple episodes left.
Season 1,
left
great.
Of you.
Season 2,
I question
baller.
I
will
question
say-
where Greg is getting his Discovery from.
I will say that
thank you.
season 1 kind of blew me away.
Okay,
because
great.
it was so different and cinematic
Yeah.
and bigger than any
Yes.
other Star Trek I've ever seen.
Agreed.
And ambitious and
Yeah.
storytelling wise, the arc was incredible. I enjoy episodic arcs.
Sure.
That continue through a season.
Yeah, and that's a format that they've never
No.
they've never exploited it to this
Not to this degree. Right. Where if you don't watch the previous episodes,
You will be lost.
You need
You
to
need-
watch
you
the
need to watch
previous
the
episodes.
episodes, yeah.
Which I like because all this on demand television, it lends itself very well to watch everything.
Yes.
Just do it because
Yeah.
it pays off.
They also did. I think they're called short treks on CBS All Access, where they're like little 10-minute episodes, like little mini episodes that are actually, one of them is actually very story relevant. So it's the introduction of a character that's important later on, and
Interesting.
So watch the short treks.
Is it more supplemental than it is?
It is.
Necessity to watch.
It is. You don't. I would definitely suggest watching the Tilly episode. There is a Tilly episode. The Tilly episode is the one that I think is essential viewing. The other ones are just kind of fluff
Tilly
and
is
cool.
the
Tilly is
the fat redhead?
Hush you. Tilly is Bay, and you are
No, she's
you're
great.
dead to me.
No, she's great. I love her character.
Don't you dare disparage.
I
No,
love
I love
her
her
too.
too. She's
her
great.
naive, but
Well, she's
smart
us.
character.
She's
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah,
us.
yeah,
she's,
yeah.
she's the smart nerdy girl that somehow made it onto the starship.
But
and she's great. I
something
think she's
something I
fantastic.
enjoy about that series is Tilly and the fact that they didn't go with somebody who is outwardly beautiful or outwardly
Sure.
super fit, 7 of 9.
Sure.
So
You a Jerry Ryan fan over there?
I was,
Yeah. Yeah.
now it's 20 years later.
Oh, okay,
Not
yeah.
so much. But anyway, so Tilly was an
I
interesting
believe her name
character.
is Mary Weissman, by the way. I think the Tilly actress is
I'm
Mary
not
Weissman.
very good at stuff like that.
She's
but
lovely.
She's a delight.
She is a delight.
She is a delight.
Yes.
And yeah, so
I'm sure she's watching. So,
So-
what do you have to say to Tilly tonight? I love you. I love you so much, Tilly. Redhead.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Don't you have a store to
Oh my
run?
God, I can't even say things because you haven't seen anything in second
No.
season. But man, there's some great great stuff in season 2,
sorry.
man. Hurry up, catch up.
I'll get to it. It's just
We could do a whole
somebody
show
has
on
to
this.
upload it to Pirate
seems
Bay.
like Discovery has gone to that height, like what the
Where no
original
Trek has gone before.
Where the original Battlestar Galactica was here, and the new version
That's a
came
good
out
point.
was
Yeah,
way
yeah,
up
yeah.
here. It's kind of like that, is what you're saying.
No, I'd say that is
That's very
that is
valid.
apt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's only what is it, $6.99 a month, and you can probably watch every episode in that time.
It comes out.
better.
It comes out to like 20 cents a day.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. I was baffled by this guy's
Here's the
absolute
commercial now. For 20 cents a day,
Right.
you can sponsor a child
Exactly.
to watch Discovery.
To watch this guy. We should make that. That'd be
but
amazing.
seriously, you could pay for that right now and watch all of season 1
Yeah.
for that price, that
amazing.
low price.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
And I suggest that you do, not only with CBS All Access. I used to get called, by the way, on that same thread. I was also called a CBS shill because I was being so positive about their programming.
There's a lot of hate.
So much, so much.
But
There's
we're-
there's so much gatekeeping,
So,
and they're so angry
Quickly,
and so insipid.
quickly, where is the hate coming from? Like, what is the
It's
major?
a lot of it is
problem?
just a lot of it are the like the people that hate the new Star Wars stuff. And I get it. I mean, I understand
Well,
that things
The Last
change.
Jedi was
don't do this.
garbage.
God, don't do this to me right
We
now.
can't be friends anymore.
Okay, that's fine. But we were doing so well with Discovery. It's okay. With this, it was it's a lot of gatekeeping. Like we can't change. Like Star Trek is this to us, and it can't be anything different.
Right.
These are still the people
They
that
feel like they own it,
they absolutely do.
and
they absolutely
Fight
when
me.
somebody messes with it, they
It's-
feel like they're raping their childhood.
and they use
Which is
that
silly.
They use that more often than not when they're talking.
So dumb.
Yeah, I know.
You
it's,
will
it's awful.
always have TOS. You will always have Next Generation.
And once I let go of my anger, of which I have a lot.
Yes.
Once I let go of that and just realize that they're missing, clearly they watch a little bit of it, but I don't think that they're watching all of it. They might be, but regardless, they're missing out on what is, I think, the best Trek that's ever been produced in any format. I really feel that, and I love all Trek. I love it all. I love everything.
Even Voyager?
Oh, no,
Here's the
Voyager's
thing.
good. You're thinking Enterprise.
Now here's the thing.
No,
I'm not
I'm
gonna.
thinking Voyager.
I'm not gonna say. But I don't hate Voyager. I still watch
Yeah, I
watch
still watch
Voyager. But it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite.
I think
Trek.
Voyager was a direct clone to Next Generation.
You think?
Yeah. Deep Space Nine did a little something different.
Deep Space
true.
Nine was definitely
It's
a
true.
different thing. Yes.
But
Different
Voyager was just more Next Generation.
beast. Yeah.
I
just a
think.
little darker. You think?
And Enterprise tried some things.
Yeah, and
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 they
next
failed.
next gen, I think a lot of our generation was weaned on Next Gen and Picard and Riker and all those guys. But I grew up. I think we
Shut
all
up,
grew up
Wesley.
watching Shatner and
Sure.
and Nimoy
Of
and
course.
and those were our guys.
in syndication. We're
And
young.
of
We're young.
course,
It was
of
in
course.
syndication.
It was
please.
in syndication.
Yeah.
Well, please.
Yes, of
Heavens.
course.
But I think we're living in this weird golden age, man. Like 2009 brought the Abrams movies, which I personally enjoyed. I like them.
That's what I think. Wow, the new series.
Yeah.
Discovery. That's
Yes,
where I
Welcome
think
back. Yes.
Thank you. I'm here. I think that's where Discovery was born. Is
I
from the J.J. Abrams.
I absolutely agree with
age
that.
of storytelling and flash and polish and presentation.
And a lot of the argument that I see is also based in that the tech doesn't line up. That this is that Discovery is supposed to be 10 years prior
Right.
to the original series.
And if a viewer can't get past that, then they're never going to enjoy
weird.
it.
It's weird
Well,
to
you
me
can't-
because what if they did? Well, let's say
You
that
can't
they,
nerf that technology
right.
today.
Let's see if they what would have happened if they had just made it produced it to look like the 60s show. They would have got laughed off the air.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
Because it was cheesy.
So it's got that. It has that feel, like a lot of the uniforms still. It feels in your heart like it's Star Trek,
Mm-hmm.
But you got to watch it. You got to give it a chance, man. Like there are people that.
I was hooked hard after the first episode. I
Yeah.
loved it from the very first scene.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Well, it's so different too because it's primarily for the first time. It's not really about a captain. It's not a
You're
it's not
right.
a
Yeah,
captain
you're
driven
right.
Different
thing.
point of view, yes.
So you're seeing it from kind of the lower decks version of things. Even though Michael Burnham is a and she's not a Mary
she was
Sue,
a
by the way.
first. She was
She
a
what?
first, wasn't she?
She was. She was
number one?
She was a first officer and then science officer and all that. But yes, it's primarily Michael Burnham's story, and
Right.
and for it to not be for the narrative to not be directly tied to a captain is unusual for Star Trek as a franchise.
It's a unique
And
way
what
to
a
tell
great
stories.
idea. What a great idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah.
the point of view of the captain has been done, you know?
So in summation,
Yes.
The next
You should-
series
you
is
should
going
watch-
to be
you should-
told by Ensign Riley.
but you should watch. You should watch it. It's worth your money. And if you got to download it, then download it. Just watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
sure there's a lot of people that never got over the fact that it had to become from something called CBS Interactive, and it was, I got to pay for one more
That's-
thing now.
that's
And
another-
they were
that's-
hurt from the beginning.
That's another big one. That's what got me the death threat. Apparently,
But
but
you guys go and watch Infinity War 8 times at $17 a shot.
Sure.
So what are you getting out of that? You're getting
Right.
you're getting
Well,
2.5 hours of entertainment.
I have seen it once.
Yeah, seen it once.
Well, no, Infinity
you
War.
talking
I've seen
about
it.
Endgame?
Endgame, I've seen
Endgame.
once. Infinity War, I've seen a few times now. But I don't know. Movies like that are that dense with action and with stuff
yes.
going on. I think that there's something to be said about multiple viewings. But you know,
but still, you're going to a theater and you're
Sure.
spending $20 or so,
Yeah.
whereas you could spend a couple of months to have tons and tons of access to the Star Wars information and the Star Wars episodes.
Star Trek or the Star
That's
Trek?
what I meant. Star
Yeah,
Trek.
Star Trek.
The,
There you go.
Yeah, the Discovery episodes are on there. The new Twilight Zone
This
is on
bird's
there,
fair.
and it's
Ooh,
and it's and
loopy.
it's really good. Yeah, it's and there's more to come. Obviously, Picard, like what started
Huge.
this.
That's gonna be
Picard is
huge.
coming. It's going to be giant.
Right, and when you subscribe to CBS Access, you get access to all those.
You
shows,
get
correct?
you get access to those,
Yeah.
which are new original programming, but you
Mm-hmm.
get a bunch of the old shows too. So if you're a fan of old CBS shows, they're probably on there too.
Okay,
So you should watch Discovery. It's really good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like it.
Whew, what's next?
What
do we
else?
got?
What's next? What else we
What
got?
else is
I can
going
see,
on?
we can see behind us on camera here our
Man,
our
we're
escape
prepping.
room people
We're
are
getting
signing
prepped.
in and filling out paperwork and
That's right.
and
Getting them
what
ready.
do we have here behind the register now? I'm not familiar.
Oh, that is Kira. She was
Kira?
she was the MVP with the escape room. She was,
Excellent. Okay. Kira.
she is also one of our bartenders
Okay.
and one of our performing synths.
Okay,
for the,
excellent. I wasn't
escape room.
familiar. I gotta hit refresh here and see if Kira pops up on Facebook Live now as well, because I don't think I've met her before.
Maybe.
Okay, excellent. I got a message here from Aaron again. Aaron has been putting
Aaron?
messages up, and we're a little bit behind here. Hey, Todd.
Hey.
Producer, director, writer, and now author of the D&D book Dungeons & Dragons, Art and Arcana.
Okay.
Kyle Newman,
Yes.
and along with other collaborators on the book, are getting nominated for the prestigious Diana Jones Award for that book.
Okay.
You familiar with anything that he's saying there?
I know what Art and Arcana is. Okay.
So apparently they're getting nominated for their book, Dungeons & Dragons, Art.
Oh, that's the. Oh, yeah. It's a. I think I have a copy. I will show it to you.
Oh, excellent.
Art and Arcana is something that Bill Sylvie has brought to us before, I believe.
Yes, he has, and that he's of course referring to previous episodes of Gods and Monsters on YouTube, where you can find Bill. Bill came here not too long ago with
was-
one of the original artists.
Was he our last podcast?
Was it the last-
I
was it the
believe
most
he was
recent one? Yes, here's
the
the-
guest for our last podcast.
That's the cover we all remember. Yes.
So Art and Arcana, a visual history.
Yes.
By, who is this? Michael Whitwer, Kyle Newman, John Peterson.
Yes, he mentioned
and-
Kyle Newman here
and
in his
Sam
thread.
Whitwer.
Sam Witwicky?
Well, Sam Whitwer has been in. Let's see. I know he was in. Oh God, what's he? He's a voice actor primarily. I think he did. Darth Maul in
Clone Wars?
in Clone
Clone
War-
cartoon?
in Clone
Yes.
Wars.
Okay.
But he's done a bit acting work, but you'd know him if you saw him. Really handsome guy. He would play a good Nightwing, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess he had a big part in this. Art and Arcana is actually it's kind of a visual history of the of the birth of D&D.
Yes, and we met. Bill brought him on the. That's the episode you were not here for. Bill brought in one of the original artists.
Yeah, he was fascinating.
And
to talk
I'm sorry,
to.
I'm forgetting his name right now, but
too.
he's in this book, and he came and talked with us about his time with Gary Gygax and creating original drawings, and he was a part of this book.
Yeah.
He was a great interview. It was our most recent episode before this one.
I would imagine that some of the art, like they have the earliest possible production art from D&D.
Yes.
Yeah, and some of it was very rudimentary, very
super.
So the reason we're bringing this up is Aaron just said on our thread that this book is being nominated for the prestigious Diana Jones Award.
and rightly so.
Yes,
It's
it's a
a
beautiful
really
book.
amazing. It's amazing. It goes through. It shows you pictures of miniatures, ad campaigns that over the years, really cool stuff. But this book, $50. But
for
it's-
sale.
as you can see,
Huge
it's
book,
super
though.
sick.
Huge, yes.
And,
Good to see the book getting some recognition, but that's
Yes.
from
Art and Arcana.
now available at Gods and
Now
Monsters.
available at Gods and Monsters. Yeah, super cool.
All right, I'm just going through the threads here to see if any other
else is
notes
going
from
on?
anybody. I think
That's
I've read.
good-
I've
that's
read
good
all
news,
of them.
Aaron.
Yes, that's good. That's good. Yes. Absolute maximum, a very rare find, around 80ish, lowest amount 60. One of these he was referring to between 60 and 80. I'm not
really?
quite
That high?
sure.
But Todd will give you
That's
$10
good.
for it.
Yes, I'll take I'll take $10.
I can't imagine which of the three it would be. Probably not the Star Trek 4. But is it because
maybe the photo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Good luck.
It
Good
could be.
luck with that because these are yours now. I'm just when I get them for $1 or $2 at an antique store, I'm like, let's Guys and Monsters.
I'm all about the deal.
Gotta give
I'm
it-
all about you coming in and getting a good deal.
That's right. You're always thinking about the customer. You're
Giving
not
away
thinking
the
about
shop.
your future or
away
your
the
bank
shop.
account. You're thinking about the customer. Yeah,
Always
that's
giving it away.
That's very
Yeah.
good. Well, you brought this character up earlier. Do you have anything else besides the dice now that you mentioned that? Hey, what kind of stands out here? Here's something new and cool that we're selling now at the store.
We mentioned D&D earlier.
Yes.
The miniatures have been selling very
Are these
well
the
for
things
us.
right up here?
It is.
in the
Yeah,
kiosks?
they're kind of flanking our fancy okie dokie dice display.
Yes.
They're called it's Whiz Kids is the company, but it's Nolzers. I think it's Nolzers. Is it Marvelous Miniatures? But they are putting these out with an astonishing regularity. They're a good price point. We do most of the standard ones at like $6 for a 2-pack. But unpainted miniatures, but they're super detailed, and they're a great way, a cheap way for players to kind of bring their adventures to life on the table. It's pretty cool.
Many different sizes there too. Very, very tiny miniatures, and then some of the larger ones up top there, the dragons.
And it's supposed to all be kind of a relative scale. So the little guys are these guys are big as they would be to the little guys. So but yeah, and they come pre-primered. Like if you're into the painting. of the miniatures,
okay. So you
they
can just
come
get right in and start
pre-primered.
painting.
Yeah, man, they're pretty great.
Do you have a Demogorgon?
It's funny you say that. I don't know if I've got the set currently, but they recently did put out a set of several creatures, and the Demogorgon was one of them.
That's probably smart.
Yeah,
Demogorgon getting a lot
weird,
of
huh?
recognition now, thanks to Stranger Things.
My understanding is, and I don't know if this has been released yet, is that they are doing an alternate version of the D&D starter set that is Stranger Things based.
That's
which
pretty
is
smart.
which is goddamn genius as far
That's
as I'm
pretty
concerned.
smart.
And it's supposed to, I believe, come with a Demogorgon miniature, like an exclusive Demogorgon miniature.
I wonder if there was any discussion when Stranger Things went to Dungeons and Dragons or whoever owns
Yeah.
that and said, "Hey, we'd like to feature your game."
How long was that conversation? Yes.
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 And then when Dungeons and Dragons said, "Hey, we would like to maybe
We'll
put out
have to get you on here at some point.
Maybe-
They were
maybe
just
put out
"Who's
a
this one?
game
We don't know her."
To meet your Gods and Monsters employee episode.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we should have another
We
one of
haven't- we
those.
haven't done
Yes.
that in a
You
long
want to
time.
jump on for a minute? You want to jump on and talk for
You
a
need to
minute?
go?
Of
Come on, come
course.
sit. She can
Here.
sit right
All
there.
right.
Yeah, here.
While she's sitting down, I'll read another quick note here. Alfred says, "Ask Todd about the giant ship we had."
Oh, is that Alfred De Gregorio?
Yes, it is.
My fantastic floor manager. Al brings up a good point. We had Nolzer's Miniatures recently released it was in accordance with Ghosts of Salt Marsh. Ghosts of Salt Marsh is their new adventure module. They put out a full, like, it's probably 3-foot long pirate ship.
Wow.
For your miniatures. Really cool. But we had it for all of like 2 weeks, and it sold very quickly.
Oh, it did?
Oh, yeah. No, it was great. It's $250, but it was so cool. Like multiple levels, magnetic little bows that you put on it's so cool. So cool. But,
Well, good. Thank you, Alfred, for bringing your
thanks,
question up.
Al.
Or Todd, to answer.
Hey, everybody, look. Who's this?
Why don't you
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, it's me, it's Kira.
Kira?
I started cage dancing here about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I'm running the bar sometimes, and you'll be able to see me as your friendly neighborhood synth on the Escape
Right.
of all 5,
I,
4, 2, 1.
I, I also
Yeah.
mentioned, you may remember, Kira, from an earlier discussion that we were having about the MVP when we did our escape room.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
it was
okay.
me.
yes, she's the winner.
Was
She-
Kira also here for when Good Day Orlando was here?
Yes.
You were in the
yes.
cage, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
I recall that. Yes.
Yep. That was her.
Okay, excellent. That's good. Yes, you're on now.
But you're not creeping or anything. You just
No.
Okay.
I just like, hey, I'm watching morning news, and there's a girl in a cage.
I know where I know her from.
Well, excellent. Tell us what is it you're looking forward to when it comes to this escape room? You have anything that?
Well, I look forward to just showing people a different kind of escape room. I can honestly say, I've only played one, but I will say that it's so much different from the one that I did play, and I assume that most escape rooms follow the same kind of format. We just kind of threw the format out the window, and we're like, we're going to do our own thing. Welcome to our Fallout Haven.
Good.
You get to get locked in here, and you get to drink while you do it.
Oh, that's true.
And
Yeah.
you get to be kind of a part of it. Like you were almost a participant. Well, you kind of are a participant. Yeah. So more fun for you.
Absolutely. It's a lot of improv, which I actually really love. I used to be super scared of improv, but then I got in here and I got so comfortable with all the people that come in here, the regulars. And then every single time I'm in here, I'm seeing new faces, and I love to play off of that energy.
It
It's
is
a really
getting
fun time.
rowdy in here.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
yes,
noticing
it
the
is.
volume level is picked up.
They
These
are-
are our
they
escape
are-
room participants.
They're
Very,
too excited. They can't
very
contain
excited.
themselves.
They're
Yes.
getting ready.
That's-
They're pre-gaming it.
That starts at 11:30 for them? I thought it would have started by now.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 20 after right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to close up the bar.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got to close up the bar because, once the escape room's in effect, the bar's got to be shut down.
Well,
Oh,
not
yeah.
really, because there are a certain number of drinks that they can choose from for
Yes.
their first drink. Is that
Oh,
correct?
that's true. That's true.
Now,
So-
just a quick question: are they able to get another drink during the gameplay, or is just the one?
Yes, absolutely. Booking the game comes with one drink, but you do have the option. Since you have the bar to yourself, you can buy as
Okay.
many drinks
Now
as you
that
like.
is a cool thing.
But you got to watch the clock, man. No time to be drinking, man. The clock is ticking on this game.
But Kira
Okay.
is very efficient.
You're
she will
like-
get you a drink
you're
in
like-
30 seconds.
You're
or
like,
less.
all right,
I'm on
nerd.
Exactly.
She's the equivalent of the person on the side of the road with the water bottle as the runner runs by.
Yeah.
So she's just got the drink
It's
ready for
me.
you.
I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like, if I
You
slip you a
you guys
super good
figure it
tip,
out, I
will
need
you
a
give me
drink.
an extra
Yeah.
hint? Extra hint, maybe?
I don't know. Maybe it depends on
Solve
how
this
good
damn
that tip
riddle.
is.
No, I guess.
So before Gods and Monsters, where would we have seen
Synths
you,
can
Kira?
be
Anywhere
bright.
else we would have seen you?
Yes, I actually dance a little bit around town. I go dance. I
Okay.
also do burlesque.
Okay. Ooh.
If you are familiar with the Southern Nights Orlando crowd, I actually dance with the Les Vixens. They're a lesbian burlesque troupe.
Suddenly a little
here.
heart just popped up in the live feed as you started talking.
It was the Vixens. So yeah, I dance with them. I do burlesque around town.
Southern Nights
Yeah,
is
I'm
still a
just kind of-
place? It's still there?
Oh, absolutely.
I
Do you
didn't
know
know.
they actually just opened up Southern Brewery? So now it's like
Oh,
you
expanding.
can pregame and then postgame.
No, it's
Excellent.
interesting because I
You
know-
like beer?
I've heard of beer. Southern Nights is a place I've heard of from like 15 years ago, and it's rare that some place
Oh,
like that
it's
would
still
be open
jumping.
as long as it has been.
Oh, it is running.
That's terrific.
I used to get a lot of attention in my youth when I would go to Southern.
Oh, really?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Really?
A lot of attention.
Not touching it.
Wow.
Todd makes it sound
They-
like he had a fan club.
That
Not
wasn't
even-
that
not
wasn't
even
their
touching
problem. Don't worry,
Not even.
they touched it. Don't worry, they handled that for you.
Okay.
So before your time at Gods
Sounds
and
like-
Monsters and the burlesque, did you grow up here in Central Florida?
I did. I'm originally from a little town called Ocala.
Oh,
It's
okay.
horse country.
Sorry.
All right. She broke free.
I
and-
did break free.
Yes.
I got out of there.
Yeehaw.
Got out of that podunk town, and I came to the big city of Orlando.
All right.
State Road 200. Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, so I'm from the little small town. Actually,
And when was the first time you met Todd and Anna?
I met Todd and Anna 2 years ago, actually through a mutual friend. Her name is Miss Mary Beth McKenzie. You may also know her as Sissy Mary Sinful, the
Is she a Mary
beautiful
Beth?
burlesque dancer and fire captain of
she's
Fahrenheit Foxes.
Our fire-breathing mistress.
Yeah.
Has she been here before?
Yes,
Doing that
yes.
here out in the
Yeah.
lobby?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
recall. I recall.
If you were here on our
Grand opening. Our second grand opening, yes.
The anniversary parties.
Yes.
Pretty much any of them.
If
She's been here.
If you've ever seen anybody spitting fire at our place, it was
It's-
probably Mary.
It's Mary.
Gotcha. Yes.
So I was in a theater troupe with Mary, and
Okay.
then she said, "Hey, I work at Gods and Monsters." I'd heard of Gods and Monsters, but I had never gotten the chance to actually come through and see what it was about. That was after the Artagon aftermath.
Oh, yes, yes.
The incident.
After the incident, I found out that it was relocated to here, and she brought me in and was like, "Hey, they need cage dancers. I think that you're a good fit." And I came in, and I instantly fell
Meaning
in
you
love with
fit
it.
in the cage? Is that correct?
That's right.
I did. I fit in that cage, and
Fantastic.
I am rocking that cage. Actually, this Saturday, if you guys are coming through for the Elephant Graveyard fundraiser.
What the what?
Explain.
So it is one of our themed parties. This time around, it's about the new Lion King movie that's coming out.
Gotcha.
Saturday night. Yep, it's all about the Lion King. We'll be streaming the movies on our big screens in there, and you might catch Scar dancing in the cage.
Oh.
Who fits in the cage?
I think
very nicely
I think the cage needs a webcam.
I have heard.
Can we make that happen?
Oh.
There should be a webcam in the on the stage.
That would be cool.
I've
That would
heard
be
that
really
movie is a shot-for-shot remake.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
okay, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sure, but I mean, how are you going to do that weird dance number that they do with all the animals and the zebras in the circle?
Is it John? It's John Favreau.
Favreau is directing. Yeah, I'm already. You're already feeling the backlash on the internet. It's like, why are they remaking this? There's no humans in it. It's already kind of animated, and it's like,
It looks very.
introduce
pretty.
it to a new
I'm-
audience.
It's going to be fine.
Sure,
Yeah.
it'll be
But-
fine.
I'm very curious. I saw the full new Mulan trailer.
Ooh.
Oh man, that looks so good. Don't even have the silly talking dragon in this movie. Let it just be
But
what it
what's
looks
Eddie
like it's going to
Murphy
be.
gonna do?
He'll be fine.
He's gonna play all of the
He
other roles.
Yeah.
Job.
It's a one-man band over there.
Eddie
At the-
is Mulan.
Mulan's family at the dinner table. It'll
He
be
is
all him again.
Mulan.
He'll do every
He's
character. Yeah.
Mulan's grandmother.
But if you haven't seen the trailer for Mulan, it looks excellent.
What's good about that is that they can make Mulan extremely stylized, and I think that's a
They did.
great
Wait to see the
direction
trailer
for them
yeah.
to go.
Go see the trailer for that. They did.
Although, you know, this feels like 1991 all over again, where Disney is pumping out one after another really great animated films, and now they're remaking them all in the live action.
Right.
And then they're going to be out of material in the next 4 years because they'll have done
True.
everything.
They will have
They'll
cycled
have
all the way through everything
remade
again.
Everything that they've
Yeah.
already made.
Treasure Planet was, I think, the one that I heard the most recent.
Really?
news
Fans
about.
have been
Yeah,
dying.
Which was
fans have been screaming for
Oh,
that.
the Treasure
those-
Planet. Yeah, that.
all those that one fan has been screaming for the remake. I was like, wow, that's a weird one to do.
Well, you know.
So what night is that again with the Lion King? That's this
Saturday.
Saturday,
That's this
you said?
Saturday, yes.
wow.
Good. You got any other events
Coming
that you can
right
think
up.
of you'd want to mention that are coming up?
Ooh.
Oh,
Like
something-
when can
something's
people
going on.
when can people come?
There's
to
something
Vault?
going on. You hear
yeah,
it?
they're very excited.
They're booing or
Do you
cheering.
hear
Very
all of that
exciting.
in the background? That's all the excitement from our Escape Vault
Yes.
5421 experience.
Launching this evening.
Come on.
Launching right now as we speak.
Launching right now. You
Holy
can-
shit,
you
it
can
sounds like
book
there's a
right
riot
now.
going
We do
on.
Sounds
ask
like they're
that
having a
you
good time.
book.
It'd be awesome if someone just ran like behind us, ran on camera, missing an arm, and just comes running out. Like we don't even mention it. We just
Kira,
keep going.
when-
Sir, you're on fire.
When can somebody come to Vault 5421 and see you behind the bar?
Well, we are open right now on bar operating days. It's going to be Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. On Wednesdays, we are open 5 to 11.
5 to 11.
And then,
Preach, girl.
depending,
Preach.
depending on whether or not it's jumping up in here. If it is, we might stay open till midnight for you.
Ah.
That's right.
On Friday and Saturday, we are open 5 to 1.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. On Fridays, that is till 1.
Yep. If
regular
it's the
party
weekend,
hours.
we are jumping. Yeah.
All right.
Crush it.
That is the days for the bar. Any other days, we're actually open for our escape room bookings.
Yeah.
So if you've got a birthday coming up, or maybe you just want to come and reserve the vault for yourself and your friends, please
Yes.
get on it.
Yeah, we do that too. You can reach out through Facebook, and my wife will handle the back end stuff and get you get you settled.
And it's recommended 18 and up for the escape room.
It is.
More,
It is,
more
yeah.
than recommended. It's
But
required.
are family friendly.
It is a bar.
Right.
Actually, it's a bar. Is it 21 and up for escape room?
it is. It's
No.
no.
It's actually you can come with your families. We
Excellent.
do offer a number of non-alcoholic drinks.
Good. That's good to
Yeah.
hear.
So,
Okay.
yes.
All
it's-
are welcome.
Yes, all are welcome.
all are welcome.
But it's a lot more fun if you're 21.
That's
and up.
Yes.
That's pretty much true about all life things.
that's right.
Are you a friend of Crystal's at all? Who's been on our show many times?
Have you ever met Crystal?
I'm not
Spider and
sure.
Crystal? No.
I don't think I have. No.
Okay.
Just ran it and didn't say hi to her, but she was
Queen Q.
Queen Q on our show. Yes.
She used to be a regular on the show.
Does
She-
she have the super colorful mohawk?
Sometimes she does in
sometimes
photos.
she does,
Yes,
yes.
she's clean shaven
I
right now,
think-
bald headed.
Yeah.
I met her.
She's Storm. She does a lot of
during
Storm.
The Gods and Monsters
Actually,
Anniversary
she does
series.
Jedi
Probably
training
would've
now.
met.
We were at
That's right. Yeah,
we were at Disney Studios like 2 weeks ago, and she was out there with the little kids doing Jedi training.
That's
We didn't
awesome.
want to go up and say hi because all the little kids and shoo shoo shoo. But she's out there and she does that in the full Jedi garb.
Those kids will
Awesome.
take an eye out.
Yes, that's awesome. I didn't know if you'd had met her before because we haven't seen her
Miss
in a
you,
while.
Queen Q.
Yes, we have not seen her in quite some time, or
been a while.
or Spider, as well. Oh, I see Darian behind us now in a 10-second delay. He's at the register, some kind of money transaction going on, or perhaps he's just counting up the register for the night. What's going on? It's 11:30.
Hold on.
He's like,
Hey,
is it
Darian.
time to go home yet?
Was that like a mighty yawp that they were yelling?
We
Yeah,
just heard a
what
loud
was
noise.
that ruckus?
Is that what it was? Were they getting psyched
Getting
up?
the group pumped up.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Could you describe the ruckus? Oh man.
All right, so
Hey, we've got an escape room now. That's weird.
yeah, it just launched. It just launched.
That's so weird.
It
There's
just
Todd-
happened.
Todd Fisher bringing it all the way back around.
And if they are successful, perhaps at midnight they'll come out of here successful. Or
We will see.
Who knows?
I mean, do you know which one
Could
they?
all die. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit later though, because they have about 45 minutes to play.
Okay.
And then
If that's
and then
the one
get
they
an
chose.
extra
Did-
like 30 if they choose to just kind of chill and hang out at the bar.
Do we know yet what they chose?
I
for
think
the
They
were-
season?
chose advance, so
Yes,
they'll
Okay.
be in there
Oh,
for playing
right.
for
They've
at
done
least
this
45
before.
minutes.
They're after that T-shirt, man. They're
Oh,
after
yeah.
the T-shirts. And the stickers.
They want to be first on the leaderboard.
They
They're
said
up.
no beginner mode today. We don't need any.
Wow.
And that-
they
and-
came to
and
play.
thus-
That's the alcohol talking.
and thus the heroic yawp that we heard.
Yup.
Yes.
go,
They've done
let's
this
do it.
before. Perhaps they've done other
Mama
escape
needs
rooms
a new
before.
sticker.
Will we be seeing anybody doing escape room reviews for newspaper or magazines or anything like that you know of that have been invited?
I
Or
would like to think so. I would think. Was it Nar City? Nar City did a.
Yes.
oh, I did
a
see
piece.
something from yes.
Man,
you,
we've
you
been
put
getting
that
a
link
lot of
up.
traffic from them. I know you're watching.
Thank you so
They're
much.
not watching. Yeah, Nar City, you have. I think you've done 2 different editorials on us so far. One on the shop and one on the bar. And thank you so much. It's really driven a lot of people here and a lot of focus.
I think
to
you
us.
just put the link up recently to the Nar City thing on the Gods and Monsters
no,
Facebook page.
Very, very influential. Those guys. So yes.
And actually, after Good Day Orlando, David Martin actually came in with his wife and they played.
True story.
No
So that
kidding.
was
Yeah.
pretty,
They
it was
played the
pretty
game?
Awesome. Yeah, they did.
That's great.
Yeah, it was
about
him and the
that?
wife
Yeah.
and the Fatone
The Fatone
siblings.
family,
Yeah.
his
The
neighbor
siblings, I think.
Steve, I believe.
They said, "Make it hard. We don't want any hints.
Excellent.
Do not help us at all."
Yeah.
Did they?
And-
Were they
and how did
successful?
do? Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, well, that's what they get.
That's good.
But they
Almost
gave us a
exa-
lot of very valuable feedback.
They did.
Almost,
Good,
which
which
is
is what you
exactly
need,
what
yes.
you
Yeah.
want from people.
Exactly. No, they were very
Almost
cool.
only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's right.
Well, that's good they
it was
came
good.
out.
It was good to have David and a group like his group in because they're like super enthusiasts.
Oh, are
They're-
they? Okay.
They've done them all. So they've got what would you call it? World experience
Good.
with.
So you got the
escape room
feedback
stuff.
you really needed from
And,
them.
like those are the kind of groups that we were really hoping to get to go through were people that had been through several and had knew the ins and outs and could give us some valuable feedback and
'Cause it's
tell
tough
us what- tell us
sometimes.
what we were doing wrong.
That
Right, because
one
sometimes
puzzle
people
was
won't give you
lame.
their honest opinion. They'll just say, "Hey, we loved it. Thanks
Well,
for." But you need to hear.
We had to tell them to be very blunt with us, and it was very helpful. Like they were, I'm sure some
Good.
of them were probably being nicer about it than others, but it was very very helpful, and it helped us to really tweak the end product. I
Well,
think.
good.
So,
Well, good.
yeah.
Word on the street already is that it's
Word
it's
on
popular. Look, they came in here on Facebook Live. They were cheering.
They
and
were
walked
yawping.
inside. Yes, they were
yawping.
yawping.
We can't,
behind a
we
closed
can't fake
door.
That.
Right.
That happened.
I mean, that was way. You see how far back the store is on the camera there? They're way back there, and we could hear that all the way from back here. That they were cheering. They were yawping.
excited.
The word is yawping. Yes.
They're having a wonderful time. Please take their lead and
Yeah,
book.
right.
Actually,
Book
that,
today.
That seemed like more people than I thought were coming for this group because like the initial 6 showed up, but then like another 4 more or so.
They said that there might be more coming in.
That's great.
So, yeah,
And really
I'm
quickly,
down.
what is it? It's a minimum of how many people and a maximum of how many people?
I think it's 6. 6 is kind of a good baseline.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it with 4 as the
Sure.
as the minimum. 4
Okay.
would work. But
And I think we allow the opportunity to buy out the remaining spaces in a 6-room thing. Like if you're 4 people, I think you can buy out the other 2 to have the room to yourself.
I see. Okay.
That way, if let's say another couple were to try to book that, you could book it to where it was all yours. Is what I'm saying.
Or
So-
it's hibachi style, and you're just seated with these 2
Correct.
people, and they're like, "Who are
Right,
these
right.
weirdos?"
When you have to
Come
fill
on.
out a foursome on a golf course, and it's like,
Yes.
I just want to golf with my friend. No, 2 more coming with you.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the things that I had never even considered not having any kind of experience with
Right.
escape rooms, and that was something Matt said. He says, "Oh yeah, a lot of places do that. It's
a cool place to meet friends."
Because and that's what he said. He said some groups are super cool with meeting new friends, and it's how they've refined their own group because they'll bring in people that were good from other groups, and I don't know.
and other
it's-
groups are like, no new friends. Sorry.
no, thank you. Right. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, good. I'm glad to see that it's a weird premiere that we're at. Usually when we're at a premiere, there's activity going around and stuff, but it's
movie or
behind
it's a-
closed
Oh,
doors.
this is a little
We are not
low-key.
allowed to, we don't want to be giving anything away. We don't want to sneak back there with a camera. We want everyone to enjoy the experience and know that this is a spoiler-free Facebook Live
No,
episode.
you know what? If I were doing anything right now, it would be doing exactly this.
Aw.
Talking about it with you guys is kind of cool. These guys have actually been doing this show since before we were even a thing.
Wow.
They caught wind that we were.
We did pre-episodes, yes.
Right, we did pre-episodes when we were still in like the conceptual phase. When I think we had the space.
Yeah, episode 1 was just you in the empty room showing me, this is
Yeah.
going to go here and that's going to go there. And I was,
Yeah, and he didn't know me.
You're a crazy person.
no, I just knew you through another friend, through Rodney Dubé, friend of ours.
Art didn't know me from Adam. He
Right.
knew me as an acquaintance of a friend of his.
But I knew something cool was happening.
Yeah.
We all did.
And what is it?
150. This is our 153rd episode, I think.
153rd episode.
And we're at the 2. We just hit the 2-hour mark just now on this episode.
So
when
this
we
will
do an
probably be
episode,
broken up into 4 or 5 episodes.
I used to do that. And break it
anymore?
up, but
No.
now it's just like, no,
Okay,
let's just
all
put
right.
it out there.
All
But
right.
that's actually probably not good for YouTube. Nobody wants to sit and watch a 2-hour YouTube.
You know what though? If you've been with us this long, I'll
know
buy
what
you.
you're kidding.
I'll buy you
yeah.
a T-shirt.
You've got the option. Of course, you could be watching this on Facebook Live right now, but it'll also be up on our YouTube channel in
story.
another day or so. Once
None
it's
of
all
you
edited
new people
together.
who came in here either. None of you
right.
new people. I'm saying people from the start.
Robbie and Aaron only.
Yes, getting messages from Alfred also. Asked
Alfred.
you did ask about the giant ship. We did.
Yes.
And then Alfred said something later that said, no, it was me. Not sure what that's referring to, but it has to do with ship, perhaps.
Jesus, that was 40 minutes ago, Art.
Yes, and then
That
Aaron,
would be Al. Al demanding that he be given credit for selling the ship.
Oh, okay.
Internet.
Hi, Al.
Al sold the ship.
Hope he got his commission for that, yes. And then Aaron also saying you need someone to do an old school passing out flyers. I think they're referring to
Oh,
the
yeah.
escape room. You
Of
know.
course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
The internet is our flyer, though.
Yeah.
We-
the
we-
We'll
internet
reach
is
far
our
more
flyer.
people for cheaper.
yeah.
Yes. So I suppose at this moment now
social
they're in
media.
the thick of it back there.
They
They're
are.
getting through.
Well, by now they should have gotten through probably 'cause
Introductions.
There's like a 15-minute kind of
tutorial.
tutorial.
pre-show.
Yeah, pre-show
Right.
tutorial, like the first thing when you're playing a video
Yeah,
game.
you actually have to solve a puzzle to start the game.
That's
Yeah.
right.
which is unique and
Yeah.
interesting.
And then so they should by now they should be probably getting into the actual timed portion of the game.
Did each one of you go through and pretend to be a participant just to see how it ran for you?
I think you were.
Kira did.
Well, yes, I did that with another group because they were coming in and doing kind of the same thing. They were doing a video for their
A couple
YouTube
of geeks.
channel.
A couple of
Yeah,
geeks
couple
Oh,
of
with
geeks.
Talon and
fun.
Alita.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And they were with their friends. What is
Geekapella.
Geekapella? They have
Geekapella.
beautiful voices, by the way. Wow.
Geekapella and a couple of geeks were here. Okay.
Geekapella and a couple of geeks came in,
was a
and they wanted to
geek-heavy
video a
Ki-
little
Kira,
more.
Kira is our local songbird, by the way.
Hello.
Oh, excellent.
But yes, they came in and it was sorry, blanked on the question.
Yeah, you pretended to help for about 5 minutes, and you were
I
just like,
pretended to help for 5 minutes, and then I was like,
Never
"So I'm
mind.
gonna go sit at the bar. Hand me a Goodwood, thank you."
So Todd, you haven't come through as a participant, and, like,
I have
from
not.
beginning
Well,
to
who
end.
knows
I
how
was
to solve
I was going to say,
everything, though.
and that's really the only reason is
You
because
already know,
I've
right.
been an instrumental part, and I wouldn't say instrumental, but I've been involved in every step of the way, so I know pretty much what how to do this.
It's like when you design the video game, it's not a whole lot of fun
It's
to play
it's
it.
so much
super
fun.
difficult to come in and try to even pretend to play it because
Sure.
it's like I helped make this puzzle. I already
Right,
know
right,
what
right,
the
right.
answer
Yep.
is. I
Yeah.
can't even say anything because
You got to
that'll
play
be too much
completely
if it hit.
stupid, and yeah, it's no, I haven't done it.
So-
but basically because I've lived it.
Yes,
I've been
lived
living
it. Oh, so without giving
Todd
too much,
is a puzzle.
Yes. Without giving too much away, Greg, tell us a little bit on your involvement with the video portion of these things.
Well, I came in and in the beginning of the whole. Well, once you solve the initial puzzle and you find the synth that's to help you for the rest of the program, then they start a informational video, I suppose. And that's where you're going to get a lot of the information that you need to play the game. I can't give you any details as to
Correct.
whom
No.
I videotaped or what that information is, but it's just general information of how to play the game and what's fair to do, what's not fair to do. What you're not supposed to do. Don't tear up the place or anything
Yeah,
like that.
like an intro video with a little tongue-in-cheek humor, and
Because there is literally hundreds of things in there, and if people start going in there willy-nilly and just tearing stuff off walls trying to find clues, well, then this experiment's only gonna last for about a month.
you have to give them a little bit of guidance in the
Yes,
beginning, just
exactly.
so they don't go hog wild. And
So it
you
was
know, some
really,
direction.
really, I think, really, really well done. It was a fantastic actor that we found to play the part, and it's just something that everybody's gonna have to come and see.
Oh yeah.
And thank you, Greg, for the help with that. Like you
Yes.
were
Absolutely.
you were super available.
Pretty awesome.
You did subtitles, if I recall.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I did because the
Super
actor had a
excited.
little mumble mouth.
That's right.
All right.
No, that's not true.
In one sentence, we went from how awesome this guy was and just threw him
Man.
right under the bus.
That is
This guy
not
was
true.
This guy was great.
That is not true. It was a request for anybody who might have some hearing difficulties.
Sure.
So that they could participate without any problems.
Yes.
I guess that's true. Now, is there music playing in the bar as this is going on, or any kind of distractions to make it more challenging?
There is a light soundtrack, but it's mainly like a Fallout radio. I think
It is, yeah.
We keep Fallout radio playing in there pretty much all the time, and so it's turned down to the point where it's not too distracting. We don't want them too distracted, but every now and then that video guy will jump in and be like,
You suck.
"You suck at this."
Well, we've talked about this on the show before, but when it comes to pushing out and expanding, any other news about what's going on in this facility and if you'd be branching out in any direction?
I wish there was some more movement on that. I would love to see something happen. Like, not that I want to see Tony or anybody go away, but I mean, I would love to have some room to spread my wings a little
I
bit
mean,
in
with
here.
this
Tell you
escape
what,
room
though.
things.
Yeah.
That sushi place was packed tonight.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like this. It's
like I
like
almost
this
want to go there now.
little tarped off area that doesn't even look like it's a thing. Like if you have to like peek behind the curtain to see if they're even open, and they're there
They were-
all hours of the night.
They
and
were doing
everything.
a bustling business when I got here.
It's crazy, and I think it's distinctly the draw of the chef that they've got. So
Oh, yeah?
apparently he's a big deal, and carries with him a great following.
Wow.
So yeah, they're packed pretty much all the
Do
time.
you know anything about pricing over there?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Zero idea.
No.
I'm
'Cause I love
I'm
sushi.
frankly surprised they're even around.
But
Like,
I don't
even.
but I don't
know.
like $16 rolls. That's not
Right.
my thing.
Yeah, these are probably 40
Nope.
per
Pass.
rice.
I will. I
Well,
will
40 per
continue
rice
getting my
grade.
40
sushi
per
at
rice grade.
Publix. Okay.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you and catch up also on your anniversary episode that you had. You had the vendors out here, and it was pretty packed. You want to tell us a little bit of what that evening was like?
Well, it's always great to appreciate our fans and give them a little party to play, and the vendors out have become kind of a staple. We had who did we have this time? A bunch of artists.
Ooh, we had Rhea Smash Cakes out there.
Oh yeah. Are they the ones? Are they the ones that do the ones with the shots? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
What,
do
like-
They
these
do boozy cupcakes.
In a cupcake?
fucking
Yeah.
boozy
Wow.
cupcakes. It's so great. She's got these cupcakes, and she's got like this little syringe of booze that she sticks in the top. It's just like you gotta. It's so amazing. Like they're great, and she does ones with like like bacon on them.
Yeah,
and it's
she had a cupcake up
so
there. I don't know
tasty.
Bacon
what it was
cupcakes?
called, but it was like, it was just looked like a regular cupcake, had the icing all
Yeah.
nice, and right on the top, she smacked 2 pancakes and a piece of bacon.
Ah,
So
Come
she was
on.
making bacon pancakes.
Yeah.
That's
Bacon
right.
Pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
excellent.
She also made a cupcake that complements one of our shots in the vault called the Blow Me Morty.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It was
really awesome.
based on
She'd-
one of our shots.
Yeah, she'd go and she'd sell that cupcake and be like, by the way, go
Can you
inside
name
and
a
get your
couple of
shot."
your specialty shots right now? Because
Ooh, yes.
there's one in there
Get it.
that made me just go, that is goddamn brilliant.
Is it the Cinnabite My Ass?
Yep. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So yeah, we have the Blow Me Morty, the Cinnabite My Ass, which is
That
my
was
favorite to
brilliant.
say. What else do we have? We have the Stim Pack. We have
And the Cenobite my ass. That's with like some cinnamon.
it's actually none of that.
what?
no.
No. Oh,
It is
well, you've missed an opportunity.
blueberry, lemon, and vodka.
Oh wow.
Blueberry. I'm just picturing it.
I
in
mean,
my
that
head.
still
Lemon,
sounds
vodka.
delicious, but I think you missed an opportunity there to have a cinnamon
A cinnamon
shot. Like a. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, if you want something with a little bit of kick, we always have the Nuka-Cola drink.
Oh yeah, Nuka-Cola's back, right?
You know
It is
what?
back.
Yes.
It's back on the menu. Come on and get one.
I never try those specialty drinks. I'm a beer
come on,
purist.
you
I
gotta.
I'm a beer purist. I like to
I
have
feel
some of
that,
the
but
beers.
lucky we have over
not.
130 craft beers to choose from.
That's
What?
right. There's
How
so
is
many.
that? 130? Impossible.
There's so many.
Over
many.
130.
There are
Impossible.
many.
I probably had half of them.
It's possible.
You probably have at this point.
Yeah, probably.
So, any other vendors you had here for the anniversary that kind of stood out in your mind?
I don't know the name of the girl. Anna would know the name of the girl. The one that was
Girl that
doing.
selling all the things.
Yeah, she,
All the
that one
You
girl
know,
selling
the girl,
things.
selling the thing. Yeah.
I know one of them was called Wasteland Girl. That's
Okay.
her Instagram, actually.
sure.
If you
Alright.
have an Instagram, follow Wasteland Girl.
But they
all
were,
of her things are
but
so
they were
awesome.
doing, wasteland style armor
Yeah.
and headdresses. And,
I got an entire gladiator suit.
dude.
Wow.
I mean, an entire breastplate and matching skirt.
So
It was
cool.
amazing.
Just real quick, he might already be gone, but Aaron has stuck with us almost the entire show. But
Man.
he's checking in for the night.
Oh,
He's-
yes.
he's checking out for the
Thanks,
night.
Bye,
Aaron.
Aaron.
Good night, guys. 5 a.m. comes fast, says Aaron.
That's crazy.
That's right.
No, don't do that.
Now, David Maddox is saying hello to Todd.
Hey, David Maddox. Also a accomplished filmmaker, David Maddox. How you doing, Dave?
Friend of Gods and
Good to see you.
Monsters, David
Of
Maddox.
course. Yes, friend. Yes, he's been around. About as long as you guys have. He's been here since the beginning of the old place. So
Nice.
yeah,
I must have run into him once before here over the years.
I'm sure. No. David's a good guy, but he does some really good work. He's. I think he's still. Are you still doing work for Florida Hospital, or I think he's their videographer for. I think it's Florida Hospital, but
We
yeah.
won't know for another.
Oh,
15
thanks for the
seconds,
plug, he
but-
says.
Oh, yeah.
Batman documentary.
The first project that we ever
Says
did
it will
was-
happen.
You better.
He interviewed you?
He did.
Yes, I do remember this.
Yeah,
This,
a
is
couple.
different than the Star Wars thing, probably, right?
Well, same guy. Same
Yes.
guy. Yeah, he did a Batman documentary that.
And he has
that-
confirmed, yes, sir.
Yeah.
That
it's in writing. You saw.
He says
him.
it will
He
happen.
said it will happen.
It will happen.
I think there. I would imagine that there's still a trailer up for it. He made it. He at least cut the trailer for the documentary that he was doing. But that was a lot of fun.
Called
And
Star Wars Full Circle.
Full Circle. Go to Star Wars.
Yeah,
Said
Star
that
Wars
comes out
Full
this
Cir-
fall.
Full Circle came out later. He did somewhere in the interim there. He did a Watchmen documentary that was really good.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, he's a blast.
I
man.
think
He's
were
great.
you in the trailer that he did put together? I do remember.
I believe I am in.
I remember that.
The trailers for each of those. Yes. Yes.
I do recall that. Well,
That's
that's David piping up and saying hello to us on the show. Glad to see people are watching.
Carrying
live.
my controversial comment that Michael Keaton was very short. I say that in the trailer that Michael Keaton was very short.
Very short.
That wasn't a
Yeah.
Batman film.
Well,
Wow, we mentioned Michael Keaton on
I know.
Facebook a few months back, and I'd put a picture up with him, and it's like you were like, "Yes, what do we need to do to make this happen? To see Michael Keaton as an elder Batman."
Yes,
God,
Batman Beyond
right?
Batman
Yes.
would be
Come
great.
yes, please.
You got to believe it's going to happen, right? Just because that's how it starts, whispering on the internet, and then suddenly you got to think.
It's
Michael
kind
Keaton's
of-
like, yeah, this makes sense.
It's kind of
That's
the
how-
metaphysical
that's how
way
you start a rumor.
Start a rumor.
That's right.
That's how you start a rumor successfully.
That's right. That's
Beyond Batman,
that goes
correct?
way
What
back
would be
from our
the
first
age
shows where we were
that he
talking
would
about
need to be?
rumors.
Is he about right there now?
He could pull it off now. Why not? Yeah.
I mean, he's already played a villain in
Spider-Man.
Was it Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes, he was.
That was the newest one, right?
No, Far From Home is the new one.
Far-
he is
Far From
not
Home.
in that
Homecoming
one.
is the
But
one
he's in
before.
Homecoming.
It was the
That-
Vulture.
The
that
Vulture.
scene in the
To
car.
great effect.
They're looking
The
at each
scene in
other
the
through the
car is
rearview
amazing.
mirror. It was just great. Did you see the new Spider-Man? Have you guys
I
seen it?
did. I did get to
Did
see
not
it.
see
I
it yet?
did not.
I have.
No
Excellent.
spoilers. Shut up.
Little, while a little schmaltzy with some of the teenage romance stuff.
Sure.
Well handled.
Not-
And I
not
love
too over- yeah.
the girl that's playing
MJ?
MJ.
Yes.
I started watching Euphoria.
She's a
on the French
superstar.
show.
She's a
so good.
superstar.
So
Yes.
amazing. So
Yes.
amazing. But she's they're great in it. It's a little schmaltzy with the kitty romance stuff, but Mysterio is handled very well.
Yes.
Like I think Mysterio is very well handled in this.
The first half hour of the movie was building up with the possible
storyline.
boyfriend girlfriend type thing,
Sure.
or they will they won't they type thing,
Right.
and it's like I was okay with that. I could almost start to, and then suddenly it kicked into a superhero movie. But they were showing the characters. And like Peter being his awkward self and wanting to be with the girl and tell the girl things, I did like that. They didn't go too
He's a
over
great
the top
Peter,
with it,
too.
isn't he?
Tom
Yeah,
Holland's really,
they'll
really
they'll
good.
lock him down for 10 movies. I mean, he's already done 4, I think, if you count Civil War.
right.
Well, you have to.
No,
count Civil
he's
War.
already done 5.
Yeah.
2 Spider-Mans, the Civil War, the two
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 Avengers.
Endgame movies. He's
Yeah.
already done 5.
Yeah.
Remember when Chris, what's his name, signed on to Captain America, and it was like he signed on for 10 movies, and you're like, oh my God, 10 movies.
And
10
it's
movies
gone
just
already.
blew right through. And Spider-Man's already done 5.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very happy with it.
right there.
You definitely need to see the movie. It was fun.
So yeah,
We
go
saw
see
it with
Far
the
From
kids.
Home.
Kids
It's pretty
loved
good.
it. Far From Home was great. What is coming up next for MCU? Do we know? Is it Guardians?
There is Guardians 3 is in
Have
the
they
works.
started filming 3?
I don't know if they've
Or- so-
actually started principal photography.
So
on
we're
it.
taking a
Yeah.
break. We may not get one over Christmas break,
I
or
don't-
that's
I don't
it.
think
We're
so.
getting our first break from the MCU.
Actually, I'm positive that they haven't started filming because James Gunn is working on Suicide Squad first.
Oh, great.
And then Marvel.
Why are they making a second one of those?
Well,
Reasons.
but James Gunn is doing it.
Yeah,
The
but
guy
why are
that-
they
the guy-
making a second one of those?
Because the first one
Let's
was.
put James Gunn in there, and he can.
Did
fix
they
it.
learn nothing from Fantastic Four? You
Four stick.
can't just keep doing it.
Well, that's I
Doesn't
mean,
work that way.
If we're looking a few years out, that's what's headed next. Like we just with the Fox acquisition, we got the X-Men,
Yep.
we got
Mhm.
Fantastic Four.
Yep.
We'll probably
Deadpool.
finally get a competent Fantastic Four movie. Like, please.
I'm not optimistic.
Don't hold
I
your
mean,
breath.
we
I'm not
went through
optimistic.
3 Hulks
See?
until everybody was okay with the Hulk. So maybe
but
we need
it's under
3.
Marvel Studios. I really
Right.
think that they know their stuff, man. I think that they can do it.
It's like
Yeah.
Marvel's doing now what Pixar was doing when it started. Pixar's still doing it, which is just getting it right every time.
Michael Emke, I apologize if I got your name wrong. He says that the Black Widow movie is filming now.
Oh,
excellent.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So maybe that's going to come first before Guardians. And it's a shame to see that there's going to be a Black Widow movie when she was killed off in the last movie.
It's probably a.
Wait,
Prequel?
A
She was killed
prequel,
off?
yeah.
Wait, what?
I hope it's
What
with her.
What?
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 I hope it's with Black
I mean, at
Widow
this
with
point,
what's her
you-
name?
Wait, no,
Have to hold
Gamora
for
died.
spoilers.
Black Widow didn't die.
She did.
What? You better sit down. I got to tell you something.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Actually, and I know what else is coming. Tom Middleton. Tom
Hiddleston?
Middleton.
Hiddleston.
Thank you. I just saw him sitting at Wimbledon. He had on his suit
Oh,
and
yeah.
tie. He was sitting there. He for the new Disney
so
Plus
great.
program. He's getting his Loki TV
He
show.
gets a Loki
Oh, yeah,
TV
yeah,
series.
yeah.
Yeah, he's getting his TV series.
But that's
and
a
then
TV series.
Yeah, but it'll be on Disney Plus.
Also from
mean,
also the guys that did
sometimes
the
Movies don't
Hawkeye
really translate
and,
that well into TV.
I'm okay
Falcon.
with TV series.
Hawkeye and Falcon are getting a show on Disney Plus also.
And that's where
it's
Hawkeye
Falcon Winter
belongs.
Soldier. It's Falcon Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
you're-
Falcon
you're
Winter
right.
Soldier, and it's the guys that did John Wick, so they're
Oh.
like super exciting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I very much enjoy that John Wick
Plus,
franchise.
plus the Scarlet Witch and Vision series,
Okay.
Oh, I did see that also. yeah.
tentatively called WandaVision, which I think is the greatest title of all
What
time.
is that?
WandaVision.
But it's great because like we're what is it? Disney
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Super excited, I gotta tell you.
November, I
No,
guess.
It's another thing.
I
you gotta
know, it's
buy.
another thing,
It
but
is.
you know what?
It's
They
another thing I'll get death
another
threats
It
about.
is,
subscription.
but they undercut Netflix. It's going to cost $6.99 a month, or you
$6.99.
can pay for the year and get it like
Wow.
way cheaper than the $6.99 a month. Every Disney movie, every Star Wars movie, every
All of it.
MCU,
Well, the Fox property.
everything
all
Fox,
that-
every
yeah.
episode of The Simpsons. Not that we haven't seen them all, but I'm really looking forward to Disney Plus. I really am.
The
You know what I was
Mandalorian.
thinking
The
about the other day?
Mandalorian. They said they're spending $15 million an episode on The Mandalorian already.
I want to. Is there a resource that I can go to? And this is dumb for me to even want
Pornhub.
this. Is there a resource that I can go to?
Not the resource he's looking for.
No,
Don't be so
sorry.
sure.
I can start
It's just my
watching
default. Sorry.
all of the Doctor Who series, like
Oh,
from
yeah.
the 60s.
Oh God.
Sure.
Is there somewhere I can
Who
go
owns that?
to start seeing that?
Amazon Prime has a lot of what is available.
Really?
A lot of it.
All
Like-
right.
Like going back into the
That's a
like
lot.
first and second seasons.
Yeah. Because
uh,
I would kind of enjoy. I know it's really cheesy for the first like 15
it
years.
is, but I mean,
But I'd
if
kinda
you
like
love
to-
the character, if you loved, if you
I
love
don't even
Doctor
know the
Who,
character, to be honest, but I'd like to kind of get.
You know what I would
involved.
suggest for you then? Start with the 2005 series, the modern stuff with Christopher Eccleston. Just start.
Really?
I would because it's cool because it's super accessible. They made it super accessible for people because we hadn't had Doctor Who for about a decade. In
Oh,
between
Michael
that.
coming through with the Pluto TV has a Doctor Who
Oh,
channel.
very good.
Oh,
Pluto
damn, look at
TV.
that.
I gotta tell you. Do you know anything about Pluto
I
TV?
do not. Not a planet anymore.
No, just go to the web. Just type in Pluto.tv. Just it's free TV.
Yeah.
I watch it. We use it at school a lot in my classroom because they have CNN up there or CBS News that
Oh,
just
wait,
pops up.
You can watch live CNN from Pluto.
Yes, now you can. It's.
Oh
I
my
don't get it.
God.
I don't
I've been-
know.
I've
I don't
been watching
understand
this
it.
weird.
suddenly became a commercial. It's amazing.
No, this
Pluto
weird-
TV is
You can
amazing.
watch it from.
I've been watching this weird internet thing where it's like in a little box and it's iffy connection and whatever. But if I can watch it reliably, I'd
Pluto
love to.
TV also has the Buzzer channel, which plays all the game shows from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I watch Match Game all the time
I
on
know.
Buzzer channel.
And your daughters watch it.
Yes,
with you,
we do. We do.
Which is so inappropriate.
It is weird. It's weird.
Inappropriate.
To be fair,
No, Match
to be
Game.
fair, the old Doctor Who is a lot to take. It's you got to really have a taste
But
for
cool.
it. But
They've
it's-
got a Doctor Who
but
channel.
It's been going on for a long time, Doctor Who. So,
Yeah.
but
40 years,
the
right?
modern
50
stuff
years?
is the modern. Yes, over 50 years. The modern stuff is a lot more accessible. And a lot of fun. It's great. Like especially once you start getting into like the David Tennant years and then Matt Smith and all that.
But I think there's something to be said for that storytelling of the 60s where they had very little
Sure.
in tech, very little
Zero
in,
special
yeah,
effects.
Oh,
yeah,
and
just-
like literally, like the second or third episode, they end up on a planet. Well, they end up on Earth, but in prehistoric times, and all of the cavemen have like British accents. It's
Well,
it's
that's, you
super
know.
it's super heightened amounts of silly.
You work
but
with what
it's-
you got.
Exactly. It's super fun though. I love Doctor Who, and like I said, the modern stuff you get some really competent writers on there and some really good sci-fi. So it is definitely worth your time if you just like good TV. Like there's some great TV in modern Doctor Who.
So that's good to know on Pluto TV.
Hell yeah.
Pluto.tv.
Thank you for that, Michael.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can catch the Doctor Who's. He also sang Red Dawn
This
is coming
episode
out with another
brought to you
season.
by Pluto TV.
I didn't know
They
Red
should
Dawn
start
had a first
sponsoring
season.
you
Yeah.
guys.
Red Dawn is
Send me
coming with
shit.
another season, says Michael. I'm not familiar with Red
Really?
Dawn.
What happened?
Red Dawn coming with another season.
Oh, no kidding.
I'm not
There's
familiar
a Red
with
Dawn
that.
series?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Hello.
Have we already covered have we already covered them?
I'm not familiar with that. Yes.
Well, good.
I wasn't
Good.
aware that it
Hawkeye
was
is getting
a
his own
TV
show
series
as well, according to Michael.
Oh yeah, good.
So yeah, Disney Plus is going to give us a lot of
If
new
you-
original programming.
If they want to really impress me, they should do the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye. I believe it was called My Life as a Weapon. Really amazing stuff. It's basically about Hawkeye when he's not an Avenger, when he's just off.
Oh,
you know?
he's off, not shooting bows and arrows.
Well, it's him essentially being kind of the protector of his tenement building.
gotcha.
I think they
And,
have
you
an
know,
opportunity to
it's so good.
to show us what happened in those 6 months between Infinity War
Oh,
and
sure.
Endgame.
when he was at home with his family.
No.
Where he went cuckoo.
Oh, when he went
yeah.
when he goes rogue.
Did the haircut and
Yes.
went a little crazy because his whole family turned to dust. right in the middle of his barbecue, or he was
I
cooking.
wonder if
out
he
like-
did his own haircut.
He corrected himself. It's actually Red Dwarf,
Red Dwarf.
not Red Dawn.
Not Red Dawn.
Damn autocorrect.
See, I
See,
was
that's
super
why we didn't
excited to
know.
go home and watch this Red Dawn TV show. Thank you
No,
for
thanks.
the misinformation.
Aw.
We should do a whole show on remakes that should have never been made.
So that being
Yeah,
said, Red
there's a lot.
Dwarf is coming. There's new Red Dwarf coming. That's crazy. They're all so old now. Like all the actors, like that's a show that's been around for a long time too, and they're making more. Wow.
I wonder what that it's going to be, prequel or just continuation, or
It'll be a continuation, I'm sure, but it's a lot of fun. You know, Red
Not
Dwarf.
another one
Red
of
Dwarf
those
is fun.
situations where the actors are too old to keep playing their characters.
It's yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Picard?
oh no, he's age appropriate. He's the
goddamn
age he's supposed to
ageless,
be,
sir. You bite your goddamn tongue.
This Picard thing is actually the first time we've continued the timeline, and it's not been some sort of prequel.
He has
or
a
let's go
dog.
back. He has a dog, and he's running his winery, and it looks like the same
a
one.
dog.
His dad's old
And
winery.
a duster.
Yes.
A dog and a duster.
Sounds like a fascinating storytelling
Yeah.
of, an
The
old
first-
Cue it up.
of an old man running a winery.
The first 3
Cue it
episodes
up.
are just going to be him making wine.
That's and I'm okay with
Right.
that.
Oh my God.
Will he be married? Do you think Picard will be married?
I will.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's make some predictions. Let's
Okay,
make some
okay,
predictions.
okay.
Okay.
How many of the original Next Generation crew will make appearances in the first season?
It depends on how much money they want to spend on making Data still look like Data.
No, Data's
Special
dead.
effects.
Data's dead.
Well, remember he rebooted himself into that other Data before.
And there's probably
Oh.
been 20 or so years in the interim between this to cover. So anything could happen. Yes,
Right.
we lost Data in Nemesis.
Yes.
But he did a data dump. If
He
you
did
want
a
to say
data
he-
dump
he took his USB
sounds
plug and
gross.
plugged it into B4.
into B4. Very good.
And
knowing the
yes,
name,
I
very
remember.
good.
Yes, but I could see him coming back.
We never did get proper
No,
closure
did not
with
get
that,
proper
though,
closure.
so.
But I did see Jordy was just speaking this week on his Twitter page or something, and he said
How
you can
apt that we
probably
have Next Generation
expect.
music happening right now.
Yes. No, that's Star Wars.
Right. Sure.
You can go now.
Okay.
But LeVar
off
Burton
of the
Isn't it
LeVar
all
Burton
John
mentioned
Williams? I don't know.
LeVar Burton mentioned this week that you could probably expect to see each one of us at one time or another pop up in here. And Jonathan Frakes is probably going to direct
I think he's
Some
already. I
episodes.
think he's already committed to at least 2 episodes.
to direct.
Yes.
Excellent.
Well,
That's
yeah,
good.
because he's a
he knows the
competent
source
director,
material.
yeah.
Yes.
And he's done at least
Direct the Borg movie.
I think at least one of the Discovery episodes.
Oh yeah, or more than
believe-
one.
I
I
believe
thought
that's true.
his name had popped up there. Yeah.
I really
Did you guys see what came out this year? This week rather, under number
Orville?
5. Number 5. Orville number 1. Orville got a comic book.
Nice.
It's over here.
Wow.
Over here. Number 5.
I was going to pull it off the shelf.
Hey, the Orville.
Do you watch the Orville?
I do watch the Orville.
I love the Orville.
I love the
And
Orville.
I'd be in the middle of an
so
episode.
much fun.
I'd be in the middle of an episode sometimes, and I'd be like, "Man, I wish Next Generation had this script."
I'll tell you what I love about it.
How do I see that, by the way?
When it,
Fox. It's on Fox.
the
Oh,
Fox
it's
show.
on Fox. Yeah.
So
Seth MacFarlane.
I could probably
Hulu.
see that on
Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Seth
can go on
MacFarlane.
Hulu, or you can just go straight to like Fox.
Orville started probably the first 3 or 4 episodes
Clunky.
It was. It was clunky by design because I think that they were trying to go more funny. They like they didn't know where the balance was with the humor.
Yes.
And now, like it was every couple minutes you get a fart joke or some kind of Seth MacFarlane humor.
Yes.
Like that's kind of his thing. Oh, here's the.
But
I just heard Seth MacFarlane this week say that he kind of had to sell it to Fox as, "Oh, I'm Seth MacFarlane, so I'm going to do some funny stuff." But he says now that he's really into it,
It's amazing.
it's getting into more about being the story and being a little more dramatic.
It is like there are episodes where I don't really remember hearing a joke like at all. Like
Right.
there's no real levity, and that to me is Star Trek.
What's the name of the
they're
robot?
Essentially doing it's essentially it's a love letter now to Next Gen.
to Next Gen, yeah.
What's
yeah,
the
yeah.
name of the robot who was on the bridge with them?
Fuckerton. I forget
K-Pax,
his-
K-Pax, Kalax,
Yeah.
something.
Sure.
Well, he had a 2-part episode with him in his home world, and it was like, oh man, this show is getting very serious.
name is Jabberjaw. His name is
Jabberjaw.
Thunderbutt. His name is
Kalax,
Turd Ferguson.
K-Pax,
Wait,
and-
is Thunderbutt the unicorn from
Hey, wait, is
Borderlands?
was he not in this episode? Look, he's not in this
I
issue.
think that's Thunderbutt. Princess
Kalax?
Thunderbutt.
So I've never seen an episode of The Orville,
It's
but
okay. Well, good.
I want to.
Season 2 is finished, and it's a January show, so it's
There's
like one from January to
Too
March.
much good content out there.
But
So,
the
well,
scripts
actually,
from
what
the
I thought
Orville
it
are
was,
excellent.
Was like a
Interesting. He's
a
on the cover, but
Star Trek parody,
It kind of is, but now it's just become
its own
It's
entity.
kind
a
of-
Star Trek.
It's kind of Star Trek now.
It's just Star Trek.
it feels very much like Next
Detour.
Gen. It feels very much like Next
Excellent scripts, though. I got to say, very happy with it.
And
I love a good
Just going to
script.
hold it up for a couple
Yes.
seconds so everybody
It's-
can see it.
Who
It has
writes
become
it?
more
Is-
than
is
McFarlane is writing
is
them, yes,
writing
with
it?
his people, but
He is the modern Stephen King. I think he
Yeah?
does so much stuff.
Fox is so happy with him. Because he's given them a great show. It picked up one Emmy
can sing,
nomination
too.
yesterday for special effects, and he can
Oh,
sing.
wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to win. I
It's
mean,
not going to win, but it did pick up
Game
a
of
special
Thrones- Game of
effects.
Thrones is
yeah,
gonna win
Game of Thrones.
71.
Wow, Game of Thrones went batshit crazy at the Emmys,
Man,
and
right?
picked up every major Emmy award, despite all the hate on
And
the
then
internet.
the controversy.
I have a
the
lot,
controversy.
very strong feelings.
Wait, nominated though, right? They didn't win.
No, the nominations came out
Thank you.
yesterday,
Right,
so
yes.
no,
I was
not until
gonna say,
September.
did they win? Did
No, no,
they-
no,
But
no.
they're probably going to win a majority of them.
I don't,
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Does it win best drama though? I don't know.
Oh,
I think it. I think
Please
it does,
don't.
and here's why: because of the Return of the King.
I can't. My phone's recording.
Return of
the
the
show.
King won best. Did it win best picture?
It
Return of the
did.
King won all Oscars it was nominated for. I think it
did
was
it win
11 or
everything?
12.
Right.
It swept that year because all the previous years it was kind of like
Right.
getting nominated but no love. Then the
Right.
third movie came out and
Yep.
everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I should definitely vote this time for
Yeah,
it."
and I don't even know if it was the best of 3 movies, yet it won the awards. And I think there's a certain kind of psychology that goes along with that. It's like, it's been nominated before, and we didn't give it to it then, and this is the last movie. This is the last chance to give them an award for their achievement, so go ahead and give it to them. So I think that's what is going to happen with Game of Thrones again this time. Is like, I know they've won a lot of awards, but
we got for drama?
I'm willing to bet they're going to win
2019.
80% of everything
I think
they've been.
won enough to not win any this
Yes.
season.
Well, they've deserved it too, though.
I'm a big fan of a lot of these
Oh, man,
shows.
the comedies are great.
Do you watch Barry?
I do.
Oh my God, I love Barry.
Did you watch
Is that the
Fleabag?
one with?
He's nominated for Best Actor
Have
also.
you watched Fleabag?
Oh.
From Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Whose name I always forget his name. That's terrible.
I think the only thing on that list I haven't watched is
Oh, The Good
is
Place
Veep.
is awesome.
Good Place is up.
The Good Place is excellent.
really
Also,
awesome.
I'm all caught up on that.
Fleabag is probably my favorite thing. on
Fleabag, which got 0 nominations in season 1, has now gotten a ton of nominations in season 2. Like, what a jump! Like the
Mrs.
Academy
Maisel's
just
really
missed
good,
out. But
loving it.
why can't I remember Barry's name? That's
don't
so
know.
terrible.
But I do
Bill
enjoy it.
Bill Hader, thank
Bill
you.
Hader.
Nominated for Best Actor again.
I
in a
enjoy
comedy.
it. I enjoy
Bill
it when
Hader's a very
comedic
good
actors
actor.
take on more serious dramatic roles.
He and
just
Henry Winkler
kick it.
won the
Hey.
Emmys last year.
Pose is up for drama. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Pose on FX.
We
You know
started watching that.
Pose
the other
is
day.
super good,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
what?
Yeah.
Atlanta did not get nominated this year from FX. Freaking love Atlanta.
Atlanta's really awesome.
All right, so yeah, well, since we're talking about it, we're waiting for our escape people to exit out as the doors get shut. We've
man.
never been here past
We're
closing, I
locked.
believe.
Darian's like, please let me go home.
Drama series. The drama series category is Better Call Saul. Love that show as well.
Is that in
Bodyguard
its
on
third
Netflix.
season now, or-
Better Call Saul might be season. Yeah, you
4?
might be 3 or 4.
I only saw the first
Bodyguard
season.
based off of the movie?
I don't know what Bodyguard is on Netflix, but it's nominated for drama series. Of course, Game of Thrones, Killing Eve, always very popular.
Killing Eve, oh my god.
Ozark
So good.
had one of the best pilots I've ever seen on an episode.
Is that the?
Killing Eve
Michael
actually had
from Arrested Development.
Yeah, Michael.
one of the best villains
Michael
I've seen
Scott
in
and
a while.
George Michael and
George Michael.
Bateman, Justin Bateman. Phew, that was painful
Wow.
to get through that.
What is going on here?
Yes,
Ozark,
amazing. Yeah.
Pose.
Pose.
It's Posse. It's a Western, isn't it? No, it's Pose. Pose is on FX channel. I see the trailers for that a
Succession,
lot.
I'm not familiar
Succession,
What
and
about
of course,
Westworld?
this
Is
is us.
Westworld still around?
I think
West-
people dropped off on this last season of Westworld
Huh.
where they were like, this show's gotten
I
deep
haven't
into
heard
itself.
the hype behind Westworld.
A question. Did Black Mirror
Black Mirror.
get nominated for anything this year for Emmys?
Someone just died in the escape room.
Oh, that
Someone's
sucks.
dying.
No, Black Mirror not nominated for drama, but sometimes for actress it usually does. Let me scroll down.
That's a tough series to give nominations for because it's very episodic. Like they're very
Every
different
episode's
episode to
different.
episode.
I hope you get to talk to these guys when they get out of this room. 'cause
Yes,
they're
I
gonna be
want
so
to.
fucking
I feel
amped
like
up.
we're
They're
gonna
just
have
be
to
like,
turn,
what?
We're gonna have to turn down levels.
I hope they escape. I really want
Yes.
to see them escape.
Oh God! If they don't, we're all dead. They're gonna kill us all.
They're gonna come back. They're gonna come out and trash the store.
Oh God! Flip over.
One nomination for Game of Thrones in
Displays.
the acting category. That's, of course, for Jon Snow.
God.
But Jason Bateman for Ozark. Love that show. Love that show so much.
Amelia Clark.
Billy
for-
Porter is head of the posse,
Oh,
and
Billy
he is nominated.
Porter is so amazing.
The
have
posse.
You, have you heard
which
Billy
is-
Porter sing?
Which is Billy? Which one?
No.
Is Billy Porter?
Billy Porter is Pray Tell.
Got it. Okay.
Lead actress, of course, Game of Thrones for Emilia Clarke, but
No.
also for oh no, the rest must be supporting. Laura Linney is from Ozark. Also, she plays Jason Bateman's wife. That
Linney's
show's
awesome.
fantastic. Killing Eve again. I'm predicting Sandra Oh will probably win.
Oh
Truman
my
Show,
gosh.
right?
Yes, she
Yeah,
was.
she's
So that
great.
was over 20 years ago now.
I saw a movie with Sandra Oh in it, and she was full on topless in it.
Wow.
Sideways.
No.
What was the one with the guys who drink the wine?
That was Sideways.
Okay.
Was the title of this film?
I was watching it on Amazon Prime. It was just a weird movie that.
Or boobies?
It was about a strip club. It was.
Todd's gonna go home and creep on
I can
Sandra
get
Oh.
this. I can get this. It's a movie about a strip club in L.A. Something about
Recently?
blue, something like that. There's blue in the title of this movie. It's on Amazon Prime. If I don't know, Google it. Go
Google
nuts.
it.
I was also happy to see Robin Wright get nominated for House of Cards because I love that she had to carry the entire show this season
Robin Wright
for many reasons.
From Unbreakable.
Yes.
We
Oh,
love
yes,
her
from
in
Unbreakable, of course.
Bill
And of course,
Hader's
always
up.
remembered as
Bill
Buttercup.
Hader.
Lead actor in a comedy series, Bill Hader. And then he won an Emmy last year. I don't know if it was for actor or for directing, and then of course
He's great.
Henry Winkler won the Emmy last year for supporting actor for Barry.
Oh, did
Loved
he?
him, so I hope he's nominated again. Let's scroll down and see.
He's really good in that.
All right,
Lead
listen up.
actress in a comedy.
The movie is called Dancing at the Blue Iguana. It was
got it.
It came out in 2000.
Dancing at the Blue.
Oh, that was when she was still doing.
This was before Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. Oh, okay.
So,
But-
yeah,
but after
full
Sideways.
on, full
Okay.
on nude scenes
Marvelous
and
Mrs. Maisel,
totally
that's a good
topless
one.
all over the
Great
place.
show. Great
Mrs.
show.
Maisel got a lot of love last year at the Emmys, from what I remember.
There's a lot of good limited series people in there. Sam
Chernobyl,
Rockwell's
I
in
haven't
there.
seen yet, but
Jerry
I
Harris is
That's the
amazing.
only reason to
Sam
keep
Rockwell
HBO, right?
is right now. That's
jam.
pretty much what they were saying. Game of Thrones is now over. Please don't cancel your subscription because here's Chernobyl.
Hey,
All right, let's see. Lead actress in the limited series. Sharp Objects got a lot of. Those trailers came out. That looks so good. I haven't seen it yet though.
So much
I'm trying to see competition program. Was that it for the acting? Where was supporting actor? I wanted to see if Henry Winkler got nominated
Well,
again.
here we
Here we go. Drama. Oh, hang on. Let's not scrimp. Look at the Game of Thrones in
What you got?
drama series. Peter Dinklage. But look at this. Game of Thrones in the supporting actress got 1, 2, 3, 4 nominations.
Give it to the little guy. Come on.
Peter Dinklage has won it at least twice now.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
won the
good.
Emmy
I think
twice.
Maisie Williams deserves one.
But he's
Yeah,
smartly
So
in the
he's got-
supporting
he's got
category.
bookends. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's got at least 2. He may have won 2 years in a row, actually.
So do we give it to Macy or do we give it to Lena? Do we give it to Cersei or do
Ooh,
we? Yeah.
I love to hate
Cersei
me some
was-
Cersei.
But
Cersei's
wasn't
so
Cersei
devilish.
barely in this season?
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah.
honest
She
trailer
stared
where
out
they
a
showed her.
window.
All she
Oh,
did
I'm
was stare
sorry.
out a window the whole season.
Stared out a window.
I'm sorry.
Most
And they got
of this season of Game of Thrones, they just spent staring at each other.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
This is. I thought there were just the two. There's also Sansa and
I love
Brienne
Sansa.
of Tarth is on there too. So,
Oh, she is nominated. Yes.
man, I don't know who I give
This
it to.
is a tough. Wow, what a
You know,
tough
for-
category.
For forever, I thought Sansa was like a heavy woman in under all those like furs and stuff like that. And then I looked her up and I'm like,
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
Brienne? Brienne
Brienne
of
of
Tarth.
Tar.
Yeah.
No? No.
No, he means Sansa.
You actually mean Sansa? Oh,
Sansa.
because she's
Really?
always in the furs. You're
always
right.
in the giant furs, and she has kind of a roundish
Because it's
face.
cold
You talking
as
about?
fuck in
She's
the
Dark
north.
Phoenix.
Yes,
Is that who we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Dark Phoenix.
Okay. Okay.
she
Who
has
just
possibly
married
think
Joe
that.
Jonas.
because I didn't know who the actress was until I looked her up, later. Because in all her scenes, she's got this round face, and she's always, covered in all
Were you
these furs
hoping?
and stuff like that.
Were
'Cause
you
she's in
hoping
the
beyond hope?
She's on the far north. She's in the far north.
Man, I hope she gets some ass on her. Girl.
I like them skinny, so it's like that's my thing.
underneath all
No, that's my no. I like the red hair. She's beautiful, beautiful woman.
But you came to. Ooh, Kate McKinnon's up.
Kate McKinnon is
Hey,
nominated.
Kate
Yes,
McKinnon.
because Saturday Night Live, which doesn't happen very often. That's
was
good.
she nominated for Ghostbusters?
No, for How Dare You? No, for Saturday Night Live.
How
No,
dare you, sir?
and she has won before in that category.
McKinnon is so cool. I love
Henry
her.
Winkler is nominated again.
Oh,
He did
yay.
win last year, but also is Stephen Root from Barry and Anthony Kerrigan,
was
the
the-
white, the shaved head. Hello, Barry. Barry, you want
Barry.
the fish sandwich? He's
never
so
saw the
great.
show.
He's so great on that show. I'm so happy to see him nominated, but he's nominated against 2 of his other
Stephen Root again.
Stephen Root for Barry, but Henry Winkler
I'll
won
have to
last
check
year.
out
Maybe he
Barry.
doesn't
They're
again.
reckoning so
But
many-
Yeah, I
Anthony
can't hear you unless
Kerrigan.
you're talking
Oh
on
my
the
God, he's
microphone.
such a great supporting character on that show. So happy to see that.
So good.
And now,
So don't whisper anything to me.
do you
Heard.
watch Glow at all?
I do. Yeah.
Yes,
Glow's
I
a
love
really
Glow.
good
Glow's
show.
nominated.
So wait, which one is Betty
I
Gilpin?
think that's the tall blonde, the one who she has a
Oh,
kid.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like the only nomination this year for Glow, unfortunately. Mark Maron.
Wait.
Is it American Girl? Was that the? Yes.
Yeah.
Is Glow the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
still on?
Yeah.
It's only season 2.
Oh.
No. This is a TV
drama,
show about it.
Is a drama about the.
No, I was
creation.
going to say because I know it was a Netflix thing.
Right.
But
I'm sorry, I said
I
HBO.
thought
There's
It's
2
Netflix.
Netflix seasons.
Yeah,
I
we've
thought
had
it
2
was a
seasons so far.
single like miniseries type.
No.
season
Oh, no.
type
They
thing.
just finished season 2,
I
and
had
that's
no
what these
idea it was
nominations are
ongoing.
for. It's
No
about
idea.
the
Mark Maron's on that
Mark
too.
Maron's great. He didn't get nominated, unfortunately. Supporting actor. He would have been a lead actor, and I didn't see his name there. Supporting actor, supporting actress, limited series or movie. Haven't seen a lot of them. Chernobyl.
Well, there's enough on there to where I'm probably gonna have to watch the Emmys now.
Just because it's
Damn.
Game of Thrones final
Damn it.
season. Supporting actor in a limited series. Supporting actor.
Laverne
Guest
Cox.
actress in a drama. Okay.
All right.
Laverne Cox for Orange is the New Black. Do you watch that as well?
I have.
Excellent. Yes.
Cherry Jones.
That's over now,
Oh,
right? They're done.
No, they're
Oh
they're
my
doing their
gosh.
final
The
season.
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh,
is
so good right
so
now.
intense.
I'm caught up. Today's Wednesday. New episode tonight.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. So
I'm
we gotta
gonna
get
go
caught
home
up.
and watch
I'm gonna go home
it.
and watch that as well.
There's
I
too
just
much good
grabbed
stuff.
this book like I was gonna break it.
You know what? You're right. There is too much good
I
stuff.
watched the first season and then I stopped watching because there was
How
so much.
can you stop?
For
This
which
show makes me so
I don't know.
angry.
Rick and
It's
Morty
super
was on or
intense.
something. I don't know.
That's okay.
It's
talking about
very
Handmaid's Tale?
intense.
Yeah.
I do have some friends who I've tried to put on The Handmaid's Tale
Yes.
if they haven't
Oh,
read the novel, and
it's
they're
tough. You have to give
like,
it
oh
some
my
time.
god, it's so much. I can't.
Last week's
it's so
Handmaid's
intense.
Tale started to show flashbacks to what's her name? What do they call her? The older woman,
Lydia.
Aunt Lydia. We started to see her
A little bit
background
of her
now.
background.
Yes.
I was always really curious about Aunt Lydia just because. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
How can
How
you
does
be
she
such an
become
advocate
this?
for this
Right.
this regime? It's ridiculous.
And I come to find out she was a school teacher. That hurts.
You know, all this
That
good
hurts.
TV, and then they go and
How do
cancel
you go?
fucking Santa Clarita Diet. You know, screw them. Screw them. That show is so funny.
It's hilarious.
Guest-
It is
guest
pretty
actor.
funny.
Bradley Whitford in The Handmaid's Tale for guest
Ooh.
actor.
Her new commander.
He's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Caring for his wife,
I love,
and
I love
she's
him
great.
in West Wing though. He was my guy from West Wing.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see who some of these other. I haven't watched Twilight Zone yet.
Yeah.
This
Meyer
Is Us.
Rudolph.
This Is Us is the only network show to be nominated for anything. I think it's all.
Wow.
It's like we're watching the Cable Ace Awards from the 80s. It's just all shows
I'm
from.
loving seeing Fleabag.
Is the
on
Cable
here.
Ace Award
Fleabag
still
was
a
so
thing?
good.
I don't think it. I think it's just called the Emmys now
Oh,
because
okay.
all the cable shows get nominated for all the
Yeah.
best. Oh, Emma Thompson did Saturday Night Live this season. She did a couple of good skits. Maya Rudolph on the Good Place. You know, you watch The Good Place?
Oh, it's so good.
Janet, not nominated, and it's such a disappointment. The girl who plays Janet is not nominated, and they had a
She's
whole
so
episode
good.
dedicated to her.
Where she was playing all the different Janets.
Yes, and she's not nominated. That's disappointing. She's
I think
awesome.
it's so hard to play like 7 different characters in one scene.
And Maya Rudolph was in one episode, I think. She's nominated for guest actors, which is great. It's great to see because it's such a great show.
She's the best hormone monster ever.
oh yes,
I'm gonna take bubble
ridiculous.
bath. I'm only gonna take a bubble bath.
guest actor in a comedy. Most of these are Saturday Night Live. Adam Sandler hosted this year. He's nominated. Mulaney hosted again. Robert De Niro. That's great because he plays
Mueller.
Mueller. And I know over the summer is when all the good stuff happens, and now we can't see. Matt Damon hosted the Christmas episode. I remember it was really, really good.
Oh shit, Marie Kondo's up for
Structured reality program.
The hell
Tidying
is
up
that?
with
Marie
Mary
Kondo?
Kondo on
Tidying Up
Netflix.
with-
Tidying
Marie
up.
Kondo?
Oh man, it's
it's a Netflix
Y'all watch
series.
way too much TV.
it's a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle.
Can't.
She talks
can't.
about like all the benefits of organization in your life.
It's great. She's great. You
The-
shut your whore mouth.
Like if you
Sir.
get up in the morning and you just tidy up your home,
that.
and
She's a goddamn
No.
national
you just be
treasure.
much better off during the day.
I wash my clothes. I put them in the dryer. 6 days later, I move it from the dryer and put it on my
6
dresser.
days later.
Marie Kondo
but
would
you
have
may have
issues
to
with
steam
that.
it because
Then it
it's probably
sits on the
wrinkled.
dryer. It sits on the dresser until I wear it, and then it gets thrown into the pile to then go back into the washer.
There appears to be something going
Well,
on.
it's been almost an hour, so
has.
They
or
might
45
online.
minutes.
I'm gonna go.
wanna go check it out?
Yeah, I'll go check. You keep
All
I
right.
kind of want to go check with
right.
you.
All
I
right,
wanna
go
see
ahead
if
and
they
check.
win.
Go.
Thank you guys.
And then let them know we want them to talk to us a little bit without giving spoilers when they do, because we don't want to reveal anything. And Greg, we're at the 2 hour and 41 minutes.
That's
I'll turn
crazy.
off your mic 1.
Okay.
And 2 hours, 40 minutes, still going strong on Facebook. Thank you to all for sticking in with us. What we've been doing is staying here live as they go through the escape room for the very first, you would call this the premiere episode of the escape room.
This is the premiere, yes.
Yes. All right, let's see if we missed any comments because I switched over to the Emmy page.
Yeah, I don't know. I think mine stopped working.
Yeah, I had to hit the refresh button, but it's still going live.
Yep.
Apparently they are at 3 minutes
Uh-oh.
and they are on their last puzzle.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. Do you know how many clues they've been given? Or no idea. No one's in the store right now. We could go and steal all the candy and chips and stuff we want.
Yep. We could do that.
Except we just said that on camera.
But we're good people.
Yes.
And we're on video.
Yes.
So, I mean, like,
Here he comes.
what's going to happen?
Oh, I thought Todd he just popped up on the 10-second delay, and I thought he was right behind me. Like, and he's not there. Whoa.
I'm going to get you. So
wow.
let's, with the few minutes we have
Please,
here,
you have a topic or something you'd like to say.
I heard a terrible, horrible, awful thing about Episode 9.
Episode 9. Oh, okay. Star Wars.
There's a crazy, wild fan theory out there. That
Yes,
there
Return of Skywalker.
might be some time travel element
Oh,
in
no.
this film.
Oh, no. Something only Star Trek has really dipped their toe into with time travel.
And
Star Wars?
Who is writing and directing Episode 9?
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. A guy who is
J.J.
not
Abrams.
afraid of playing with time.
Okay, Mr. Abrams, we have this series. It's called Star Trek. We want you to make one of the movies. Now, if you're going to do any time travel, okay, just be cool with it. And if you're going to do anything, make sure you fix it on the way back after
Right.
the time travel is done.
Yeah.
No. We're going to have an alternate timeline now. Oh, crap. But the Vulcan planet blew up. Alternate
No,
timeline.
no.
Okay, Mr. Abrams.
And the reason for this fan theory is because of a lot of clues in the trailer,
trailer.
teaser trailer or whatever, which, by the way, is pretty awful.
The trailer?
Yeah, I don't like this.
What are your thoughts on seeing the Death Star?
That I don't have a problem with, except for the fact that it would never, ever, ever, ever happen. Nothing man-made
Would crash into the...
nothing man-made that large would crash into another planet and still keep a lot of its shape, because as you know, there was a thing.
We don't know what it's built out of.
Many years ago. You're right. We don't. It could have been some interesting new materials that keeps its shape after it crashes into a planet. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like.
And remember the size of the thing, also.
Like a moon.
Yes, a moon.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not the thing.
But that's not it. Okay.
No, there's the thing where Ray jumps over the TIE fighter. That's ridiculous.
Running this way and jumping over it that way.
That's ridiculous.
Sure.
Anyway, there's a couple of weird little blips in the trailer where Leia's holding a medallion that is from
A New Hope.
A
Yes.
New Hope.
Okay.
That's a long time ago. And then, oh God, there's a couple of other things that they mentioned, and I don't remember what they are at the moment. But
It's not Lando Calrissian because they certainly didn't travel back in time and grab a younger version of him. He's definitely older.
Yeah, he's old. It's definitely a wild theory, but it does have some basis to support such a theory that they might be screwing around with the timeline a little bit.
But when you introduce something called the Force, are you also going to implement into that something with time travel, and then can Jedi jump through time? I don't know. This could be bad.
Something that happened in a new The Last Jedi is that Rian Johnson really retconned a lot of stuff, and as you know, when J.J. Abrams was tapped to write 7, he wrote treatments for 8 and 9. So he had an idea for an entire trilogy arc.
Right.
And then when whatever happened and they didn't bring him back on for 8 and Rian Johnson screwed everything else up, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if J.J. Abrams is like, no, my idea was awesome. We're going to go back to that.
Oh, boy.
And to fix it, maybe they have to do some really, really wacky, weird stuff.
Oh, boy. Time travel to
Todd,
fix.
do you have an update?
It appears as though they have failed.
Oh.
Right down to the wire, apparently.
That's
And
great, though. And that is the perfect way.
They were so animated about it. They were so loud and like, just
That is
do it. Just tell the thing.
That's the
I guess
perfect way to do.
As a store owner, is that like the best possible outcome?
It's-
Because maybe they'll come back.
Maybe.
It's got to be.
All right, I'm gonna.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go-
At some point in the game, without giving away too much, is there a clock counting down on a wall?
Yes,
there's
there
a
is.
clock counting down
Okay.
the entire time.
Okay,
well,
excellent.
like 45 minutes of it.
Yep.
So when you see a clock that says 45 minutes, you say, you know what, I got time to go to the bar. So that's good. That's good.
Right.
Wow, they failed.
But it sounds like they failed. They almost didn't fail. So I guess that's good.
Okay. I guess that's good.
Yeah.
But I wonder, do they know? Okay, continue. Timeline.
I don't want to believe it because after 8, I've lost a lot of appetite for the Star Wars universe.
Which
anymore.
may be a good way to go into the final movie with low expectations.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I've watched far too many YouTube videos of people deconstructing The Last Jedi about how
Yes.
it's just not crafted as a movie well. Even as a movie, not even a
Yes.
Star Wars movie, but as a movie, it's not crafted well.
And then you hear Mark Hamill say that I'm on the set of the movie saying Luke Skywalker wouldn't do this.
Yes, when you have your actors of 40 years fundamentally disagree with where you're taking the character, that's something you should
Yeah.
probably listen to.
All right, Kira, thank you so much for visiting with us. We'll see you again on a future episode, hopefully.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. So, can J.J. Abrams fix everything? And if he's going to fix it, does he do it with time travel?
No, I don't
Oh, my
think it
goodness.
will. I think it's a wild theory, but I'm interested to see how he fixes it. And
Well-
if he can.
And then tying that back to Gods and Monsters, where hopefully you and I will be there again in the lobby of a theater for the final Star Wars movie, as we were
I'll
for the
do
other
it.
two.
I'll do it, but I'll spend a good 30% of the podcast crapping on The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. When we last left Star Wars, what happened? I don't know.
Well-
Some little kid made a broom come out and he started
Yeah.
sweeping, and then
And somebody decided that they could just send in whatever into hyperspace and destroy anything they want.
yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So, is it all a plan? And like they purposely let Johnson make that movie so that they could come back strong for the 9th one? I mean,
know.
what?
And why would they bring back the Emperor? And why would they just kill Snoke like a bitch?
Yeah, like
You know?
Snoke was like a subplot of a footnote of a like.
yeah, just. And how are they gonna
Rey's
fight
parents.
back when they've only got like 24 resistance
Yeah,
fighters?
there's not
left?
that much left. And what do we have? We have one Jedi, right? The girl.
Yep.
Rey. All we have. That's all we got.
And here's an interesting thing that somebody else brought up in a different video is that if you look at the exact timeline of the 7 and 8, Rey has known about the Force for about a week.
Right.
And
in
all of a
between
sudden,
the
she's
original
like,
trilogy, it was like a 3-year or 2-year break.
Yes, you're
And
right.
Luke had a chance to grow as a Jedi.
Correct. He
Rey's got her
earned-
Cliff Notes version of those books that she stole.
She's a Mary Sue.
Yeah.
and Luke had to learn the Force. He had to train. He had the time to become what's the word? Not efficient, but sufficient.
Proficient?
Proficient. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Proficient in the ways.
So yeah, she's had no time.
Rey had a couple of days to learn how to do stuff, and I mean things that she's done. She has stood up against the the grandson of Darth Vader
Right.
with a light sword.
With a light sword that she had no knowledge on how to use, except
Never.
for some trippy flashbacks she was having.
and didn't immediately get her head cut off. She jumped in the Millennium Falcon in the gunner seat and shot 3 TIE fighters
Right.
with one blast.
And not while the Millennium Falcon was hovering carefully.
no,
It was
no, it
flying
was
all over the place.
zipping
She,
through.
Yep, she could fly a ship. Yep.
She learned how to raise a bunch of rocks off the ground
Right.
to free the rest of the Resistance fighters.
She used the Force to pull that lightsaber away.
Oh, yes?
From Yep.
Oh yeah, so
Todd's coming back.
So powerful that she and Kylo broke the damn thing.
Right. Yeah. We're back.
Yeah, we're crapping
It's a
on
metaphor.
we're crapping on Ryan Johnson right now.
That's all right.
Greg was telling us that there's a theory online that there may be some time travel in the new Star Wars movie. Yes, there you are. 10 seconds later, sneaking
Sitting
in.
down.
So weird.
Yeah.
And there he is.
There,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
caught
like,
up. With,
wow.
I'm caught up with the current time stream.
So what's going on back there?
They apparently enjoyed the time.
Great.
They had fun. They did not. They did not succeed.
Oh, now is this the point in the game where you can say to them, for an additional $10, we will give you more time?
No. This is
you lose.
What
Yes.
this is you
get nothing.
You have a half hour kind of cool down time where you can get a drink, commiserate with your buddies,
And that's what's going on right
If you
now?
won, you can be like, "Hey, you're the MVP," or "Hey, you fucked this up for me." You know what I mean?
We're not friends anymore.
We are. Yes.
Unfriend.
You don't get to come next time.
But even though they
but
did
they had-
not
they-
succeed, they are happy.
They seem to have a good time.
That's the goal.
So yeah. So I guess I might be able to get somebody to sit down here with you and
That'd
give
be great.
some
Yeah.
non-spoileries.
Just for a couple minutes, just
Yeah,
to
sure.
see what they thought. What
It
they
would be super cool.
Excellent.
I will go
That's
broach the
exactly what we
subject.
wanted. And that'd be a good way for us to wrap up our 2-hour and 52-minute
My
show.
goodness, it is 12:30.
It is 12:30 at night.
AM.
We've never done this before, except for perhaps the grand closing episode. You remember when we had the grand closing and we
Yeah,
walked
but-
through the Artigan? Was it late at night?
I don't think it was this late.
Good night.
I don't think so.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Kara. Nice to meet Kara here for a Meet Your God Monsters episode.
She only has 60% of pants on.
Right. She's going to run out into a parking lot by herself.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done anything
This late. Yeah. Even the wrestling stuff, I don't think ran this late.
Oh no, I think it did.
Did it?
You know what? Now that you say that, yes, the wrestling stuff did go late.
So
Because I don't think that stuff started until like 9:30 or 10.
So ridiculous to look back on it now where it was just our expressions of what was happening because the first time we did it, we actually turned the cameras there and then they were like, okay.
I have participants. How many do you want?
We'll take 2 for now. Come on in. And actually, you can kind of stand behind. Kind of the reason we did the live Facebook podcast tonight was to be here for the premiere of The Escape Room. So if you want, that's yours, and then this one's yours as well. So you're the first ones, non-employee, to go through the escape room from beginning to end. And we wanted to know, without spoiling anything, we don't want to give anything away for any future escapees. Is that a word, Greg? Escapees?
I don't know. You won't be able to tell because you don't turn me up.
Sorry.
we
Your
go.
mic's on. Your
All
mic's on.
right.
Okay. So what was your experience like? Tell us a little bit about what you did this evening.
First of all,
Please introduce yourself.
Why don't
Yes.
we learn who you are?
Oh.
You go first.
Yeah,
So I'm Peter. I'm from Orlando. Actually, it was my buddy John right here. He's a big Fallout fan.
Yes,
and just kind of more of a geek than me. Not to dismiss the
Wow.
fact that I am.
I'm not gonna.
It's not a great intro.
I'm not going to deny that fact.
I mean, we're both geeks, but like the
We're all
fact, the
geeks.
fact of the matter is, like, he was the one that initially brought me
Absolutely.
to Vault 5421. But it was actually our buddy Connor too that introduced us to the concept of the escape game,
Okay.
the escape room and everything.
absolutely.
But
Well, the word on the street is
Well, hold on, wait. We're not gonna get there yet.
Okay.
Is this the first? Why do I sound so crappy?
suddenly it just started getting overmodulated.
Is this the first escape room you guys have done, or
Absolutely
are you
not,
okay?
absolutely
So
not.
you
Okay,
are
good. You have something to compare it to.
seasoned
Yeah.
veterans
Yeah, absolutely.
of the escape
Yes,
room
man,
experience.
yeah.
All right. So first of all, let's ask this question: how does this escape room experience
Good question.
oh man.
compare
Absolutely.
to some of the others that you've done?
Oh well, first off, my favorite thing about the this experience in
No spoilers,
particular,
no spoilers.
no spoilers, but I mean it's not a spoiler, but it's a feature that they described before is right after the quote unquote tutorial. They take us to the bar, and after
Yeah.
you sign up, you say like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get
Very
this drink,"
interactive,
Right.
very
and like
Well
they,
done.
they bring out the drinks, and like it was
So
fantastic just being able to.
Alcohol for the win.
Oh yeah, I mean
Okay.
I'm saying like you
Even
got the
if you
beers
don't like
right
alcohol,
here.
it was a very good interaction.
Oh,
to be honest.
absolutely.
It was a
Yeah,
very good
no.
interaction.
It was very cool to like be able to place your drink orders before, and they walk up and bring out
It was
the
a very
drinks.
good NPC interaction.
It's
Yeah. So
fantastic,
the synth really added something to
Absolutely.
this experience.
100%. 100%.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Art.
So how confident going into it did you think you were to accomplish this successfully?
I personally 100%.
Uh-oh.
It dwindled pretty fast, but
part of the yawping that we heard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
you know, I keep it pretty low key. I don't know about this guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, like he mentioned that he was doing some escape rooms before. This is only my second ever escape room.
Yeah. Mhm.
And this was, right off the bat, just a lot more of an immersive kind of thing.
Excellent.
100%.
That's what we were hoping to
Yeah,
hear.
no, like the theming is just, bar none. I mean, I know this guy plays Fallout and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Mad Max, the whole franchise and everything. Just the whole post-apocalyptic stuff, though, is like very. It's just the theming right out the bat was just so great.
Yeah, 100%.
No, for real. I mean, Yeah.
And as I understand it, you got close,
We
but
got very
could
close.
could
Very
not escape.
Down to the last few seconds.
Honestly,
God,
yeah,
literally.
we were on the last puzzle for sure.
No, it's-
We were almost there. It's very upsetting. I have this. I'm not gonna lie. This is my first loss.
Oh, really?
So
Oh.
right.
I'm sorry, man. I'll take part blame in that.
So you guys played the 45-minute version, correct?
correct. Yes.
Okay.
The advanced version.
Do you feel like if you would have had that extra 15 minutes,
Yes.
that you would have
100%. Oh, even
Sounds like you only needed a few more
Oh,
minutes.
literally,
Yeah.
A few more minutes.
2 minutes, if
100%,
that. Yeah, we would.
We had it. We were right there.
But I would argue that that's probably the best case scenario where you almost get it.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly,
you're
yeah.
so close.
On the advanced version, yeah.
And like there was one puzzle in particular that like I want to look forward to like the people that are going to be doing it after us
No
because I
spoilers,
know
no
it-
spoilers.
Yeah, I mean no spoilers, but like there was
Gotta remind
one
them.
where
yeah,
you're like, how in the hell? How can
I'm
you
saying
possibly?
yeah, like I hope people like
All right.
are smarter than us that like figure it out, but like
They will be. They will be.
It was a little bit yeah, no spoilers, but like it was something crazy for sure. yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, as a themed escape room, having knowledge of pop culture, of
the franchise.
media, of the franchise,
Yeah.
of the whole thing with the vault, and you're talking about Borderlands, you're talking about Fallout, so all that information would be probably a good thing to have for success,
Yeah, I mean,
which you
definite-
guys had and still failed.
Yeah, no, I think definitely the knowledge of the franchise helps.
Yeah.
I mean, no spoilers. Like
Now, did you invoke the help from the
yes,
the
good
NPC?
question.
absolutely
yeah.
No. The NPC was very, very helpful.
Oh,
It was
fantastic.
the interaction there was very appropriate and very
Cool.
very cool, very
All right.
cool. Because there's not a lot of escape rooms I've done. I've done quite a few. The NPC interaction was very appropriate and not too telling, to be honest.
Well, that sounds like it was a perfect experience then.
Yeah, absolutely.
How well did you guys work as a team?
Oh man, it was kind of
Not-
all across the
not
board. Like there actually were a couple people with us that it was like their first ever
Oh, so
escape
you
game.
hold their hand,
You know,
carry them
100%.
over. and
You know what I'm
everything.
saying? And like they really didn't know like the actual concept of like what we're trying to do and everything.
Those are the ones that dragged you down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, not to
He
call
said
out
it,
people.
He
but,
said
I
it.
mean-
You know,
Every
I'm
once
not-
in a while, those are the people who have new eyes on something,
that's true.
and they'll
Right.
offer something that you just overlooked or whatever. The simple
yeah.
solution to a
Very
difficult
inclusive
problem.
of you, Greg. That was nice. Nice comeback there.
Shut up.
Okay, so because you did not pass this again, what's the replay chances for you guys? Because you came so close on the hardest version of it.
Right.
I feel like we're so close, so we might have to do it again.
Yeah.
If we do it again, we're
And it would
gonna-
be slightly different if they did do it again. Is that
Yeah,
correct,
yeah.
Greg?
Well, it's always going to be a little bit different because you never know what synth you're going to get. So depending on who you get, you might get a little more help, you might get a little less help, and your team might be slightly different as well. So you never know how that's going to work.
That being said,
But-
we're gonna have to do it again.
But the the puzzles themselves won't change over time. At least not immediately. It'll year to year it'll probably be different. But for the foreseeable future, the puzzles are all going to be pretty much the same.
That's great to know for sure. Yeah.
Well, it's
you'll-
excellent. That's kind of
you'll-
exactly what we wanted to hear. They were not successful. They were this close, but they enjoyed the experience.
Where the replayability might come in is that when you do win on the hard version, on the 45-minute version, if you do win, then your time is recorded and your time goes on the board, and you can almost compete with other teams to see how quickly you can get
Gotcha,
it done.
gotcha.
On
Man.
that
So
leaderboard.
we messed up.
We came so close.
Yep.
It's just crazy. We're literally like a couple clues off from the couple thing. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Well,
Then
it's
that was
good.
a well-designed escape room.
Oh yeah, it was really fantastic. Just so immersive.
100% probably one of the be honest, top 3 in Orlando that I've been in.
Oh, that's what they want to hear. That's
Sure.
good news.
100%, man.
That's an excellent review. Thank you so
That's
much.
good.
Yeah.
Well, if you want, because we've been doing the show for 3 hours now, if you want to grab anybody else from your group
Yeah.
that wants to come in and give us their opinions,
gonna be camera
have
hogs.
them come over and
Send a
just
couple
come
over.
on over. Yeah, we decided we'd do a show for this. We've hit the 3 hour mark. We did the whole show entire time while you guys were in there. Just kept yapping away. But if you guys want to bring others to come and sit and give us their opinions as well, we'd like to hear them before we sign off for the night.
Bring them over. Yeah.
And thanks so much for sitting with
Yeah,
us
thanks
for a
so
minute.
much. It was great that we got.
Here you go. Here you go.
Here you go. Come on in. Oh, and was gonna say, what were you drinking tonight? We always like to ask people, what are they drinking?
Oh man, so
the Necro.
We had some Bell's Two Hearteds. Yeah. The bar also. Just for the record, some really fantastic
Really great
IPA selections.
Oh, that was another
Craft
question I
beers.
had. So you get one drink to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody have a second drink?
During
the-
none
during
of
it?
us did. A lot of us were talking about it.
Because you're looking at the
did?
clock
he
and you're
did. Oh, you
counting
actually-
down.
Yeah.
Sennheiser's on.
What?
All that and you wasted time ordering another beer. So guys, that's how we find out that
beer's
we
a
lost.
distraction,
This man had
man. The
two
beer's a
beers.
distraction.
Not only the alcohol,
I'm
but the
pretty sure
fact
that
that
was
this
not the
man.
reason.
He's into tech.
Oh my God, he spent time
distracted. He's
tipping-
drinking.
yeah,
All right. Well, that's
All right.
good though.
Well,
There you have
introduce
it.
yourself. Let us know who you are.
I'm Braxton.
All right, Braxton, is this your first escape room experience?
This is my first escape room experience.
Oh,
Okay, very good,
It
very
was
good.
pretty dope. It was a good time.
Good. That's what we want to hear. So without giving any spoilers, because we don't want to give anything away, what are some of the things that stood out in your mind that you really appreciated?
You know, I like the complexity of it. You know, like there was a lot going on. You know,
Well, hold on. Let's start. Oh, God, what is wrong with this microphone? I sound awful.
Is it directional? It just
Braxton?
it's Braxton.
Braxton?
Like Tony Braxton.
What is this? Is this your first visit to Vault 5421, or have you been
Yeah,
here before?
it
Okay,
is.
so you're going in with fresh eyes. You've never seen the
Fresh
place.
on the
eyes,
bar
all
and the game. Yes.
That must have been
bar, the
distracting as
game.
fuck.
Yeah, man. And like the beers, were, like I said, they were distracting, man. Like you keep wanting to go. The snacks, there was like free snacks.
Not just that, but I mean like everything to see and look at in there because it's kind of sensory overload when you get in there because there's so much stuff in there.
There's a lot
to be
going on,
looking at.
yeah.
It's not your typical bar that you walk into.
Mm-hmm. No,
All right.
it
Come
was-
on
it
in.
was
Welcome.
really
Scoot
cool.
up there. Introduce yourself. You want to tip his mic down a little bit, Greg?
He can do it.
There you go. All right. All right.
He's a grown ass man.
Maybe not.
Welcome to the show. We're still live on Facebook. Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are.
All right, hey, my name is Connor Burton.
All right.
And this is your first escape room experience here in Central Florida, or have you done this before?
I've done actually several different ones in the location, but trust me, this one is definitely individual and one of a kind.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear
excellent to
that.
hear.
Came down to the last few seconds from what we were told.
Sadly, yes. We were close, but
I
yes,
was
so
mad.
far.
What do you think you needed? Like just a couple of more minutes?
We needed maybe like just 5 more minutes on the clock, man.
So whose fault was it?
Wow. Here we go.
yeah.
Who are you gonna throw under the
Oh,
bus?
God, camera's working. I guess I can't.
Well,
Could
Listen.
point,
I,
but,
who you going to point at?
I mean,
You ain't gonna point at me.
So I asked them earlier, how did you guys work as a team?
Oh,
not good.
That was probably the worst part. Yeah, we
well,
weren't really working. Were we working as a team, guys?
we worked individually.
Individual.
as a
Yes,
team.
individual. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Well,
wasn't,
okay. So was everybody working on the
it
same
was
puzzle
fun,
at the
though.
same time, or were there small breakaways where some were working
No,
on
like,
one and
like-
the other?
Yeah, like we knew clues like from different parts of the puzzle. Then we're all trying to put it together at once,
Right.
and we knew like no spoilers.
We really wanted to divide and conquer, I guess, looking at it. We just wanted to make sure that
Now,
divide and conquer.
There was a time, and
Not something you
which I like
associate
to
with
do.
teamwork, but okay.
Yeah, right, right.
we
exactly.
were out here and twice we heard you guys go ape shit in there. Once at the very beginning, and then once somewhere in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened in the middle that caused everybody to lose it?
Yeah. Oh.
What,
I
what
don't
did you
remember.
did you
Solved a
solve
puzzle
something
or something?
or figure
Oh,
something
like
out?
I
or
mean, like was it like going
did you
ape?
did you
like,
beat somebody up?
Well, no, but I
you
mean, like,
see-
were we excited like ape shit or like
Yeah,
mad
there
ape
was just
shit?
a lot of noise. There was like a lot of cheering
I mean,
and
that
noise or
sounds
something.
about
yeah.
normal for us in
All right.
general.
Yeah,
just as
you
a whole.
know.
But no, once we decided to stop dividing and conquering and come together and actually share some of the stuff that we found, it was like, oh, wow. You know what? This actually all fits together if we talk.
I mean, you guys knew it was a team sport, right?
well,
Yeah, I'm like, what are we dividing and conquering exactly?
All right.
What are you talking? I'm confused.
Well, it sounds like you guys had a good time, and
Yes.
that's the number one thing that Gods and Monsters was hoping
Yeah, it was definitely a
to
good
provide
time.
for everyone here.
It was definitely a good time and challenging. Like I said, it was we put it on the hard mode though.
No.
Yeah.
You guys went 100%. So I got mad props there.
I
'cause
like how Braxton, you have to explain like, hey, yo, this was hard mode. Normally I could actually handle an easy mode.
Listen, this is my first
but,
time out here, man. Like I said,
Oh, let me just
He's the one
explain
who's-
some more.
You're right, though, Greg. A little overwhelming if you've never even seen the bar before.
I'll say this. I'll say this, that I've been kind of involved from close to the beginning, and we did several beta tests, and we made things harder and harder because things were a little too easy to begin with. But we felt like the challenge definitely met people who so it wouldn't be so easy that you would just be like, oh, okay, 20 minutes, we win, hooray.
You'll definitely get people that will like be able to ace it on the first try. Like,
No, you won't.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
If we got close,
you will not be able to ace it just first try like that. You definitely have to.
Listen,
work
there's
for
a
it.
lot of dum-dums out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If we
And-
got close,
and maybe people
we'll
who
get closer.
get a little too distracted by the bar and they have their third drink.
That's what I'm
and they
saying.
already
The
show
bar
up
is a
drunk
distraction,
and-
okay? Do not fall for the snacks.
Because
The
it's
snacks-
dark in there. Maybe some guy and the girl goes over to the
I saw a
video
Snickers
games and they're
bar.
just
I was like,
smooching.
Straight off the
Is this a
bat,
clue?
Braxton just went to the snack
Yeah,
bar.
man, I was
he just
like-
opened it.
Did he start playing Tron? What were you doing?
no, I saw the Snickers bar and I thought that was a clue.
You ate the Snickers bar just to be
Yeah,
sure?
Maybe
was
there's a
like-
clue in the wrapper. Oh, let me see. Nope.
Not this one.
Is it in the
Let me
bar
try this one.
itself? Let me
Maybe,
just
maybe it's in the
take a couple bites.
maybe it's in the bag of Cheetos.
All right,
I didn't
okay.
find it at the Snickers bars, but maybe it's in the Cheetos bag. I don't know.
Maybe. Okay, good.
I don't know.
All right.
All right. Well, we're trying to get opinions from everybody in your group. We have 2 more behind us. Perhaps they will join
Yes.
us, switch places. Thanks you for giving us your opinions on that, and we're glad to hear that you had a good time with this, even though it came down to the last second. You didn't.
Last
Thank you
second.
so much.
Last
Please,
Thank you very
please,
much.
If you
Thank
see
you.
this, please grab a spot before they run out. This is an amazing experience.
Awesome.
So much fun. One of a kind.
Very
Do
glad
it.
to hear that.
I'll
Thank
give
you for
I'll
your
give you the
opinion on
$20
that.
later. Hold on. Okay.
Come on in. Welcome. We're here on Facebook Live on Gods and Monsters page for the premiere of the Escape Room. We've gotten the opinions of some of the people in your group,
We have,
and we want to hear how it went for you, what your experience was.
Double-fisted drinker. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Very
We
good.
also like to ask, tell us what you're
you
drinking.
Ciders.
Okay, good.
Some great ciders.
There you go.
And what's the bottle one over there, Greg?
I don't know. It's another cider.
Another
Okay,
cider.
another
girly,
cider. Okay.
girly drinks, you know.
Very good.
Wow.
So what did I know?
I'm
So
offended.
I am
I'm already offended by.
completely misogynist. So what
Yikes.
did you guys have as your first drink?
A cider.
Oh, it took you all. This must be
no,
warm
no,
then.
no. This is a different one, but same.
She just
I
ordered the
liked
same
it
thing
so
again.
much.
Gotcha.
No.
I got it again.
You like
you
what
know
you
what?
like.
I asked you guys, like staff here, what to get, and they told me this.
Excellent.
So I got
That's
it.
You know
good.
what? I will tell you that
Excellent.
the bar staff here is some of the best
Amazing.
that I've ever experienced. Every time I come here, I usually say, "Give me something dark and something chewy," and they're very good at suggesting something that I've probably never had before because they have 130 different beer selections and stuff like that. What's the matter?
I don't
You
know.
okay?
My ears just.
Is it
went
too
Sorry,
loud?
I think it just jiggled the wire. Something weird
All right,
happened.
all
Nope,
right,
nope, it's messed up.
No,
It's
no,
gonna-
leave it.
By the way, we
It
didn't
smells
ask you.
good.
Go ahead.
Careful, you're gonna
Go ahead.
get
Introduce yourselves. We didn't ask you. What are
Anyways,
your
my
names?
name's
Hello.
Amanda. Hello.
Amanda.
Hi.
Hello.
And I'm Haley.
Haley. Hello.
is
Welcome.
really afraid of the microphone because she's
Speaking of
way
the bar
back.
She's staying
staff,
way back from
There
it.
you go.
What
Can
are?
we go back to the bar staff and
I-
how when
please
they
continue, yes.
came in at the end, they said, "Hey, you should have listened to her the whole game because
Oh.
she had clues that no one was listening to." And this happens
Her,
to me.
you?
Yes,
Okay,
me.
so
And her, but yeah.
so the
She was
boys did
saying
not listen to you. Is that what you're
they
saying?
never do. Every escape room, someone comes over the intercom. They're like, "Hey, she has the clue. She has the numbers."
Oh.
And they're just like off in their own world.
Were your numbers
So you
numbers
just-
too big? Do you think you had too many in your group today? So other
Yes.
people slowing you down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, too many.
100%.
How many did you have? 8?
7,
7? Okay.
7 or 8.
So okay, that's an interesting question. What do you
Too
think?
many.
What do you
What's the
think
right
is
number?
the
Yeah.
optimum number of
3 or
players?
4. I think 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yes.
Maybe get too many
Well,
opinions in
honestly,
there.
it depends on the personalities. The people that we have.
What if you get 3 dum-dums and they can't solve anything?
Well, you're right.
Then just go to the
Then
bar and drink.
I would,
Yeah.
I would not be in that group, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I guess so. I mean, that's true.
So how would you have you done other escape rooms in Central Florida?
I've done 2 other escape
Did you
rooms.
beat them?
Yeah, I won the rest
Oh.
of them, so I'm
Well,
pretty defeated right now.
Why? Because they listened to you?
No,
And this
barely.
time,
But the
no.
people came over the speaker and they were like, "She has a code. She has a code." So then they
Oh.
did. You-
So
Why didn't you
that
say
happen?
I have the code? I have the
I
code.
do. I scream it. They don't listen to me.
Oh,
What am I
no.
supposed to do?
So how would you compare this with other escape rooms you've done in Central Florida?
Oh, I love
What kind of
this one.
comparisons?
This is amazing. The black light.
Correct answer.
Everything. Like it was
Well,
the
no, no, no,
details.
no, 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 no spoilers, no spoilers.
Yeah, don't spoilers,
The
yeah.
details though, and the bar.
And the bar.
Amazing.
Yeah, not many escape rooms have bars, do they?
No.
No.
No, I've
That's
never
good.
been to one that has one.
Really? You would think that would be like
It
the
should.
number one thing to have in an escape room.
Honestly, but like I got a little distracted.
By the bar.
By the alcohol, yeah.
By the alcohol.
Also, I might have done a
but you
little bit better if I hadn't.
But you only had
drank
one,
this year.
correct?
Right.
Well,
Until that one.
yeah, but
Okay.
never mind.
So to be fair, you guys did
But you
play.
you came primed
Yeah,
and
there we
pumped.
go.
And,
Yes.
okay, good. No, that's the way you're
I
supposed.
came prepared.
You're supposed to have a good time, and
Correct.
that's what you
Yes,
did.
always.
So
So
good
to,
for you.
to be fair, you played at the hardest level of the game.
True.
There were different levels. You played at the
Oh,
hardest level.
Did not suggest that.
Yeah.
I don't know why that
And it
was.
came down to the
Who
last
decided
few
on
minutes. We asked the guys, how many more minutes do you think you needed? You were really close, it sounds like.
Oh, no, not even 5. I had the thing in the order, but nobody likes to
Oh,
listen to me.
quick question.
Anyways.
Did it have subtitles?
Like
Were there
the video
subtitles
screens.
for the thing or not? Okay,
don't
so they
think
didn't
so,
use that.
no.
Okay, never mind. I just wasn't wondering because I just delivered it today.
Somebody was about to walk up and ask you a question, and then he walked away.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's
Got
coming
scared.
back.
I'm
That's
busy.
Okay, so what are
in
your
the middle of a
thoughts?
thing
What
right
are your
now.
thoughts on repeat appearances on this replay value?
Oh,
Do you think you would ever do it again?
definitely could because the
there are
open
other
bar
outcomes
did
in there.
help
The open
my-
bar again.
my
All right.
memory to fade, but
Do you think it might be too easy though because you know how to do most of the puzzles already?
honestly, I feel like we did not do most of the puzzles.
Oh.
We skipped things and we really.
Well, that's not how it's supposed to work.
We really did not do this right.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Good planning. Good planning. Good execution.
We really didn't do it right.
Fantastic.
So yeah,
But you had a good time?
I had a great time.
Well, then that's all that matters.
That's what we were hoping to hear. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Thank you so
Great
very much
experience.
for sitting with us. And
Yes,
said
thank you
nothing,
so
which is
much
nice.
for coming
you.
to the end of the show here. We're just kind of waiting to get your opinions on it. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
very glad that you
Yeah.
came out. Thank you very much.
We're kind of jerky because we've been speaking for
Yeah, it's 3 hours and 12
and-
minutes we've been doing
Oh
the
my
show.
God.
We just did it for
Usually we
did
do
it
an hour
live.
show.
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live, and we decided to just
my.
do it for three
My butt
plus
hurts.
hours just to see what your opinions were when you got out.
Should have taken the other chair. You were right.
You were right. Yeah, you were sitting on the stool for
Yeah.
3 hours.
Why
yeah,
would
that's
you
kind
do
of
that?
because you didn't think we'd be
This
here
one
for
has a-
3 plus
no, it has a
hours.
cushion.
I know
I
these
got a
have the
cushion.
cushy chairs.
Come on,
That's
man.
Well,
good.
it's for the guests.
Well, good.
Let's
Thank
put
you
that.
very much for visiting with us. Thank you all for doing the escape room.
Have a great night.
What should we do, Greg? Should we kind of
Please-
sign off while everybody's
please
here
come-
behind us?
Please come back to Gods and Monsters and buy all the things.
Yes. Greg, should we kind of say goodbye here, you think, while
Let's
they're
say
all here?
goodbye. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming to the escape room premiere night. We appreciate you
You are
guys
the
being
very
here.
First crew.
Very first crew to come through here again, and please come back. And if you don't do the escape room, just come back here to hang out at Gods and Monsters. Definitely
Or
go to
at
the bar.
5421.
Yes. All right. We're gonna say goodbye. This is weird. This is on a delay, so
I
it's
know,
like
it's
this
really
is. I do the
tripping
same
me
thing
out,
too.
man.
They're tripping me out. But thanks everybody for hanging in and asking questions and talking to us for the last 3 hours and 13 minutes. I'm just looking at the clock. We hope to see you all again soon. Thanks for everybody coming out. Wave goodbye. Thank you.